All right. You guys can pull the chats up for you while we wait, and make sure everything is here. I'll send it. Okay.
We live? Question?
Question mark? Question mark?
Oh my god.
We are live.
My OBS is
looks
kind of
like-
laggy. I think it's doing the thing again.
Do I
where it, like,
exist?
lags.
Hello?
The first
will
message I read is
screen
raw
share-
dogging.
I will screen share only like when we want to show something.
Can
just
you
so
hear
my
me
computer
now?
doesn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
my
we're good.
waveform showing? Okay, I fucked up my mic for a second.
Whoa, whoa,
I
whoa.
was like, why can't they hear me? Oh, fuck.
Leave your microphone alone.
I mean, frick.
All right. Also,
My
guys.
Michael phone.
Oh, am I only in the left ear? I'll fix that. Hold on.
Louie!
I know why. I know why. It's fine. Hold on.
He's whispering.
This is actually
Oh.
my mixer. I'll fix it.
Our Dasher army is amassing.
Dasher.
All right. What about now?
Yeah, Doggy Dasher.
So, yeah, am I the only one with a
Bruh.
camera again?
Is my mic mono?
Yes, sir.
Yo.
all
I'm
get to
talking,
look-
at least I'm talking to fancy waveforms now. Trust me. It's gonna be awesome.
Why don't you just turn it off just so it all looks the same?
Well, because I swear it's
Finn
more
just-
engaging when you
Finn
have
just
like
wants a
even if
reason
it's
to
one
use his
single
camera.
person.
Everyone's looking at
Gotcha.
you. Everyone's gonna be staring at you.
Yeah, everyone's making eye contact with me.
He just
the
wants
whole
a reason
time.
to use his
How does that
camera.
make you feel? Make you nervous?
Huh?
You have
No,
stage
right, I don't
fright?
All
care.
right, guys.
You sure?
All right. By the way,
I'm gonna gaslight
Yes.
you.
I'm also gonna
There's
say
a
this.
video of me like talking about SpaceUK with a face cam with like
Oh,
200,000
yeah,
views.
true.
All right, wait. Let me
My
say
Wait, that
this.
SpaceUK
reminds me.
rant.
My video of Slaughterhouse verification rates where I just talked has like 80,000 or something.
Yeah.
I
Sounds
do want to
weird.
say something.
I didn't have your face in it though, so that's cheating.
Nah, but
Listen.
you know how I am.
I know how you are. I know how I am though.
Alright, we got
Blue
Ripple
has a
US
webcam,
here.
but he's a pussy.
We're not talking about Ripple US, guys.
Yo,
Alright, alright.
Ripple.
Guys,
Ripple
to have you on.
is
I'm gonna
top.
deafen real quick. Listen.
Oh,
You
fuck,
might hear
wait,
the
I need to
audio
find
twice.
3
pins.
p.m.
I'm gonna switch it.
It is now 3
3
p.m. We are
Yeah,
officially.
All right, all the audio should still be good.
Oh my god, there's
Okay.
waveforms. Holy shit.
Whoa.
Dude, my
Wait, what the
waveform
hell?
is
Am I
gone.
alive? Oh yeah.
Why?
Hello,
Why is
everybody.
it gone?
Blue?
Hello. Welcome everyone.
My waveform is just
Whoa!
gone. This is off to a great
That
start.
was successful.
Blue,
Jesus Christ.
I don't think your microphone works, buddy.
Why? Why would it not?
Yeah, alright, so while Blue's not doing it, welcome to
Guys,
the
I,
podcast.
okay.
Blue's currently setting up his microphone.
Blue left. He
and-
had errands to do. He's at the supermarket. He's getting
Yeah, he's getting some Chick-fil-A right now.
Okay, so listen.
Oh, there we go.
I
Hello.
swapped my. I know what the goddamn problem is. I know exactly what it is.
Anyway.
But
Anyway,
the problem is...
I'll fix it while you guys just talk about whatever.
Yes.
And just get it going.
Alright, so
Okay.
while Blue is defusing a bomb in his room, we have Ripple US here, better known as Doggie.
Yep.
Bro,
What's up? Good morning.
how's it going?
How late did you wake up, man?
How late did I wake up? Well, like 2:30.
Oh my lord.
2:30. Well, oh,
I
I-
they've
had
been
one.
up 30 minutes.
I actually thought you wouldn't wake up for a second. There
Doggie,
It was
how
like
bad
time
is your
before,
sleep
like, where's
schedule?
Doggie?
There was a period in time where I thought you actually weren't gonna wake up, and I was like, "Am I gonna fucking call this guy?"
I was just
Son of the
taking a
Lord.
nap. I got
He
like,
was just napping.
like 4 hours.
Dude, napping
Oh
for
my
me is
lord.
different. I
Dude,
can't
what is
take
your
naps
sleep
because I
schedule?
literally sleep for like 9 hours, and then I wake up. I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, and the day's over.
Yeah, no, I'm the LeBron of naps at this point, so I
Oh,
don't got a
Oh,
problem.
fair enough.
Doggy, you're the only person I've ever like had as a verifier where I'll text them at like 3, 4 in the morning because I'm working super late and like you're like awake for some reason. Like I'll text you not expecting a response and you're like, yo, like why are you up?
Dude, we can
I
make
got
this.
stuff
We
to
can
do.
make this like hella boring and be like, "So how was school?"
Yeah, don't.
How was your
don't,
day?
Don't
How's
be
your-
like,
how was-
Ooh.
how's your
don't be like
math
family
test?
reunion, bro.
Family reunion. Better
What
question
you
is
doing?
how was AOD? I've been watching your streams, dude.
Oh, I
Yeah.
hate that level. It's very
Harder
ass.
than Slaughterhouse? Question mark?
Wait, no, we can't talk about that.
Oh, okay.
We
You-
can't.
Yeah, I've
You know
been
what?
watching your
Controversial.
streams.
Too controversial. Now you're gonna be scared, dude.
To me, it seems like AOD, like the beginning, is just terrible.
Yeah, it's awful.
It looks
Guys,
The whole
impossible.
thing looks terrible.
Yeah,
well,
that's true.
that's-
Is there a good part?
Okay, well you can argue that like the drop is fun, but I don't like playing it, so that's it. That's the only redeemable part. It's
I have
just
a
not
question.
good.
It's just too hard.
Version of AOD.
No, I haven't. I should.
Dude, you have to, because I used to play that version in 2019, like when Dells was like starting to verify, and then when Exton like was like, I verified this lol, I never hacked it, so I get to balance it, and he balanced new AOD, he ruined it. IMO.
Dude, we should
Really?
get Doggy on the CRT train.
True.
Yes.
Doggy, have you heard
The,
about
the new
CRT?
meta. Did you hear?
the
Yeah,
CRT
Zoingo
tech?
actually
The
bought a
new-
CRT.
This is-
Way
I'm getting
crazy.
trolled.
playing.
Yeah.
No,
you
no,
know,
no,
I'm
no, no,
kidding.
no, dude. What if I told you right now, Dillstick got like 98 on AOD on a CRT?
I'm not
Yeah,
asking
the good
what
old
that is.
cathode ray.
Do
You
you-
don't know what a
Are you
CRT
kidding?
You
is?
don't know what? Oh,
No
Not
chance.
all over again.
boys, we
Why?
got
It's the
another
same
victim.
thing.
You've never seen a CRT in your life. There's no
We
way.
have to pull up more photos of
Okay, hold
CRTs.
on.
Yeah. Can we get
I
a
can't-
CRT image?
I cannot believe this. How old are
This
you?
is
Like
the
18?
second
So-
episode in a row.
Yeah, now this
Every
is just gonna be
person's gonna have
bullying
to
you
ask
the rest
now
of the
if they
show.
know what
I feel like-
CRT is.
Everyone below 18 is just they have no knowledge of a CRT.
He grew up with 720p.
New
Okay.
gen.
Oh my god, I was so close.
I'll just
We'll
I'll just
pull
put
it
it
up.
on the screen on the stream so you can see it like that. Dude, do you really not know? Do you not know what this is? That's actually meta.
Refresh rates.
Oh yeah.
They
Oh,
literally
also,
have like
the
That's
audio,
what he
visible
used.
visible scan lines.
the audio might have cut off scene to scene, and that's because
it's
we
over.
use 5 different fucking channels for the waveform monitor. So
Well, maybe
Yep.
if we get a CRT to pass all that through, it might work.
Yeah,
I'm
we got
saying.
the CRT pass through.
It's only like 100 pounds, Doggy. You could put it on your desk and you could see the
Alright, you're
scan
making
lines,
me
but it's
curious. I'm
apparently
opening
really
eBay.
good.
Hold on.
Like unironically, it actually like is good.
That's
no, the
literally
good
what
Sony
Dillstick
ones
used.
cost.
Yeah, no, like if
£1,000
you pull up the Dillstick 98, like or the one that he had his webcam on, you could see he's playing like with his mouse on his desk, looking over across the room at a CRT with the AOD on it.
Oh yeah, like why was it so far away? It was like
He didn't have
perpendicular
desk
to his weight
space.
mass.
Oh yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. His mouse was like left. He was like off to the side using his mouse.
How? What the-
I don't know.
He
That's
just-
what I'm
Mouse was like
saying.
adjacent to his
Think
screen.
about how his version. I want you to know that that's was the circumstances that he made that version on.
Oh my
on a
god, you can
CRT.
get a CRT for $89.
God.
$89?
Yeah, but it's like tiny.
Jeez,
Can you
That's
what a
a bargain.
steal! Does it work with Windows 10?
Probably.
Can you run Windows 10 on a CRT?
Can this be a recurring segment? You know, Joe Rogan's like, "Have you done DMT? We're gonna
Have you
have
done
a
CRT? Yeah.
CRT.
Yeah, have you done? Have you experienced CRT before?
You make it sound like it's this whole like experience, which I guess it
Oh,
is
yeah.
a little bit,
It's
but I don't
someone's
think it's that
eventually gonna
crazy.
get one.
Enlightening.
The bit will eventually manifest.
Yeah, we're actually
Yeah.
trying to progress the game's skill cap even more
Dude,
by making
am
all the top
so
players get
gaslighting.
something with like a 20,000 hertz refresh rate or whatever, because it's whatever.
If
I-
that actually becomes the meta, it's over.
but when 2.2 comes out, can we all buy CRTs and say that it helps you bypass the 360? And it feels
Yeah.
exactly the same. And then Rob's gonna like update the game.
You can't
and
buy
we're gonna be
CRTs
like,
on
well,
Amazon, fortunately.
It'll be like the Sayo device, but
The Sayo-
shit.
The
But it
Sayo
makes
device,
you
but
worse.
not.
Dude, I
but
don't even
actually-
want to imagine a CRT with Sayo device.
I got my Sayo device.
So you're telling me you have something with an 8,000
member.
hertz refresh rate with a CRT, which is like, what is it, like 23,000 hertz?
Yeah, no, that's the thing is its refresh rate's ridiculous. Okay,
Yeah.
we need to stop gaslighting. Not gaslighting. Actually, no, it's gaslighting.
Dude,
Don't buy a
RobTop's
CRT
not
on
thinking
Goodbye.
about the people from the early 2000s.
I've
Yeah,
been playing
jeez.
GD since
What
1994.
an inaccessible game. Another reason to hate RobTop. Okay, small talk is over. Let's get to the bulletin boards. Because we
Let's
have
get,
a
all right,
board
all right,
of
I got
things
this,
we
I
want
got
to
this.
talk about.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes. So, how the fuck did you get hacked? You clicked on
Oh,
an
God.
email?
The first thing.
Yeah, we wrote like a thing.
Yeah, let's hear this.
Yeah, well, so yeah, first this guy messaged me on Twitter. He was apparently a part of this company called, I think Lingoda was the company, and it's like a language
Sounds like a demon.
company. Yeah, no, language learning company. It's a real company.
Yeah, yeah.
So, bro was all like, you know, sponsorship opportunity, blah 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 blah. And then eventually, they sent me an email. Looked pretty real, obviously. And then I clicked. Actually, you know what happened? They sent me like a bunch of emails after I kept telling them, "All right, this ain't working." And then
That's called desperation.
And then I don't know why it didn't work the other times. I don't know why they couldn't hack me. And then eventually the exe worked, and then they hacked me while I was streaming.
Took them
At
10
least you were
tries.
streaming. I mean, that gave like extra validity.
That's
to who
one
you
of the
were.
craziest things to ever happen, like in the community, like in general. Like I did it. I'm not sure if you knew, because I like rated you when you were like getting hacked. Because I was streaming Death Corridor, and people in my chat are like, "Doggie just got hacked," and I'm like ending stream about to raid you, and I'm like,
Oh my god.
"Huh?" And I look at your stream, I'm like, "I guess we're raiding Doggie," and I'm gonna go over there, and you just don't have your channel.
One side of the spectrum
Yeah.
for that scenario is like Taco Macho hacking on stream, and then the other side is you getting hacked by some Russian who's selling your channel on stream.
I can't believe the guy
Yeah.
who stole your channel knew what Slaughterhouse was.
I don't even like know. I think he just saw my most popular video and it's told me to beat that. To be honest, because
How much you think he
don't
got
think
for
the
that
odds are
channel?
high.
I think he got
Probably
like
zero.
$1,000.
I don't think 13-year-old boys are gonna like feed into his crypto scam. To be honest.
I don't think anyone
No.
will. I mean,
I don't
actually,
think anyone
you'd be
does
I
that.
think
surprised.
they need to realize GD players do not have money. Like they're not gonna
That's
buy.
true.
Like,
Yeah.
they also
honestly-
they're not old
Actually,
enough to have a Bitcoin wallet anyway.
Correction. They
be
don't
18.
have. They have other people's money.
Correction,
Mm.
correction.
Which
The
could be
people
worse.
who
Mom's
do
credit
have
card.
money spend all their money on like monitors and tech and good PCs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like they would have money, but they really wanted a 240 hertz. So
People don't know
I
the
got,
struggle.
No
I got
anymore.
a 240 hertz monitor, man.
yeah,
I have his
Big-
Discord. I was messaging him.
Still talk to him. Still keep in contact.
No, we're not.
Still
in
keep
touch.
up.
with Ripple US.
The good morning text from him.
I find it weird. I find it weird that he reached out on Twitter first. Like, do you not have a business email?
It's not like you can't find it
Oh, it's just
just by looking
private.
at my channel. So yeah, no.
Damn,
Twitter was the way.
inquiries. Someone really has to be desperate to reach out.
Yeah, they tried.
That's actually
Ripple-
probably like,
Ripple's
I
brain
feel
was
like if
very
you're
short.
popular enough, that might be a decent like business strategy. Like if a business really, really wants to do business, they'll be desperate enough to find you and contact you in other means. But that kind of like limits your window for businesses. Because on the
Yeah.
other end, some businesses just don't, like they're just flocking through people trying to make things work. They probably wouldn't care to like
Mhm.
find this one guy's like, so.
You know what you
True.
gotta do? You gotta go off now for sponsorships. Only accept ones that are sent through the mail. You know what I mean? Like if
The
it's not on,
mail.
bro, if it's
The
on
mail.
paper, on paper. What are they gonna do? You got the physical PDF. You're
Imagine
good.
if
But how's
Yeah.
like Opera GX gonna get my home address?
You
How
can
would
just,
they not
hit
have
them
it?
up, be like, yo, what's good? And here's
Yeah,
my
background
address.
check.
You know, hit me up whenever.
True. Yeah, I remember I got one of those emails, like one of the 500 megabyte PDFs, and I opened it. I was like, oh, what the hell?
you told me. about
And
that.
I closed it, and I was like, oh shit, it was probably a virus, like a token grabber.
See, you're
So
smart.
I like deep cleaned my PC, and I just never got hacked. I got hacked once before though.
How did that
and
happen again?
It took 24 hours to get back. They're actually okay. If you have Twitter, it's a bit stressful, but after a day, you're like, if you're over a certain amount of subscribers, you'll probably get your channel back.
I
You
hope
just have
I
to make
am
a
at
big
this
enough
point.
fuss.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
crazy. They were so slow to responding to you. I was like, actually, I couldn't imagine how frustrated you
I
were
think-
with it.
I think that was because he got hacked like at night, and YouTube's out, and it was a weekend, I think, and it was just like the most unfortunate timing.
Mm.
I was-
Maybe.
Bro, all of the responses were going to the replies of like Doggie's tweet instead of like Doggie, and they're like, "Well, if he wants help, he
Yeah.
should reach out."
Yeah,
Like
I know.
like literally 4 pixels away from his reaching out text.
Yeah. I know, and then I reply to that, and yeah, it just took a
Ghosted.
while.
Yeah.
How was that like? Did you actually get a proper like back and forth with a human being? Because I've never like been hacked, so I don't know what that's
Yeah,
like sorting that
mean,
out. Like, what
it
did you have
looked
to
like
do?
I did. But no, yeah, I went back and forth. A lot of the things they sent me, bro, like did not really do anything. So it kind of took. I mean, it only took a few days, but it was still annoying every single day. Because they had me fill out this like form thing. I had to enter a bunch of information that some of it I didn't even have. Um, and after that, like I don't even know what they could have done. But it took like a whole day, and then randomly at like 2 a.m., they gave me my account back.
Oh.
So that
Yeah,
was
the
Did you, like,
overtime worker got
Did you
you
like
though.
spring out of
Yeah.
bed and you're like, holy shit?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
nothing
Well,
else
you're still
matters.
awake.
Yeah, I'm still awake at that time. Well, no, I was trying to go to bed, but
Oh.
I got
Did
the
you have school the
notification.
next morning when you got hacked?
Yeah, I did. So
Oh.
I I actually after like first period, I just like went home.
Oh
'Cause
really?
I had to sort it out. Yeah.
Dude,
Damn.
I can
Yeah.
directly relate to that, but instead of it being like a couple days, you want to know how long it was for me until I got my channel back? Take a
Oh, yeah, you
take a
told me.
wild guess. I think I've told you already, but
Yeah, you told me.
yeah,
I think 6 months,
six
right?
fucking months
Oh my god, I was gonna
of
guess a
DMing
month.
people on Twitter, exchanging emails, and just waiting. And I still had to go to school.
Yeah.
Like this was from January to June, I think.
Jeez.
Like that was
They took their time.
that
They were
was
really
leg-
looking
that was
into it.
actually awful. They so I guess nowadays they don't like mass upload videos when you get hacked. I guess they just stream crypto pyramid schemes. But
Yeah.
for me, that wasn't the case. You know what they did? You know, streaming a Bitcoin scam is one thing, but they uploaded 20,000 videos in 2 days of
What?
like Chinese like shows, like TV shows.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I don't even.
Nice.
I thought you could only upload 15 videos a day.
That man's internet must be crazy.
That's true. Yeah. It was-
I don't even understand that. So
He got 10
Um,
terabytes per second going into
that makes me
chat.
think it's like a VPN can bypass it, or multiple people doing it. Like
Yeah, it might be per IP.
that seems
So I
like a
wanna
really
ask-
intense operation, though. Like change your IP every 15 uploads for 20,000 videos. There must have been
Yeah,
some
like,
way they
why?
did
They're
that because
dedicated, though.
it was literally in the span of like 3 days. It
Wait,
was
Doggie, I wanna
unreal.
That's crazy.
You said you went into school and you went home after first period to sort stuff out. Did you like have to explain to like your teacher like I have to go home because I'm a YouTuber and
No.
someone hacked me?
And well, second period I don't have anything, so I just went. So I didn't have to explain to anyone.
You just didn't go.
So I just went.
Well, you
Um,
ghosted school.
He ghosted
Pretty much.
school. Oh, I don't know
Yeah,
what's with this community and getting like Riot got terminated for God knows how long for saying follow me on Twitch, like a rule that was
Oh, yeah, I
never
don't-
enforced except for when Riot did it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think YouTube support like back then was just so awful. It
was.
Yeah.
I think Dorami Dansman never got his channel back.
Ever?
Did
I
he?
thought he did. No, he did.
I thought he
He
did.
might have years later, but some hacker
Yeah,
had
he
it and was
did.
streaming COD on it.
It
When it
took
happened.
months.
Okay,
Streaming
he got it
COD?
back. Yeah.
I'm the only person in this call
And-
who hasn't been hacked on YouTube.
Yeah.
That is
well,
not
I
a
mean,
challenge.
your in-game account.
You should
is.
join the
Oh
club.
yeah, well that was in 2.0.
Can somebody put a target on the back of Nico's head so he can join the
No,
club?
let's not do that.
Yeah. Can you hack Ice
Yeah, it's a
Cave?
challenge now.
Dude, I
At
have like
Ice Cave
40
on
emails and so many things.
Yeah,
set
anybody
up for,
anybody
like,
want a
that
verified
stuff.
YouTube account?
No, dude. If they
Ice
change
Cave
the
is
name,
right
if they
here.
change the name,
He's
they
ready.
lose the verification.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
dog,
I'm
how-
gonna
how
DM the
long
guy on
did it take you?
Discord.
No. How,
You should
how long
just-
did
Go,
it
yo, I
take,
got a new channel for you to hack.
how long did it take
Trust
for you
me,
to get
bro.
your verification badge back?
I didn't have to get it back. They just gave it to me.
Really? For free?
Yeah, free.
this
no
economy?
money.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well,
Dude,
they
verification is so different nowadays from back then. Now you legit go to like their support. You're like, "Yo, I hit 100K. Can I have my badge now?" And they're like, "Sure."
yeah
And then, like
back
10 minutes
then
pass and you have it.
Huh.
back in like 2015 you had to be in even like before
to be in
this
the news.
this is how Tosh Deluxe got verified. Fun fact: you had to be a part of a YouTube network and they would submit verification stuff and do all the dirty work for you since you were a part of their network. And even then you still had to be eligible with rules that were just really vague. I remember this was back when I was playing like BO2 all day. This was like 2015. I was a phase kid.
Same.
Yeah.
I tried so hard. I had a channel with like 100 subs. I just tried joining like a million different networks trying to verify myself as if anyone was paying attention to me.
Yo,
It was-
check mark with 4 subs, crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you
It's
mean?
up and coming.
I thought you need like 10K back then.
You know, it's crazy
It was
how much.
something like that. That's how Tosh got verified
They
before he
still
got
bend the
100K.
rules nowadays for verification. If you're like affiliated with some sort of
That's true.
like YouTube stuff, like I've seen channels verified with 30K.
There's
Those
one.
like corporation accounts.
Yeah.
There is one. Does anybody know the YouTuber Drew Gooden?
Yeah. I don't-
What?
Do you know the basketball player with the same name?
No.
Well,
Oh, what he just said he was.
the basketball player with the same name has 50 subs and is verified.
No chance.
No
50
bullshit.
subs.
No
Not
bullshit.
even 100.
I'll
Not
put it on
even
the screen.
100. Bro, he in double digits.
Check
bro.
this
I'm
out.
sending this.
Oh
to-
my god.
Check this
I'm
out.
sending this in the chat.
This is like, yeah.
God.
Drew Gooden.
Yo, he got them. Power
doesn't
forward
even-
number 0.
He has
Number
4
zero.
Oh
videos.
no, I pointed at the wrong time.
I didn't know you could choose
actually-
number 0.
Yeah, that's what caught me off guard. I thought he was trying to
I
say like
didn't
number
realize
1
that.
champion.
Number
bro, it's
one
number
is
0.
Power
top
forward
zero.
numbers.
Yo, top 0 demon.
Top
Top
0.
zero.
Yo, top 0 demon. I want to say Grief is top 0 demon. Doggy.
Top zero.
Grief is powerful.
Oh,
What are
number
we?
zero.
What are we gonna
Bruh.
do now with 2.2, man? With 240, what are we gonna do?
I think I don't. Dude. We're gonna have to wait until he does something. I feel like he's got to do something.
You should get. Can
the
you
yeah,
give me?
backlash-
240
eventually.
physics.
So the
Can you-
backlash has been so immense already. It's crazy.
Yeah, it hasn't even come out.
I feel like within a week, Absolute will have a fix for it, and it will just not matter anymore.
Dog,
Yeah,
The
but
thing
then
is,
it could be
Rob
argued as
is
cheating.
choosing. Yeah, because Rob currently like here. I've been following this like religiously because like I care too much, I guess.
Right.
But
Right.
pretty much the timeline, Rob Top like is doing 2.2. He stops like this is just some stuff you can see. Rob stops interacting with the community at all. He stops like the rate system's introduced, so he doesn't have to do rating anymore. Pretty much he's like focusing on the update. And while that stuff happens, like 360 happens, all the stuff for normalized 2 happens. And then all of a sudden he comes back, like he's done like, okay, 2.2 is almost done. And then people are like, we're all using 360 now. And Rob's probably like, I've never heard of that. I'm not doing that. That's stupid. And he doesn't realize that like we've been on this for so long. So now when it comes
Oh.
out, like I need to do Death Corridor before 2.2 because of that. And I imagine Doggy, you want to do AOD because of 2.2 even more now. Because it's just going
Yeah.
to be harder.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, that makes me think. What will the demon list allow? Like, if you beat a top demon on the 2.1 GDPS,
that sounds
Well,
like a
with
goddamn
2.1
train wreck.
physics
That actually
enabled.
just sounds like the messiest shit ever.
They
Yeah.
allowed.
like, is there a
GDPS.
checkbox to enable 2.1 physics on a level, or is it just
No.
gonna be new physics?
I don't
It's
know.
just new
I might
physics.
make some levels impossible. I wonder if
You know,
One
I've been
thing I
like,
do
Well,
know-
yeah, but
I've been nerding into this. Okay, with the Eternus, I've said it like once in a tweet, but I actually get to get into it here. So we were like all like going full in on like balancing and trying to get this done. Like we really want it out before 2.2, and then it's like 240 cap, and like Eternus is like impossible. So like we're looking at like half the parts in the level, and we're like, you can't do this on 240. It's way harder on 240, or like some jumps were physically impossible on 240. So we're just like, well, now we have to like delay the entire level. And because like the top like 10, like yesterday I actually compiled a list because some person on Twitter said something dumb, and I was just like, they were like, people have made significant progress or beaten levels on 240, which is true. But then I compiled every single top 10 level, and only Codependence, if you can count it, was beaten on 240, and Firework. The rest were all
Oh.
done above 300 or 330 or only 360 FPS. So it's like all of these levels that were verified on 360 whatever are just like now 2.2 is going to come out and they're just magically way harder. Like how's that fair?
yeah, I know.
Hmm,
I've been thinking about
Yeah.
that for a long time because he announced it a while ago.
there'll have to be a fix for it.
Do you want
I think
Yeah.
Absolute hinted that he'd have a fix for it on Twitter because
Well, yeah,
Diamond was saying
Absolute's really smart.
you wouldn't need Mega Hack anymore because there's like you can set your FPS in the menu. But they said you're still gonna have 240 like.
Yeah, you're also
advances
not
a
gonna have
second.
Yeah.
mega hack
Yeah.
for a while.
Oh.
Eventually.
Dude,
Seriously.
gonna
that's
suck.
gonna.
It-
I
How
he
long
said a
will it
week.
be?
He said a week.
yeah.
Or
A
two.
week.
I
Okay.
trust
I'm
him.
going to hibernation for a week.
There's something that I'm scared about because with 2.2, because I know way too much about GD physics. Although like I go off memory a lot because I learned all this stuff like years ago. But depending on how he goes about 2.2, because he says he lost 2.1 source code, right? So
Yeah.
like the physics we're used to are gone now. They're just gone.
Yeah, it's
And
over.
because
Yeah.
platformer exists, I'm inclined to believe that the entire system's brand new. And because he has no reference to 2.1 like in physical code, he's most likely just winging it. And I trust that he at least put in like obviously like the effort to make it decent at least. But in the
Yeah, I
like
hope the
top
hitboxes are
echelon,
the same.
yeah, like the top echelon of like playing is gonna be like completely like fucked. Like
The
as honest as
problem here
possibly.
is like, what's
Yeah.
more important to RobTop? The 0.1% of the game who actually like uses 360 TPS, 360 FPS, or all of the fucking mobile players who beat 4 stars. I don't know what's more important to him. Like,
It's
so this is
clear.
just weird. The minority would have to be loud enough for him to be like, oh, okay.
Well, here's the thing. I think
Yeah, but-
Doggie, you can agree on this because like you said this in your tweet, like the 0.1% or whatever that like we represent are like the ones that spend thousands or hundreds of hours doing like one task.
Yeah.
Like Doggie is of like 0.1%, and he completes all the top levels. He's one of the best players in the entire game. Like he verified Slaughterhouse, for example. All that stuff. To argue that he should just be stripped of all of that for no reason is dumb. And for 360 to exist doesn't mean that all the casuals are harmed at all. In fact, like it has zero impact on the casual player base if they have 240 or 360. So why not have it? I don't think that should be an argument to get rid of it because we don't need 360, or how about we have 360 and if you don't want to use it, you don't have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he wants consistency in physics, is what he says.
But it's so. I don't know if Rob like just completely forgot that he created Jump Dash or something. Because like, look at the update history where he's like, I changed the physics. Next update, I changed the physics. Next up, I changed the physics, and as a result, like that's why old levels nowadays are just so bad and broken. Like transitions don't work. Like all sorts of
What
things
was that
used to work
level
in those
that
updates don't.
Noctifly hacked and it was obvious because of the physics? What was it called again? It was that
Zaf-
green
wait,
one.
No, not Zafkiel.
No, it was like really old. It was
I have no
green.
idea.
Fuck, what was it
It
called?
was green. Did he verify the gold one?
It was like a 1.6 level. I don't remember.
Green.
But pretty much, I guess last thing about that, like with old physics and things, if Rob changes for 2.2, like unlike the older updates, I get it. You could be like, oh, like everything pre 1.9 is kind of small, like we can just forget about that and move on. But 2.1's been 6 years, man. It's been 6 years of this.
Yeah.
update.
The
You
entire
can't just
list
be
is
like,
2.1.
yeah, like
Yeah.
you can't just be like, well, I sure hope nothing breaks, and then everything does, and you're like, oh well, because
Like-
that's what Rob Top did for every update.
The
If he
funny
broke
thing
something, he'd just
is
go,
that
"Oh,
if
well."
something does break, like, here we go. Like, there's no going back
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, well,
There is
he's-
no way.
So Viper said that they had like some players that or some playtesters on the beta that are like good at the game and can play extremes. I don't know who he's talking about.
I heard that
maybe.
it was I don't want to like assume things, but I heard that one of them is Zippy and the other one is Mr. Spaghetti. I'm pretty
We're
sure.
gonna get right
That's-
now. I'm just gonna say big
Viper said
assumption box.
Spaghetti doesn't have
Viper.
it.
We're,
No.
we're putting
Zippy,
assumption
I don't know.
box for
One of
Twitter
them.
people. But here's the thing with that. Like, I remember looking when he was saying they got playtesters and stuff. I'm like, that's great. That's awesome that you guys are getting people who can like do extremes. But argument, is it like the hardest levels in the entire game? Like, are they able to do stuff like I don't know, Acheron,
There still needs to be
Slaughterhouse?
more mod players.
Oh yeah,
Like,
like Doggy,
there's
you
still
used
not
to be a
enough.
mod. You
Yeah,
used to be.
I didn't. I quit though.
Yeah, I know. That was a fun run.
Dude,
though. You helped me update Slaughterhouse so many
Getting
times. Now
mod,
they
getting
ghost
your
me.
name, and then just getting out of there.
Bro,
I mean, I was mod for like a year. did
Yeah, I
it for
know.
a year.
can I
Yeah.
ask with updating levels? Like every time I asked like mods a few times to like update lock, like unupdate lock, like Fever Dream because there's a visual error, and they just ghosted me like 4 times, and I'm like, no.
I don't. Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
They could literally just do
it's-
it in one click on a website.
It's AutoNick
Holy
that
dope.
has access to the beta as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't that
It
guy
might,
get
it might- it
unmodded
might
for
sound
cheating
mean,
at some
but
point?
like, I don't know. I would love for someone who is like legit, like Doggy right here, to just like be able to test the higher end stuff, because if the higher
Yeah.
end stuff is impossible, I get people
Yeah.
are like, oh, it's such a small part of the community. It is like the biggest part though. Like that 0.1% is the biggest percent of the entire game.
Because
Most
the
dedicated
top,
too.
like the top 1% are all the kind of YouTubers and players and top players and stuff. They're the people keeping the game relevant. And if you don't have those people, the game's going to go downhill like
Because it's a community-based
really
game.
fast.
We make like
Yeah.
for example, I create levels. I make like I hosted and etc. Like Slaughterhouse. I helped out with Akron, Eternus.
I make
I did
videos.
playtesting
Level.
for
Oh, wait.
Firework, like etc. And it's like, if we can't progress from what we've built now, because think of like, I know Tidal Wave isn't rated, but now think Tidal Wave. Now we're gonna go back to 240. Like, yeah, when is something harder than Tidal Wave gonna get verified ever again?
Never.
On it. Yeah. Exactly.
Like maybe in 5
gonna-
years.
It's
like,
gonna. It has
Yeah.
to take like a whole year of verification from like Zoink.
I
He
heard
has to spend
that.
that so long.
I heard that Tidal Wave's not rated because of the song, but I'm like, is that really why?
No.
Like,
I've
no.
heard,
not.
I've heard a lot of
It's-
different
Can't be.
reasons.
It's just
I don't know what the
easy
fuck to
excuse they can
believe.
make.
Like, what? I don't even know what's true anymore about that.
It's because it's literally impossible to say one reason, because again, it's a bunch of
Yeah.
people voting on one level, and like one
God,
mod,
that's a
for
mess.
example, like I know a mod, which this was like years ago, by the way, when it was like, not years ago, but when it was first introduced, one of the mods that I knew said like, oh, like I really like this level, but it uses like, I just don't send things that have a replacement song. Sorry. Like
Yeah.
that's what they told me, and
Some
like,
don't.
some of them think like like that.
Whoever
some of
that
them, like,
was,
not like it.
they need to get a fucking grip. Like, honestly, like they just have
At least
no idea.
that was before like the whole what's it called? Like people were getting good song replacements, because remember before it didn't
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
whatever you
Yeah,
put.
yeah,
You could
yeah.
put like a
Yeah.
great example is I think it's a Dante by N Level.
As your
It's
flare.
like a 9 or 8 star. The song lasts like 4 seconds and ends. Like that
Yeah,
is the
like,
song you
back in
put
the day,
there, and
they
it's
did not
like, I
care.
think it's featured or something, featured or rated. But now it's like you need something good, and that's why I'm gonna say shout out to
Yeah.
Blitzer for getting me the Slaughterhouse replacement song. Like she did that completely on her own. She's like, "Here, take this, make this the Slaughterhouse replacement song." And I went, "Okay."
I got
I did
lucky with I got lucky with my Nong situation, because I actually like, I'm friends with Windows 96 as the person who made the songs for like my last 2 levels. And I just DM'd him and I was like, "Hey man, do you know what Newgrounds is?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I used to." And I was like, "Hey, do you want to put some of your music on there?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, I don't see why not." And so I just
Oh,
didn't
that's
have to worry
useful.
about that.
Dude,
The thing is, they're so
Newgrounds-
fussy about not Newgrounds songs. It
They really
wouldn't
are.
be too hard to implement just a server in the game for
Absolute
non-Newgrounds
had that.
songs.
That would probably cause issues though.
Absolute
Wait, could
had-
you do that?
Yeah, people could put random ass audio in,
Yeah, yeah.
but
I think it was
maybe
absolute.
trusted people,
Somebody-
trusted creators, people with creator points could do it.
Someone had
I think that would get
a,
that would get Rob in trouble for sure though, if it's like a considered,
Yeah.
because Rob has had the
Copyright.
issue with
Yeah, it's with
Newgrounds.
copyright.
Newgrounds is literally like they recently, this is ridiculous. They
Yeah.
took down the Cognition song because of the Marilyn Manson, I believe, like intro or whoever said it.
Charlie Chaplin.
Like the
What?
the
Charlie
yeah,
Chaplin.
yeah,
No,
Charlie
Marilyn
Manson. Oh my
What the fuck?
god,
That's
them
dude.
very
confused.
different to
I get them
Charlie
confused.
Chaplin.
Listen,
Go
listen.
back to
In my head, they're
school,
very
man.
close. They're like them. It's one the other than George Washington in my head. They all
Marilyn
sort of.
Manson?
But listen, they took down the
Sure.
song.
What?
Okay.
No, hold on. No,
point
you're
is-
not getting out of this. Hold on.
Yeah,
No,
isn't that like
no,
100
What?
years old?
Yeah, it's
Marilyn
literally
He's like
Manson.
from the 1940s.
Yeah, yeah, like N Level is literally in chat. He
Ah,
said
yeah.
it's public domain because it is public. It's literally over 100 years old or something. And Newgrounds is like, you can't sample this. It's public domain, and they took it down because of that.
You know what? I watched a Tom
the
Scott
George
video
Washington
on this.
sample.
But they're
Nico,
literally
Sorry.
dead.
I
Then
watched a
why?
Tom
Who
Scott
cares?
video on this
No, he actually-
yesterday, so I could probably tell you what probably happened. This happens with classical music too. The original piece, like by whoever made it, who's long dead, that is public domain. But what's not is when somebody does like a high quality re-recording of it with like a band and instruments, and that's probably what they're getting in trouble for. I'm sure there's some remaster that has had some sort of like direction with some sort of group of people that then they have put the rights onto. So it's not that the original isn't free, it's that, you know, the
Oh yeah,
remaster
like basically
isn't.
copyright
It's
jackers.
probably something like that.
Like copyright jackers are so bad and it plagues GD so much.
I've
Like-
had a few, but
Doggie, have you
it's
had
so
to
hard to
deal with
deal with
that?
them. You can't deal with them. It's so
Yeah,
shit.
they just do whatever. Bro.
Copyright is
But
just such a complicated thing.
I just hate copyright in general. Honestly, fuck that.
Dude,
Oh,
imagine
yeah.
if YouTube didn't have the content ID system, this website would just be fucking terrible.
Oh yeah.
Like
No,
now it would
yeah.
be.
I've
Because
pretty
they
much
handle all
honestly-
that shit for
Yeah.
you.
You know, like the GD stuff with the Nong songs and you know them being sent. Can I just like I
Yeah.
want to make this point because I don't know why like this isn't something that I see said a lot or like expressed when rating
Mobs
levels.
watching.
If
Yeah.
it's like an extreme demon, and someone's gonna be spending like at least thousands of attempts on it, even like the best players with extreme demons, they'll take like less than 1,000, sure, but they're spending hundreds of like attempts. Even those that spend like I don't know 500 attempts on an entry extreme, you think they won't go out of the way to open their browser, type in a video, download the song, and put it in their like folder? Like
That's
Hmm.
yeah. That's the most crazy. I was really thinking that just now.
yeah, like and if it's like Slaughterhouse, for example, you think someone who's gonna spend like I calculated the average.
Yeah.
The average is I think 150,000 per victor on Slaughterhouse, something like that.
Damn.
And you think if the average is 150,000 attempts, they're not gonna just look up the song and download it, or just I literally have links there to where to get it, and just put it into their file. Like,
Wait,
why
hold
isn't
up.
that
I gotta
something
gotta
shared?
swap the audio real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute all the waveform monitors because we just need their visual, and I'm gonna put it on desktop audio so I can swap scenes and it doesn't mute it. So
You said a lot
just
of
just
things
keep
I don't
talking.
understand.
Huh? Okay.
It should
But yeah, like
still
Doggie,
work.
is
No, it
that
doesn't.
something that
Like-
like passed through people's heads? I
What?
don't get it.
No, no,
should
I,
work.
yeah, I mean, I don't really remember exactly what I would argue when I was a mod, but like, it's true. Like, I don't know why they don't consider like the target audience of the levels when they're actually like rating stuff.
Yeah, like I know, and the worst part is a lot of people will go through the effort to rather find a good song for it, which does take a long time because you need to
Hmm.
find songs like yeah, you could look up song with this BPM, match it, but it can take literally hours to find a good replacement song, or sometimes you just can't. And a good example is I Lexi offered to make a song for Stellar Night. They literally made a song
Hmm.
for Stellar Night and put it on Newgrounds, and
Huh.
it did get rated.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter.
Like, why do you
Yeah.
expect like people put in this much effort and then it's not for anything? Super Hate
Yeah,
World
I
is the only
think-
one that was rewarded. We literally Cyrillic and a few other people made a like 8-bit MIDI cover or whatever and put on Newgrounds and it got rated.
That length
Yeah, I think for-
rated levels is crazy.
Yeah, like dude, come on.
Yeah, for Limbo, I think MyCap had a remix that was non-copyright of the song
Yep.
commissioned.
Yeah,
I don't know how much it cost. I don't think it was that expensive. Maybe it was like
music work can be expensive though.
$10 to $40.
And the fact that he had to
That's
spend
great,
it all was
maybe.
just like. Also,
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
earlier,
no, huh?
I was gonna say about earlier. You remember on the whole topic of Rob wanting consistent physics? I got reminded because I said Super Hate Me World. This I don't know if this will. I think people should know. If mods don't know this already, that's their fault. The first jump in Super Hate Me World is impossible in 60. The literal first jump. Remember when people cared about being possible in 60 hertz?
Yeah.
You can't
Oh,
do
and
the
they just didn't
first
care at all.
the first single jump in that level is
Really?
impossible.
That jump is not
Yeah.
even that bad.
They-
I remember like when someone DM'd me when it got rated. They're like, "Yo, you should update Super Hate Me World to have like the first jump be possible in 60." I'm like, "It's not." They're like, "Yeah," and I played it, and I'm like, "Oh, it's just physically impossible." And I didn't want to nerf the level, so I've just kept it physically
I
impossible.
wonder.
And it's the first jump.
I wonder just how many levels will break when the update comes out.
So many.
Negative
see.
hitboxes
Even
are gonna
if the
fuck my
ship
levels
height
up.
Oh,
was
no.
just a
Didn't he
little
also
off,
fix? He also
or the
fixed negative
hitboxes
scaling
or
apparently
the
too.
jump height.
Yeah.
No.
Dude.
I
Oh,
remember,
so those
Oh
are all
my
gonna
God.
break.
I remember
Oh,
with
fucking-
negative scaling, I talked to someone who obviously I won't name, but I remember just sending like the screenshot of him saying that, and I just sent a question mark, and they're like, "I don't know why he said that." So I'm assuming somebody talked to him and convinced
Did
him
they?
otherwise.
This is like, again, this is them not thinking about like the top 1%.
Yeah.
Rob doesn't, not that he doesn't care, but like it's not his
He's out
top
of touch.
priority
He's
to
out of
worry
touch.
about like the top 50 levels that use negative scaling and whatever and whatever. This is going to be a train wreck. It's going to be early 2.0 all over again, but worse.
No, but
yeah,
at least
it's gonna
2.0 like
suck.
2.0 had like I think 2.0 is also a good example for how bad 2.2 is going to be, because with the 1.9 to 2.0 physics change and shit,
Sonic Wave didn't work when 2.1 came out. What?
I think it was like the slope or whatever, slope physics.
Oh, dude, yep.
I remember though, you know, Rob changed the ship physics in 2.0. He made it
Yeah.
easier to
Yeah.
straight fly, and like that happened, and it was such a small change. He never said that he changed it, but he did, and it was such a small change, and everyone who played afterwards, like, it broke a shit ton of levels, and people didn't know why. And someone who I loved saying this story, but I was talking to Riot about physics and stuff because we were talking about Acheron at the time, and I brought up the 2.0 physics change, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Oh, you didn't know that they made straight flying
Oh my.
easier because of Bloodbath, like pretty much because of Bloodbath as a result."
I think I've talked to
Well,
him about that.
It makes sense because the ship physics were really hard to go up and down. RobTop knew that 140 per hertz was causing that sort of calculation. So I think instead of him being like, "I'm gonna fix it and redo the entire physics system, let me just make it easier for everybody." That's what I'm assuming. Keep in mind, assuming.
Well, Bloodbath was like only like a week before 2.0. You think
I think it was being verified for a long time is the thing.
Yeah,
And Rob
yeah, that's
knew
true.
because Riot did tell me that he had a conversation with Rob because Riot had the cutting trail and people didn't know why that happened and he didn't. So he asked like Rob like, "Why is my trail cutting?" And he's like, "I don't know. Mine does that as well. I think it's a high refresh rate thing." And that was like way before.
He never
So-
fixed it.
No, he never did. But
Of course
all,
not.
all
I
this
hope
to
he
say,
doesn't. I like it.
like that happened, and I believe this might have changed last year or something, but somebody at the time I was talking to Riot, nobody had beaten Bloodbath on the 1.9 like physics, and he was the only person to ever have, and he was like actually low-key cheesed about that, which like respectively so. But now imagine 2.2 comes out, and then people who beat top demons on 2.2 are cheesed that a bunch of other people before them verified it or beat them on 360.
Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
opposite.
Yeah, it's legit the
Mhm.
inverse, both
Yeah.
just bad. Like
That
crazy.
seems like an inevitable shit show.
I am so ready. I will unfortunately like make a video when 2.2 comes out showing everything that's broken, because right now with how things work, if you don't like, you can't talk to anybody. There's no one to talk to. There's no one that you can like genuinely have a back and forth with about fixing these issues. And
That's
you're
that's
just
funny
like, just
to
wait,
me.
just wait.
That's funny to me because like, imagine if this is 2017.
Yeah.
Or even 2016. Like even with like things like the GDS mod chat, Rob being more accessible than ever, but he's not. Like if you just I don't know. Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. But the way you
like-
word it makes it seem like even with connections you just still can't fucking like
Yeah, no,
you have
like-
to talk through somebody who probably doesn't really care and whatever and
Here's the thing. Like, this is my experience. I'm curious what, Doggy, if you have any after, but for me, it's like, I tried talking to a bunch of people about this, trying to be like, yo, there's gonna be a lot of issues. Like, can we, like, just, like, get an answer on, like, what's gonna happen? Because, like, this is gonna blow up if, like, if this doesn't work and we just want to know, like, if we're gonna be okay. Or, like, I was asking on, like, for Eternus, I'm like, yo, like, do we have to delay the entire level, or can y'all just, like, tell us what's going on? And even with, like, my connection and stuff, nope, no answer. Couldn't get anything. And the response is just basically from Rob, like, wait for the update to come out, and then you can cry like a baby, and that'll make you
Be a
look bad.
surprise.
Yeah, like, because you're forced to
Yeah.
go in public and make yourself look stupid by being upset. But that's the only option.
But
you have.
yeah,
I can name
then it will
somebody,
come
but-
out that people were just saying the entire time that the physics were going to suck, and he ignored it. And then they sucked, and then he's like, "Why are you crying about it?" It's because they suck."
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, Doggy, were you able to get anything like out of anyone, if you can say?
well, no, I didn't really try to talk to anyone privately. I just tweeted about it.
Your tweet did.
I
I'm
just-
so glad your tweet like did as well as it did, because thank God, dude. Like, people need to be vocal about this.
What tweet
Yeah.
is this?
It's a tweet that Doggy made about.
I can
like,
pull it up.
We're the 1%. Like y'all can't do this pretty much. Like Rob needs to realize that this is like the worst thing you could probably ever do.
Is it this one?
I love that Twitter doesn't embed anymore.
I
It's
love
not
that.
embedding.
No.
Bad Discord.
No.
No, it's not that one.
It's like here. I'll send it.
Oh.
I'll beat you to it. Ah,
Is it
dude, I
this?
had it in my Discord. I'm so mad.
It's that, right?
It's that whole thread. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'll put it up. Just so people know what we're even talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
let's get this on screen.
I don't think this should even be a debate. The fact.
Oh, by the way, guys, every scene fucks with the audio because we are bad hosts. So you guys can't hear anybody right now because I swapped the scene. But this is what we're talking about. Hey guys, welcome back, everybody.
Oh my god. I
Hello.
thought I died.
We're alive, don't worry.
You want to know why it's like that?
Okay.
Because Finn, because FNMO4 was like,
What?
because
All your
FNMO4 was like, can we get a waveform monitor? And I was like,
be
Well,
fair,
I
waveform
love
monitors
looking
are
at it.
what people are asking for.
It looks so cool.
yeah,
I'm not
TLDR,
gonna
I
lie,
hate you and you
Yeah.
need to
looking
go
at
away.
waveform.
I'm kidding.
Well, we're thinking about the rest of the show, not the single 2% way show Doggy tweet. So
Yeah.
it's better long
Wow,
term.
just like Robtop.
And
Dude, yeah, we're thinking like a
Well,
developer.
what if we have to
Oh,
show,
we're
we have to
thinking
show
about
Drew
design.
Gooden on stream? I think that's
I'm
kind of important.
embodying RobTop. What
that-
can I say?
Could you
This-
imagine
this-
getting Rob Top on and just backing him into a corner?
No, he would leave frame one in a call
That
with
would be
me.
embarrassing.
I'd be like, Rob, why are you doing this? Because this, you're dumb, and he's gonna
Hang on.
leave. That's gonna be it. That
Can I
would
just
be
do
the
this?
conversation.
It's gonna fuck me up again. I might be able to just do this and it'll work.
Also, I want to stress for.
And
Oh my god, you're
image.
gray.
It might work.
Why
Why
are
you
you black and
monochrome?
white?
Literally
Why am I
1940s. Literally 1940s.
Wait, what the hell?
Passed away.
Oh
We're talking
no,
to your ghost.
bro. Rip FNM.
Here, I got it. I
04.
got it. I'll go along with it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Everyone just make
Alright, there we go.
monochrome. All right.
No,
well
wait.
done,
If
man.
Damn, that
Okay,
really
wait.
dulled the entire scene, didn't it?
Start virtual camera. Oh yeah, I can just do this.
Are you gonna be like crazy colors now? Doggy, this is why you should have had your camera on so we can make you RGB.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Okay, that works.
I was
So
asked.
there is the tweet.
That. Do you have
In place
any
of
idea
me.
how scuffed that is?
You were the tweet.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing how scuffed it is right now. Yeah, hang on.
He's the
I have
tweet.
no idea.
Okay, look
I
at
want to say lastly, I guess.
that. If I make it like there, then it'll fit.
No
probably
one is
sound
ever
super
gonna be
hard.
able
Dude, no, I'll actually.
Why don't we just link the tweet in
not
the
No, he's
chat?
cooking.
anything
he's cooking.
now.
He's cooking. He's cooking.
Thing.
Let him cook.
Okay.
This is
Okay,
I
this
know,
bit's
I know it
stupid.
probably sound
I'm
harsh, but
switching
like, there's
back.
no other way to go about it, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are.
Or,
I'll find a way. I found a way to do this. I'll find a way for everything else. Oh,
It's
I'm
the-
not monochrome anymore. Cool. Yes, I'm
Welcome-
alive. I'm
welcome
back. Okay. Anyway, next talking about. We're gonna move on. We are going to go to Doggy Beginnings, the beginnings of Doggy.
oh yeah, true.
See, you did it. Yay.
All right,
Stop.
let me make
Alright.
a
the tweet
prediction.
off the screen.
I want to make a prediction for Rippy Doggy here. So, was this? Did you start at like a lunch table at school, like I did, or like did someone tell you about it?
Well,
and you were
let's hear
About geometry
from
dash.
Doggy.
like, yeah. Well, I just wanted to predict.
Yeah. How'd you
first.
get into it?
All right. So November 30th, I think was the day, 2014. I was at my cousin's house and they had like, the iPad.
Your girlfriend is
And-
doxing you on stream.
Bro. Oh yeah. I mean, it
Logan.
was Logan. He's
We're
the
at
guy.
Logan's house. Okay, what goes on?
We're
at
at Logan's house.
Can I come
Um,
in?
He was grinding GD on the iPad, playing Back on Track, I think. Maybe Stereo Madness, I don't remember. And I was like, yo, this looks low-key fun. And I played it, and it was pretty fun. So I convinced my mom to buy it on the iPad. Because that was the iPad back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it took me like a week to beat Stereo Madness. I was really bad.
Yeah.
Humble
No, it was the
beginnings.
same for
Humble
me. It's only
beginnings,
2
bro.
weeks.
Yeah, that's... So if any of you are ass, just know there's hope.
Yeah.
Now I feel scammed. I beat that in like 10 minutes. God. I started.
Yeah,
like,
I agree. Like I'm also a top player. I've only got 4 extremes.
Oath. Oh wait,
I mean,
Doggy.
that's
So
good.
I know you've probably said this somewhere, but how
They're
did
all
you get your
free.
name?
Oh, my name.
Yeah.
Well, it comes from my like old channel, Rippy Doggy, or Rip Dog. It used to be Rip Dog because I have this thing. It's basically a stuffed animal and it's ripped and it's a dog. So
All
Rip
right.
Dog.
Can we get a pic?
And then
Got a picture of it?
Doggy law.
I don't have one right now, but
Oh, well, that's okay.
unfortunately, it's not really stuffed
You'll
animal.
have to come
but that's
back
just
on
the
at
easiest
some
way to
point and
describe
be
it.
like, oh, by the
Animal
way,
pipeline.
Yeah.
that's actually a very good story. At least it's not like mine, where
Yours is interesting, Doggy. Mine's like I came up with it. That's it.
yours
Oh,
has like
yeah, at least
You
there's
sentimental
know
some
how I
value.
got
backstory.
mine.
I could
Oh
make
yeah. What even
something up.
is yours?
What do you mean? It's I had to make a Minecraft name when I was about 8. So I'm like, cool, I have my initials and my birth year. And then there we go. I can't explain my name without doxing myself. so.
My old usernames I can't explain
Mm.
without people fucking digging and finding my old channels from when I was 10, and I'm just gonna let
Carby.
that not be found.
Yeah.
You know,
My OG
Doggy
name
Dasher,
clears though. I got your name, Doggy. Like your origin of your OG name is sort of similar to my OG name because Iced Cave was an alt name. Yeah, it kind of went far. My first name was Super Kirby Kid. I liked
all right,
Kirby.
I'm looking that up.
I was like 8.
Let's see if we find
What
anything.
do you,
And-
Blue? You didn't watch
Wait,
my
Kirby
Slaughterhouse
Kid, you
documentary
said.
where I said
Yeah,
all of this.
Super Kirby
found
Kid
him.
because Kirby
Super-
Kid was
oh, Super.
taken.
Oh, what? So you had to
Okay.
make it. Oh, yeah, because it auto suggests super, doesn't it?
No. It was
That's
literally
like
I was
words
there.
it
I
adds.
remember I was there with my mom because I was making a Minecraft account,
Oh my
which was on
God.
her email.
Wait,
And we were making a name, and she's like, "What do you want your username to be?" Because beforehand, like they had made the usernames on all the accounts I used. So I was like, "Oh, well, I don't know." And she's like, "Well, you like Kirby." I'm like, "That's true."
Nico, is that
She's like,
you?
"You're a kid." I'm
What?
like, yeah.
That is.
Let's not bring up that. I'm gonna bring up that video in a second.
Dude, I found a Minecraft
Kirby
video with
was
Nico in
taken.
it from 2014.
What?
Super
How do you
Kirby
even remember
Kid.
that?
Yeah, I was gonna say if you don't want to bring that up, this is so funny.
What?
The only existence and proof is I was legit cheating on a Minecraft server.
All right, you're getting full exposed.
Oh.
Hold on.
Yo,
I-
easy vid.
You're gonna get full
I-
exposed.
The go
For
is screen
so
recording.
I need to. If this guy still exists, I want to talk to him. I remember I was at my. This is the funniest story behind this video too. So it was my Minecraft name, and I don't have it anymore. I don't know if somebody has a Super Kirby Kid name, GG. But I have that account on GD. But on Minecraft, I had played for a long time with friends, and
This is
because
him.
of one of my IRLs, who I played Minecraft a lot with.
No way.
His brother was like low key. He was like a mod dev. Like he would make cheats for Minecraft, and he's like, "Y'all want to use cheats?" And we're like, "Sure," because we're like 10 years old. So we would just like be together, like IRL in the same room, all cheating on the same Minecraft server before there was any
my
good
God.
Damn,
anti.
LAN party
That
and you're
video,
cheating.
that video
Holy
of me
fuck.
legit cheating on a server. I was there with like I was literally in my friend's living room playing on a laptop. That's
Oh
like
my God.
this is my.
Were you just
gotta
like,
expose
how
the video,
old were
bro.
you?
Yeah, no,
Jesus, you're like,
Hackbuster #1. I don't think there's
You're like
ever
10.
a number 2.
No, number 2. He has
you're
50
like
subs.
sludging.
Bro, I need to. I'm gonna comment on the video now. Actually,
Yeah,
Yo, this
actually,
is
for real.
me.
I'm gonna
That's
say I'm sorry.
crazy.
I'm actually commenting. I'm sorry for hacking on Minecraft.
I'm looking to see if he has
I
a
hope-
part 2.
There's
You
no
forgive me.
comments? Oh my god,
There's two
people just
comments.
found it. People are commenting on it.
Yeah.
that's over.
Oh my
Found it.
god, this guy's about to get his inbox like
Yeah.
actually nuked because
I
of
wonder if
this
he
video.
actually, like, will see these.
I really imagine that like he somehow watches this video. It's like it's some random guy that like he exposed for hacking, and then boom, it's like some random channel with like 120K who's verified.
Oh, by the way, how do you
Hmm.
guys feel about somebody else verifying eyes in the water on accident? That, like, huh?
Ooh,
Okay,
has that-
and
has
then
that
on
been
purpose
made
the
public?
second
Has that
time.
been made public?
Yeah, of course
Yeesh.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't
I've
know. I
seen
don't- I
people
don't
do
think
this before with people's levels where they've accidentally verified someone else's level because they've had a copy, they're playtesting, they're playing it for fun, pre-practice, whatever. The right thing to do is not tell them. Because first of all, it's demotivating. Second of all, it's just rude. And third of all, it's like, if you post it and say, I verified it, and then blah, 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 you're just attention seeking. There's no other way to put it. You're crowd chasing, right? So
You know what's
I
the
don't
best
know.
solution?
Like if it happened to me, even though I'm not that good, but if it happened to me with like some random like person's level, don't tell them. When level comes out, wait like a week and then post it as first picture and pretend nothing happened.
You know
And when
what's
the
the
voice
best
goes,
solution?
"Why was this recorded a month ago?" Just be like,
Listen,
"I
listen,
kind
listen.
of beat it."
With Death Corridor, I gave a bunch of top players copies and stuff for opinions. But someone who I've given a copy to, like, for him to play, because he's been Trillim. He's been playing. He's played every version of Death Corridor. I trust him and everything. So he, on my old easier version, legit got like 50. No, he got like to the 70 wave or something. And he said like if I ever like if I am ever gonna beat him, I'm just gonna die on purpose. Like that's what he told me.
Right.
Cause no, but I legit like he's a good guy and like he'd do that.
I know.
Like I trusted him. But also speaking of verifications with the whole theft thing,
That's like
SpaceUK, yippee.
Yeah, talk to us about that.
SpaceUK.
About
What
the
was it
whole
like
so much
the
to
day?
talk about.
You got verified nuke.
we'll
from
just
I
let
can't
you
believe
talk for like
that's
10
real.
minutes about that.
Yeah, on that fateful morning, what were you thinking?
Faithful, I don't, bro. Okay. Um, when I was told that I verified, I woke up from a nap, obviously.
Yeah, as you
And-
do. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I figured out that apparently I verified Slaughterhouse, and this was after like he admitted to hacking like Acheron and stuff.
Hmm.
And then after that, like it all came out that literally everything was hacked. Bro, I don't even. I think I got up from my bed and like started like running around. Well, not running, but like pacing
Running
my room.
around.
Not running around the whole house. No, I didn't do that. But started running a marathon. I was just pacing like, what the fuck? This can't be real, bro.
Yeah.
Did
I
he ever
was
pay you
like-
back for?
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
Oh, he did.
Well, that's,
Wow.
I didn't even know that.
Dude, he's the good guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he sold his PC and he paid everyone back. He did feel really guilty afterwards because I don't know. It was
I don't know
like
if he's guilty or if he's doing it just so
I think he's
people
casual.
can get off his ass.
if he wasn't guilty, he would have never mentioned
Because this
selling
is-
the PC
this
and
is-
given the ad
this
revenue
is a
back. He would
very-
just disappeared.
This is a very disingenuine person we're talking about.
I think if space, personally, obviously it's impossible to tell, and when you do something like that for so long, everything you say and do will sort of be like analyzed, and people will always make their own
Mhm.
decisions about literally anything you do. I think that even if he is lying afterwards about everything and how he feels, I don't really think it matters if, like, for example, he paid you back. That's something that it doesn't matter if it's like he's doing it just because this, or this. Like, at least he did that. And it doesn't matter if his intentions were good or not. Like, you got money from what you should have had. And, like, that's the absolute bare minimum. And it's something that he could have just disappeared and just, like, never had to deal with ever again. Like, he full on had no reason to stay
Yes,
anywhere on the
that's
internet.
true.
Like, all of his
But,
friends and
yeah.
everything were, like, lied to.
I mean,
So-
Yeah, I think
Yeah, that was part of it. I think because he didn't really have many friends just ever, like no real connection because he was just lying to everyone. So he never bothered, opening up to people because he'd be lying all the time. But after he felt, I guess, like he could not lie to people and like make friends after that. And then I think that's when he realized what he did was pretty bad. But like I'll never trust him again. Definitely not.
Also, I want to
Like
say,
it's not possible.
he went like multiple years without even confessing. He did not feel guilty
Yeah.
enough to confess it, which is crazy.
he was only guilty
He was-
because he was caught. I mean, this is like
yeah.
Yeah.
this
He
is
was,
like someone
Yeah,
who
he
lies
would've
for
never
attention
confessed
101 right there.
Yeah, it was definitely for that.
Whatever
He
got him
expressed-
off, man. Like hacking, I guess he probably just wanted to feel important. Probably just wanted to feel valued. I mean, who knows, man?
Yeah.
Wait,
I mean,
when
even
I
when he
don't-
was exposed, bro, he barely even confessed. Like he
When I-
he
when
barely
I-
confessed to everything.
When I talked to him about it, because I was very curious about like what his thoughts were, and obviously because he hacked my level, we talked for a bit, and I asked him because I've known like people in the past, like a lot of my friends, from 1.9 and stuff, did the same thing. Like back when hacking was like not as big of a deal and like sort of whatever. Like people would just hack, and I would have talks with them about that. So
Yeah.
with space, I asked him, and he's like, "Yeah, I just got like addicted to like cheating, pretty much." He was like,
Yeah.
he got addicted to cheating, and that's why he tried to like quit beforehand when he deleted his entire like all of his videos, his pointer crate profile, but he just like couldn't he couldn't just stop himself from like doing that. which is
Well,
still
yeah,
a
he
choice.
wasn't
It's still a
addicted
choice.
to cheating. He was addicted to the attention from it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be that. Like just
And
getting away with it. I mean, that definitely.
What else would
there
it
is a
be?
feeling
Didn't
to that.
even believe it. Like, I didn't believe it when it happened because I met up with him in real life, built him his PC. They got with his ad revenue, like booted up, fresh everything, and he played Qki and he learned the last 30% in like literally 30 minutes, and he could do it. And I'm like, okay, there's no way this guy is like, there's no way
That's
he's
another
good
thing.
if he can
The
do this
best,
so fast.
though, yeah.
the best
Sid, imagine
cheaters.
if you could go there and just be like, all right, imagine you showed up, you go back in time, you show up and you go there with like a pen and paper, you're like, all right, start playing this level.
Listen,
Let's go,
listen.
repeat Tartarus.
The best cheaters. There's a reason the best hackers in the game are also really good at the same time. That's how
Yeah,
they
you
can
have to
mask what they're doing. Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's just how it is. Like
I want to ask Doggy, do you think that
One sec.
Space like legitimately rebeat
Oh,
Tartarus, the
yeah.
Golden?
I don't think. Come on, like even like the worst of the worst wouldn't even hack again after like what even is the point in doing that?
Yeah.
So I think he definitely beat Tartarus in the Golden. He's good
Yeah, I
enough.
think
A lot of people kept on being
Yeah.
like, oh, like he hacked before, he probably doing it again. I'm like, my view was like, this guy, like if he hacks it, literally what he gains is literally nothing. Like the only
Yeah.
reason to rebeat that is for personal satisfaction.
Yeah, he didn't rebeat anything else. So like he wouldn't like he
didn't he
didn't.
only
It's the only-
rebeat
I
the
think it was the
Golden and
only-
Tartarus? That was it.
He tried
Yeah.
to he wanted to do Slaughterhouse, funny enough. When I was talking to him when he rebeat the Tartarus and whatever, I was like, yo, like if you
Yeah.
could do Tart, like why don't you try Slaughterhouse? And he did, and he sent me videos of him like he sent me a video of him for the first time ever actually doing River's part. He had never done
He
River.
never did that.
Nope. He only did River
Oh,
after he
and
got
Crimson
exposed.
Planet. Okay.
Yeah, and Crimson Planet. But like I remember when he told me that, like I've never
Yeah.
done River's part. I'm like, there's no way you've never even done River.
Not one
He's like,
time.
nah, I haven't.
Dude,
yeah,
so-
I think that's what he's playing right. He's playing Slaughterhouse right now, is what I've seen.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
you know
I
what's
think he's
crazy?
gonna try and beat it.
What's up?
When he was like bad at, he was like, "Do you want the money from Acheron?" I told him that if you legitimately beat Slaughterhouse before 2024, you can keep it.
Ooh.
And he said he didn't want to do that. So
Yeah.
To be fair, with that level, I don't blame him. Which, by the way, about that level, because this is something that's crazy, is a lot of people point at Slaughterhouse being as hard as it is because it's hacked. Like it would have never been beaten if it wasn't hacked. But people forget you did it like a month later. Like and you
yeah,
did.
but that's because he verified. Like it's the illusion.
Yeah,
that it's
well, if you
possible.
believe it, it's a lot easier.
It's
Same thing
it's
with
really
Sonic
crazy
Ware.
how
If you
it
know
works.
it's possible.
Same exact
Especially
shit.
since, yeah, like the verification like pressure is insane. And by the way, like
Zodiac.
Tartarus is currently, I'm gonna triple check. It is now 27, and Slaughterhouse is still
Yeah.
number 4. Like
Yeah,
you
Slaughterhouse
did,
is a lot
you
harder.
did that. You did that like
in
a month
2021
after.
is crazy.
Yeah, like Firework, which was verified, like before, is still 9, which is still
Yeah.
5 places.
Imagine
And
if
the 5
Space
places in between
like
are huge.
imagine if Space actually verified Banshee, like before.
Oh my
Yeah,
lord.
imagine.
Like whatever.
I
that
actually
Oh my
was.
asked
God.
him, like, I asked him because I was curious. I'm like, did you, like, why didn't you hack Banshee? Like, did you just not, like, think that, like, that would be, like, was that your cutoff point, even for you, for, like, someone who, like, did what you did, like, without really doing anything? Because it is true that, verification-wise, all he ever did was, like, Slaughterhouse, if I remember correctly. It was literally the only level he
Mhm.
did.
Yeah.
And I believe at the time that he was doing it, I think because so many other people were doing it with him, even if not at the same pace, I think in his head he justified it as like, oh, like this will be beaten. But maybe with Banshee, he just did it. He's like, nah, like not even I can like do that. But
I think
it's something we'll
cheaters
never
like
know.
just lie to themselves just so they'd feel less remorse for what they do. Like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like
It's
gaslight
like a
themselves
mind
that way.
game. Yeah.
But I'm surprised he didn't like do Abyss of Darkness or something. I'm
Yeah, no, I
surprised.
think
Yeah,
it's
I don't
because
know.
he I think a part of him was thinking like that because he was well aware that he was not very like good at cheating. Like his method only worked because it was stupid.
So
Because-
primitive.
It was so because
Yeah.
this is like now like Demonless has raw footage and they like count on that, right? And his raw footage being fine like is the only reason that he ever got through because what he was doing was so stupid. Like that's literally
Yeah.
it. And I think with AOD and stuff, I think what he wanted to do was have less attention on himself than if he had verified. Like if he verified Acheron or something, I think people would have looked into it way more. But him being like quote unquote first victor, people didn't look into it as much. They just sort of watched it and they're like,
Sure.
oh, he did it. Cool, it's space, and got over it.
Yeah, I think back to what you were saying earlier about like only thinking it's possible because it's verified. I made a video about that. It's called "The Mental Aspect of Geometry Dash," and basically what I say is, I think it does play a big part in knowing something is possible. Like
Oh yeah,
thinking something that like you're doing something nobody else has done before, it makes it a lot more difficult because there's always something in the back of your mind saying, "Oh, like is this actually possible? Is this like doable?" But if someone's beat it, you're like, "Oh well, of course it's doable. Like if this guy can do it. I've been lower attempt count than this dude
Yeah.
before, so
Like you have
Yeah,
something to
fine.
go off of.
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
And that's why I think like with you, Doggy, because you were previously verifying Slaughterhouse, and even though your version was easier, it doesn't matter. The like when you were doing it, you were like playing it, like, and because it was verified, you started grinding it like a lot more, and I think it became way more accessible to you because you didn't have the stress of like, I got to be the first person to do this. Plus, you didn't have to think about, oh, I can change this if this is giving me too much
Exactly.
trouble.
Yeah.
That with
yeah,
I've struggled with that like with on Death Quarter now, like I've legit been making things harder just because like I realize there's so much space that I'm not using like in the level, and I'm like, because I'm verifying it, I'm like I can change this, I can change this, I can do whatever I want. If I die here too much, I can change it. But if it's already out, you just got to deal with it. You just got to do it.
yeah.
Yeah, and there's so many things that I like when I was actually playing Slaughterhouse after it was, verified by Space, whatever. That I just got like so consistent that I just changed like because I thought it was really bad when I was verifying it, and
Did-
I think when I make so many changes, it just makes me worse at the level. Honestly, like, it just kills muscle memory.
Yeah, because
That's
you're
also why
constantly
verification's so hard.
relearning.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus,
Diamond beat
God, dude.
Avernus.
I don't
Question
know.
mark?
No.
Oh yeah,
I
that
think he
saying
would-
level.
he
Unless
would
it- unless ju-
probably
just now,
nuclear
maybe.
bombed my DMs.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Dude.
If he did, oh yeah,
People saying in
that's the
chat, it might be
topic.
trolling.
Yeah, a Doggy. Thoughts on Avernus #1 demon?
Oh yeah, that happened. I don't know.
Weren't-
Like, I'm confused on how
verifying
that
at one
even
point?
happened. Well, I'm supposed to. I never even touched it, but
I remember Zoink telling me that. Like, I don't know why it got moved
Yeah.
up to #1. I remember hearing like, because Diamond's the only person with actual progress, and Zoink's opinion. I think they counted Zoink's opinion. Keep in mind, big. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think they counted Zoink's opinion, which isn't something that they normally do because the verification again doesn't matter. Because people will
Yeah.
overestimate and underestimate verification so incredibly like
Yeah.
hard. It's been like that's been a part of the game forever.
yeah,
So-
it was Zoink's opinion. Like Diamond's opinion was not considered. I'm pretty sure.
I legit don't
I
know
just
why.
I
they would
remember
even-
when Diamond was getting progress on it, like months would go by like with no progress from any players, and I just thought to myself, like, it got to a point where I was just like, there's no way this isn't top 1. Like,
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
it's
top 1
bad,
because
though.
It's
I think
really
it's top 1 because
hard.
no one wants to play it.
and again, like,
Yeah.
I'm not a top player by any means. I beat Bloodbath in 2017. That was my peak. So this is just an observation, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if people were actually trying to play it and like gave up or like couldn't or just took a while, like maybe, but literally no one's playing it except Diamond.
Yeah, people like what I've heard, Doggy, you can confirm because I've actually never asked you. From a lot of people I talked to who tried out Avernus, like that were capable of beating like top 10s and stuff and had, they like opened it, they like did a practice and they're like, I'm never touching this, and they just never went back to it, never tried it.
Yeah. I
And
did
that's like-
that.
Yeah, like with the that's like the quote unquote difficulty, and I feel like what the list did is they moved it to #1 so they'd get people to play it. But what I don't think they realize is like maybe that was their thought process moving it up, but it did the opposite. Like people still don't want to play it. Like
Yeah.
nobody's like, oh, it's
Yeah.
1 now. I want to. No, people look in and they're like, why is this 1?
Yeah, funny
And
how that
especially now that
works.
Tidal Wave is out anyways. Tidal Wave's out anyway, so even if you beat Avernus, you're like, I beat the #1 demon. But like it's
And
not the
then
hardest
you get a
level in the
bunch of
game.
people saying,
Like,
"Well, no, really, it's not the hardest level because
yeah, like, Tidal Wave's
Wave."
the hardest level
Yeah.
currently. With that
Also,
said,
the
though, I
first
still- I
quick
still
of
hope-
Avernus, that is
Oh.
gonna increase everyone's attempt count by like 4 times because I was watching Numbman play from 0. Like, only one in every 2 or 3 times you would get past the first click, like, of the ship, because it was one of the fixed hitbox.
Oh, also I
That
need to
one
Timings.
say,
sucks. I mean,
Yeah,
So all
it's
the
not even
attempt counts
fixed,
for
it's like-
Avernus from 0 are gonna be crazy.
it's not fixed. That thing's
It's
levitating,
more.
bro.
It's literally just invisible spike basically at that point.
Also, one thing that I don't know if this was considered, but like with when people came to like saying that, oh, Avernus hasn't been beaten so long, it's because Kairos said we're gonna update the level, we're gonna give it a deco update, we're gonna change the gameplay, we're gonna fix the gameplay, it might be easier. So then no one played it for like 3-4 months, and then like people were like, wait, this update's never coming out, and it never did.
you know what they should have done?
Diamond is really against it.
You know what they should have done?
What?
They should
What?
have actually they should have actually taken their time on that level instead of putting out garbage.
Oh,
Hmm.
truth.
That
It's too late now.
reminds me of Gravity. When that came out, I was trying to learn it, and there was this specific wave at the start of the drop.
Oh, I changed that
Amza
level
kept
so much.
changing it every
Yeah.
2 seconds. Like the click pattern as well, I was learning because it's the hardest part of the level. And the click pattern kept changing, so I had to relearn it every like 2 hours. And then it didn't change, but I'll stop playing it.
And then I
I think you
verified it.
verified
Yeah, I
the update,
fixed
yeah,
it.
and then I beat it.
When I thought Gravity was so cool, and then I'm like, why is all of this built like this? But anyways, I want to ask Doggie, question and thoughts on Tidal Wave no star rate.
No star rate. I think it should get rated. I mean, that's
Thank
a
you.
short opinion. I like it actually.
Not
I
a-
actually liked it,
yeah.
the level.
Yeah.
I think this is just like, yeah, it should be rated. Like, it's a top 1, it should be rated, even if to just go on the demon list.
It's almost
Well,
like the
because it's hard.
demographic for
I
the
really want to
level
see what
is
mod
top
chat look like
1.8.
on that one though.
They
What
don't
would-
give a
what would be?
fuck. Like they just don't
A
care.
minefield.
The mods don't
It's
give a
just
shit
like-
about that. Like it's unfortunate,
like-
but it's true.
Not, I wouldn't
It's
say all of them,
4-star
obviously,
daily
but-
level grinders, like CP leaderboard people voting on whether the top 1 should be rated or not. It doesn't matter.
It's not even that entirely. It's the fact that like there are people that are like that, and there are people who are not like that. It's just when it's a majority, then like one side's gonna win, and it's been proven time and time again that side is the one you're describing. Though that is only a side. That is not the entirety of
Another thing
it,
as
which
well.
sucks because a lot of people are passionate and care.
Also, another thing, I don't want to just spew out nonsense. Like, I'm more than willing to listen to like a mod come on the show and talk about it, or just in private. Like, I'm willing to see the other side of the coin. But what I do see is
Yeah.
just people who just really don't give a shit. Really, like they
Hey,
just
Doc?
they just
Yeah,
have
I
no
was-
understanding. Like they have no understanding of like the way we feel about it. We as in like top players, not trying to put myself into that, but you know what I mean. They just don't fucking get it. Like,
It's the 0.1% again.
I was thinking of asking Pause to come on eventually.
yeah.
So that's
I
like a
mean,
big mod person.
I
isn't it?
won't confirm nor deny people we have asked, but I mean it's in
Yeah.
there.
It would be crazy because I had this talk with somebody yesterday about we were just talking about everything going on with physics and whatever, and transparency. I think the biggest issue right now with all the stuff, like instead of looking at like individuals and assuming about like where everyone's mind's at, because everyone is individually a person, and even if a group vote goes one way, it doesn't represent everyone's feelings. It's the fact that the transparency is like half there, and it's so shit. Like I rather there be full transparency or no transparency, because currently like at the moment, it's like the rate system, for example. You can't know if your level's sent or voted on or if it failed. But you know what
Yeah.
you can do? You can like legit figure it out yourself when your level doesn't get rated in 2 to 3 weeks if it's popular. Like when Stellar Knight passed like a month or two, I'm like, yeah, it failed. And that like half transparency, even though I'm not even supposed to know this information, we can come to those conclusions so easy. Like Tidal Wave, you think we don't know that it failed to vote, or that it was 100% voted on.
This is another
Or just
reason we
have
need like an
transparency or don't.
official voice of somebody who actually has insight to fucking say something, but they don't because they see it as some sort of like security risk, because then if they say this, then like what's stopping them
Then
from
this,
saying
But also,
this?
there's only like one of those at most at any given moment in as
It's
a
just
mod.
so like the way it's set up is just not beneficial for the people on the outside.
Yeah, it's no matter what they do. And like I think right now, if they have full transparency, like the obvious like logical thing is people are going to try and take advantage of it with full transparency. People will always try and find their ways to get around things. But even currently, there's ways to get around it. I did that with
Yeah.
Fever Dream when me and Bgram literally just lied about how hard it was to hopefully increase the chances of it getting rated. And I can't confirm or deny if it like contributed because I don't know, but it did get rated. And
Yeah,
I
'cause they don't tell
personally,
you.
with my track
Anyway.
record of hard levels, I don't think it would have got rated.
We should move on because we talked about this quite extensively last
Yeah.
episode, and we don't want people to, get the same thing
Yeah.
every time. What else is there? We haven't done working with Nepesta. This is where I started
Oh,
to hear
yeah,
about
yeah.
you, Doggy, because
You should tell us
I
about how that
first
started.
heard of you when you were, I think, what you're calling. I used to watch all of Nepesta's videos, and you were in them sometimes, I think, and you edited all of them.
Yeah.
And yeah, what was that like?
It was like the beginnings, yeah. Well, not really the
Yeah.
beginnings, but like the beginnings of like, my I don't know, career, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
I actually like, yeah, I really enjoyed it. A lot has changed. I was a lot different. I was like 13 when I started,
Yeah.
so there was a lot of issues. But
How did he
that was-
find you? Were you just like word of mouth, or did
Yeah.
so he posted a community post, like looking for an editor, and then I DM'd him on Discord with some other people, obviously, and mine was the best one, so I
Oh.
just became his editor.
pretty simple?
basically it.
You were 13, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy how like I'm gonna say, I watched Nepesta's videos and stuff, and I watched those videos that like you edited. Like you're like a really talented and good editor. Like you know how to make things
Yeah.
super entertaining. And you being like 13 when you started that is just like insane. Like that's really like you are talented with editing like on its own.
Thank you, dog.
Not to
That-
mention GD, dude. Like, I knew about you because of Nepesta. I'm like, oh, this Doggy guy's his editor. And then, like, you start beating, like, super hard things. I'm like, oh my god, he's really good at the
Yeah.
game. And then now, like, you verified Slaughterhouse. Like, that is... You have
That's
one of the
another
craziest
thing.
sort of stories for any GD player ever, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was like, I think I started to see you beating shit, and I was like, hang on, this guy's like actually good at the game.
I remember
Yeah,
being
it
like,
wasn't
is
just an
better?
editor.
Like,
This
By the
guy's better-
way,
what? His editor's better than him. I was like, what?
I was like, what the hell?
Doggy doesn't know
Like,
this.
Like, that's a good story.
You don't know this, but
Yeah.
I discovered you years ago when you were streaming, when you were grinding Kenos, whatever,
Gotcha.
and you had under 1,000 subs. Fun
Yeah.
fact.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say like even earlier. I was about to get a
No,
little
no, that
worried.
would be a little crazy. I don't know how much you've
Yeah.
streamed Kenos, but you seem to stream it a lot. Because occasionally I would go to GD streams just to mess around, and I saw this guy grinding Kenos. I'm like, Doggy Dash or whatever your name was. Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's how I found you.
Yeah, no, I streamed a lot of Keynotes back in like 2019 or like early 2020, and then I just stopped streaming. Like, I could not play it on stream. I could not beat it on stream.
Yeah,
That's fair.
streaming is a
Streaming
whole
while playing
other
is
level
difficult.
of nerves.
Yeah, I'm just glad you managed to escape the whole like being Nepesta's editor phase.
Oh, yeah.
Like you were able
Oh,
to
yeah.
escape
one,
that.
one
really
of my
well,
proudest
which I think-
accomplishments. I can't believe I did that.
Yeah, like, it's funny that, and it's incredible that most people, like, I guess I could sort of relate to this in a sense, because I used to be known as, like, the old Slaughterhouse guy, like, the 1.9 Impossible, that's all everyone ever knew me for. And now, like, people will find my channel or whatever, and if it's because they're newer to the game or whatever, and don't know about the old level, they just don't know me for it. And, like, for you, you were known, like, Nepesta's editor, now you're known as, like, one of the best players in the game.
Yeah, I used to be the lip spam guy.
Dude,
Yeah,
lip
true.
spam is
So
you-
lip
huge.
spam
I've
guy,
got,
really?
like,
That
I
was
one
it?
rung
believe
up
you
on the
started
ladder.
off as a
Oh my
spam
God.
channel, dude.
Yeah, I was the lip spam. Yeah.
Lip spam is
person.
disgusting.
crazy.
Then there was scroll
It's so
spam,
gross.
15 FPS. It was during that era,
Oh my.
and yeah,
Yeah, I
I just
remember
started
that.
doing showcasing.
Oh, I
which,
also
thankfully, I managed to escape being the lip spam guy.
I wanna,
No, I'm not even the clicks late as possible guy anymore.
Clicks
So I
late as
stopped doing
possible.
those videos. It's still my most popular video. It's like Finger Dash. I like no clip 5 times in that video.
Wait, how did you make those, by the way?
I just did a macro and I would click really
just-
late
you
on
would
everything.
literally just brute
Okay,
force
so
it.
you would just, yeah, you would just.
Yeah, I
do
was
it.
just botting it. I wasn't actually beating it.
Dude,
But
this is
sometimes, like the bot for Finger Dash broke like 5, maybe 10 times. So I would just manually click, and if it didn't work, I was just like, oh, okay. I did not care. So yeah, if you look through that, it's got
2018
maybe
exit.
4 million views. It's stupid. I'm not
Jesus.
happy with it. I think I remade that video, but yeah.
Dude, what Doggie was saying about getting out of being the Nepesta editor guy, that was me, but the exposing guy a couple
Oh yeah,
years ago.
true. I completely forgot about that era of
Yeah,
you
remember
being the
that?
exposing.
Remember that
Did
when
you
I just
expose some
shit out
random-
those videos? Just
Yeah.
exposing
You had
random people.
crazy eras. You had your Twitter
Yeah, you
era as
have
well.
so
We're never
many
talking
eras.
about that.
I had different eras. I guess it's like a
Times have changed.
hyperfixation.
And the
But
blue carby era.
A lot
the
of
thing
times
about, like,
things changed, dude.
I'm even like out of GD. I'm glad
Oh, yeah.
I'm known as like an individual now more than just the guy who
Yeah.
did that thing. And now we're doing the podcast, and now I'm making like non-GD stuff, and I'm writing, and, like whatever.
We're all people
And
now.
I
Yay!
feel it feels very good to get out of that and feel established, and feel like you have your footing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for me, because when I was making the exposing videos, I didn't really care about my image that much, in a sense of I didn't really think about it. You know, I didn't really think about like what the future of me was going to be uploading those. I just kind of did it like everyone else does when they start YouTube. But it got to a point where it's like, what do I do now? And then I started making like levels and making like small videos. And then I started making the documentaries. I started with the history of Minecrafted. And you can tell if you've ever seen those, the editing, like you could tell I hadn't found my footing yet. Like it's still everything anyone does is a process.
Oh.
And then I eventually found my footing with that. Did individual levels, whatever. Then I'm gonna toot my own horn here. Then I tried non-GD, and I just got lucky enough to find success outside of this game too. Like, and that's something like that
Yeah.
I wouldn't have ever expected.
I see your icebergs were popping off. You're getting many, many views off them.
I don't know if
Your
Doggie
Super
would ever
Mario
try that
iceberg.
at some point, but the niche is pretty strong. Like even for
Yeah,
me,
you
it
need to do
was.
like a King Samalot and just make videos completely unrelated to GD and get the same views.
It's hard, man.
If
Oh, yeah.
only.
If I've made
If
Fortnite, I
only.
could probably do it.
Yeah, no, I
I
was
start
gonna
doing my
say, Doggie,
photography videos.
you have Doggy, you have the skills to legit. You can be successful in any avenue, especially like on the internet. Because I was gonna say, like, with me, like Finn and Blue, like, we have been, we got to this point. I'd say, like, it took us like, for me, I literally started at 12, and now I'm 20 years old, and like it took me 6 years to like to get out of that. And like Blue, it took you time. Finn, it took you time. Like Doggy, you got like
Oh, yeah.
and you are like you are very ahead.
Well, we all
Yeah.
are. We are all tremendously
No, but
lucky,
no, Doggy, like,
Oh, yeah.
and at
Finn
the
is
same
me.
time,
Yeah,
we've all worked hard.
I've been to be fair, I started like late 2020, I think, but it's not like I just popped out of nowhere. I guess I did pop out of nowhere with the spam, but my growth was not like a curve. It was just 100 subs a day for like 2-3 years till now. It's not really changed, but yeah, it's a grind.
You have an
GD YouTube is a
interesting
grind.
history.
Yeah.
Even like if people look at your channel or whatever and they make their own assumptions, like, oh, lazy
Yeah,
Xing
you can see
content
my
or whatever.
Minecraft videos.
You actually have like insane lore. Like if you just look into like the progression stuff or know you as a person, you're like, there's a lot more that's behind
me
all
and
this
lore.
stuff. than
Doggy,
what
you have a
people say.
Fortnite channel.
Oh
right?
yeah,
You-
my crisis
course,
lore. I need to talk
yeah.
about my crisis lore
Well, we'll get to that.
because that was fun.
Crisis
Yeah.
War. Yeah, my
You-
Fortnite channel.
Yeah, so,
Really
you've already
OG.
tried non-GD.
Yes, that's what I started with. Bro, it was so slow. Nothing was ever happening with that channel.
Dude, doesn't it just feel like you start all over again with a new channel and like new direction? It feels like that, doesn't
Well,
it?
my GD channel when I made Doggy Dasher, it was like kind of just an alt channel for GD. So when I started like maining it, when I started editing for Nepesta, it kind of just like automatically grew because I like
Yeah.
Nepesta, obviously
Yeah.
shouted me out. So it wasn't an alt, and then when it wasn't an alt, it was an alt, and then when it wasn't an alt, it was already kind of popping. That makes sense.
Yeah, dude. I
Also, how do you
couldn't-
feel that
Yeah.
Fortnite bringing back the OG map and stuff? I'm like actually
yeah.
hell excited.
Dude, that's crazy.
I
That'd be fun.
used to play. Funny enough, this is so embarrassing. when Fortnite was like actually fun in the earlier seasons, I was really tired of GD, and I was literally at the point where
I
I'm like,
was too.
I might make a Fortnite video. That was legit going through my head. That happened to me.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I have Fortnite.
I
Yeah.
didn't
videos, but
write
you will
didn't
never see
Riot
them.
like stream snipe
Yo,
Ninja or something.
Ninja
Yeah.
Killed his
Squad
whole
wipe,
squad.
goat.
That
right?
was so
Ninja
funny.
squad wipes.
Oh
Crazy.
my god.
Yo, you
But
gotta,
yeah, bro.
you gotta,
When
you
Fortnite came
gotta
out,
do that.
GD was over, bro.
GD
Yeah,
for
when-
like a whole 2 years.
This
bro.
was like
Yeah.
this was like the dead era of GD. Do you guys remember 2018?
Yeah, 2018.
That was the most
don't,
dead
because
era
I
of the game
wasn't playing.
ever.
That wasn't the dead era because Exen was hella popping off, verifying sacks and
Yeah.
circles.
He was
Abyss of
carrying the game, he was
Darkness, Through the
verifying
Gates.
everything.
Bro, he was the pioneer of difficulty, and he was just hella slept
Dude,
on.
2018 was unironically like the dark ages for GD.
Yeah, no, it really
It
was.
was.
Even
Yeah.
the most passionate people
Yeah.
were.
And by
uninterested in the
dead,
game.
I mean not completely dead. It's dead comparatively to every other year.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
lockdown saved GD. It definitely
The
Yeah,
did.
it got
Demon
so
List
much
also
bigger
saved
in
GD.
2020.
Yeah, like 2019 was
Yeah.
a bit. It was like a slight renaissance.
Mega
'cause
hack.
2018 was much more dead than 2019.
And
Because,
yeah,
a lot
Bloodlust
of
was
the hype-
verified in 2018.
Oh,
but
yeah.
that
Yeah, that's the only
aside,
thing, yeah.
okay.
Thing is with
Yeah.
2018, you know what's so horrible about it? That really, in my opinion, from like what I saw, and also in retrospect, what contributed to like nobody really caring was like bypass, and like a lot of top players lying about using bypass was so bad because like there was no like player morals. Like nowadays, like there's player morals. People won't do things. We all follow like certain rules, even though 2.2 is gonna root it, whatever.
Yeah.
But in 2018, like people just lie about using bypass. Like they just bypass and never tell anyone. They would try and
Yeah.
steal each other's verifications.
I think it was
It was
also
literally
Yeah.
everyone for themselves. It was insane. And I want
Yeah.
to say the craziest shit. If N level's still here, if he is, he's gonna have a laugh at this. He stole Hyperparacosm and hacked it before Sunix can beat it because he didn't like Sunix. Like he like he asked
Oh.
Virus for a copy.
Yeah.
He asked him for a copy. He's like, "Yo, could I just try it?" He's like, "Sure, but you're not verifying." Sunix says. He's like, "Okay." Then like 2 hours later, he's like, "Dude, I beat it."
Oh, oops.
Like that was acceptable back then. Like to think that that's something that
Yeah.
like you could do
Yeah,
back
really
then and
dumb.
get away with. Like nowadays,
Crazy.
like oh my god,
Crazy.
Crazy.
So many
Crazy.
people knew about Crazen, but just weren't saying anything.
nobody.
It was
really,
kind of well known what he was doing,
It
but
was
people were just like,
because-
can't be asked.
I might be wrong.
Where
This
do
was
you-
also keep in mind I was younger, but I think a lot of the community was younger during that like era, and because of that, people didn't
Yeah.
really care of like the rights or wrongs. Like with Bloodlust especially, people did not give a shit if like Noble Boy did it. They only cared if it was verified because they
Yeah.
didn't care. But now, like in retrospect, we
That's-
can't
yeah, it's
imagine if
weird.
anyone else had beaten that level. Nobody would have cared long term.
it's a good thing that
Back
people
then,
do
it was
care
Yeah.
now, and people do point shit out like that, like with Eyes in the Water. Like even if
Yeah.
it
Did
wasn't
they upload
intentional
that?
initially, like
No.
Okay, good. 'cause
No,
I was
they
gonna say,
didn't.
like- I remember
sadly.
hearing about that, and I was just like, "There's no like."
He
I'm sorry.
rebeat it. It's crazy.
If I was legit like going to if I was in that situation, I'm at the end of the level that like someone is verifying and they gave it to me to play test. I would legit just exit out or just die on purpose. Like I can't like I wouldn't be
Yeah.
okay with myself completing it, but that's just me as a person.
I would beat it, but I just wouldn't say. I'd tell my friends, and I'd be like, "Yeah, I beat this."
that is
I'm
a
not gonna tell
difficult
anyone."
thing. Like
Nah,
imagine if you verified something that's not out yet, and it's just like, like what do I
Yeah,
do?
it's like they're like when they verify. I verified you. Go like, well, your first victor.
Yeah, but what
Well,
SB players
I would
anyway.
I would just tell them, and then he would just make like a small change, and then it would not be
Yeah.
verified.
Yeah, I think that's what Vadercraft was doing with Ice and
Yeah.
Water. He
Good
moved
for
the
him,
first
honestly,
source up
good.
a bit.
because that's
I
like,
want that level to be verified. I want a copy of it.
you know what's
Vader
been
is
my
so dedicated, man.
my experience with the whole verification thing because I've given my copies to like my old Death Quarter copies, which are like much easier to other people. It was also one of
Yeah.
the ways that I justified like making it. Now it's like top 15 and 20 in my opinion. Like it's definitely hard in Taurus, and because of that, I'm like, if someone verifies one of the old versions, it literally doesn't matter. They're like completely different levels at this point. But
Yeah.
imagine like Krazen, Bloodlust, and this is a better example with Kinos and Combined. When Combined did
Oh my god,
version of Kinos,
that yeah.
that was keep in mind that nobody cared that like Combined just did that, and on top of that, nobody cared that the versions were different. To them, it was just Kinos verified. It doesn't matter whose version it is, etc., etc. And Combined just said it was harder,
Can I say
which I
something
don't even
about
believe
that?
was
Yeah.
true. I don't even think it was true that it was harder. Like people would just lie back then, and it was normal.
Nico, can I say something about that? Because I talked to Combi every day. We called every day at that time.
Mhm.
I have some insight on Combi's point of view. I don't know about Binox and Pesta and any of that stuff. I knew them
Yeah.
but didn't speak to them that much at the time. But combined, I can tell you this. He tried to be as respectful as possible about that from what I have heard. And from what I have
like,
seen.
he
And
did.
just
I
people like Binox just lying on Twitter.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
like-
want to just say that because then I'll have to find the tweet, but it's not hard to find.
Yeah, no.
Just
I was more
Binox saying that
commenting
Combi actually like blah 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 disrespect.
Yeah.
You verified this version, blah, whatever. And yeah, I don't think he should have uploaded it. He should have. Wait, did he upload it before?
He did upload it.
I don't. He
before.
obviously shouldn't have done that. But at
It
the
was
same
more the
time,
community
it's like,
reaction that I was more focused on because
Yeah.
like nowadays like you can do that and the community's reaction will be negative, but back then it was more that the community's reaction would be positive to stuff like that wasn't necessarily like regardless of like intentions or not wasn't
That's
like
the issue.
necessarily
It's like it
best
doesn't
version.
even matter if your intentions are good or bad. Like
No, especially back
still
then
have
people
to,
just
like-
lie.
that. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I mean, if people feel bad about it, they'll apologize straight away. They won't be like,
this is just like a moral situation.
No bot
Doggie.
response on Twitter.
I
Yeah.
want to say like nowadays because I was way more active player wise then as everyone knows I'm not really a player anymore, but nowadays like with player morals and stuff like is there any experiences that you've had that have been negative in relation to like other top players and level verifications or stuff, or are things like happy in the playing community?
I don't know. I can't really think of anything right now. It's been mostly fun. I mean, yeah, I've been in the community, popular in the community like post 2019, so it really wasn't an issue.
Yeah, you got the goated era, thank God. Except for
Yeah.
SpaceUK hacking.
Doggie.
Yeah, just in time for
Yeah.
the biggest hack that the game's ever had, but at least people
Yeah.
are sort of nice.
Every time, like
Yeah, people are nice now.
every time
Oh,
you
yeah.
think history can't repeat itself, it does.
Oh yeah, over and over and over.
It's
I remember I
actually just
thought
an
everyone.
Of course it does, because
I
people
was
don't look at
convinced.
history.
I was convinced N level was gonna be the biggest hacker in the game, like forever, and then yeah, I guess I was just a tad
Cyclic,
wrong
I'm
about that.
I'm a joke.
Very wrong.
No, well, okay. Like,
Andromeda,
no. Andromeda wasn't
Taco
that big.
Macho.
I feel like
Okay.
Cyclic was the biggest before Space, honestly.
The ultimate phase was
Nah,
the first
bro.
extreme.
y'all just forget about the N level. Okay, to be fair, the N level era was
Forget about
literally
N level.
during 2018, like the down.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking that
Because
too.
he
But
he like beat like every list level pretty much. He verified Hyperparacosm, which was like literally top 5. He verified Arctic Lights, which I believe would have been number 2 or number 1, and which he told me that he did, and like he just hacked it in 2 hours or something. And like he didn't care if he got caught, but people just
That's
believe
another
them for
funny
whatever
thing. Like
reason. Yeah, I thought
Xander
Metal
with
Face did
Zodiac
that.
was so much different. Like he just like beat it, and then like a year goes past, and he random community post. He's just like, I hacked it. Like
yeah.
I remember seeing that. I was like,
it was a
oh.
whole year. I thought it was like a.
Yeah,
It
no,
was
it was
something like
it was a
that.
No, it was
long
ages.
It was
Nah,
a
I thought it
long
was a few-
time.
Damn, that's crazy.
Like
What? Did he just beat it? And he went like, yep, verified.
Bro, you know what's the funniest thing? This is a little insight. I won't go too much on this because it's not super relevant. But I know Xander. I talk to Xander. Whatever. We don't talk super often anymore. But like I've worked on Spectre with him and whatever, and we talked obviously, like a lot about like his past and stuff. Because like me and Atomic, funny enough, we were like, nah, Xander, because right before he confessed, there actually was a mini exposal going on about him. And this is crazy to say. This is not public as far as I know. His friends at the time legit had thought he hacked it the day he verified it, and only
Oh.
were starting to like turn and be like, nah, like we gotta expose him or whatever, look into this more, and that's why he made his post because I believe it was Minecrafted or whatever that we were talking to, like me and
the
Atomic.
guy that hacked Erebus. No.
That image, dude. Anyways, but he basically, we were talking with him. I believe it could have been someone else, so please don't take that as fact. But I was talking to one of his friends, and he was explaining that he had a massive skill boost right before verifying it that made 0 sense, and then like basically saying like I don't even believe him as his friend. And then he like confessed to hacker, and we're like, dude, Xander, we were trying to defend you, and he's like, sorry. Like,
Damn.
Oh,
Hacking
yeah.
like that is
Yeah.
so like
What does
rare
he do
nowadays.
now? I saw him playing like he just plays CS and like does skins now.
Oh no, but he's good at GD. His hardest demon is what again? Oronia, I believe. It's one of the excellent
Oh,
levels.
that's pretty hard.
Yeah, no, like, he again. He was generally something. He was generally someone who was good at the game.
Yeah.
So
But
Doggy
why
won't
did he
hack.
hack Zodiac? I
He
I
hacked
don't really know
Zodiac?
why.
I'm gonna guess and say that he just wanted to see the game progress, but wasn't good enough to actually do it.
He's like, well,
That's
I'm
my
gonna take
guess.
a bullet for a team.
I-
and
He
definitely
could've given
it to
at the
someone,
cost of my
though.
reputation. I'd do
Also-
that. I'd be like, hell yeah.
Xander
I'll
just
lot of
doesn't
buy this.
people-
strike me as the kind of person to need the attention. But
No,
that
as
was
someone
weird.
who like knew him and stuff, he does not really care about attention. I think when it came to Zodiac, I think his mindset was sort of like he actually played Zodiac so much, but it was just way too hard for him, especially like during
yeah.
the time frame. Doesn't matter how good you are, Zodiac was so leagues above. So
Also,
Yeah.
also interrupted there. We'll get better at that.
no, it's okay. Like I remember when I was talking to him, he was just like he didn't tell me a specific reason. I don't think I asked him because anytime you ask them like that, they kind of just say like I don't know. But I know that
Oh, yeah, they
Zodiac was
dodge.
not a publicly like what's it called well received level because C1997 back when he was the thing like shit on Zodiac so much publicly in his videos that people didn't want to
Really?
touch it. So like if he
Oh my
dropped the
God.
level, no one he described it as like a generic 4-star looking top 1 that was soulless and bad. So I
Yeah,
think
that's actually
Xander
my
was
first
like,
thoughts.
if I drop it, no one else is gonna pick this up. And he's like, I've been playing this for so
Gotcha.
long, and I don't care anymore. So he probably was just like, I'm gonna hack.
Noise.
And to be fair, also, I just want to say to Xander, GG on this on Zodiac because he had to play that at like half speed. And think about doing Zodiac at half speed.
Yeah,
Like he
that's
told
Oh,
me, he told me that he was
no.
like he's never been more nervous in his life than when he was hacking Zodiac
Oh my
because he's at
God.
the end and he had been playing for
It's like 10 minutes, bro.
yeah, like 10 minutes to get to the ending.
You're just sitting there like,
He's there just be like actually just shaking like in between like. I
What, do you
don't
know
even
where the
blame-
furthest he died was?
No, I don't. It's something I could probably ask him in private now because again, like I'm cool with him and stuff. But he's in my books as someone who like has talked to him a lot. He is like one of the least malicious hackers I think to ever touch this game. Like he literally had the one like.
Imagine if
he
Psych
did, like, a few
never
other-
got caught and he was just speed hacking Zodiac. Just like
Yeah.
I
I
think
wonder how long bro would have gone.
Do you guys believe that he hacked everything? Or,
no,
like, what's
no,
up with
not
that?
even close. There's no
Doggy?
way. Yeah, Doggy, what do you think about that?
I don't even know. How am I supposed to know?
I'm
I
not
mean, he
qualified
admitted
enough
to it, so I have to say
I'll
yes,
need
right?
Jen.
It's because this was bad.
Yes.
Because I mainly asked because we were like around
Rudy.
when.
Should we
like,
take
me
a
and
look
Blue
at
least.
should we take a look at the Hellzone's cuts? Because I don't know about you guys, I literally cannot see them. I think it's just me because
mean,
there's comments
did a
with
good job.
timestamps that pointed out. I literally can't see them.
Dude, look at N Level's comment in chat. He said, "Is that how he did it? Hacking levels that long is so bad. I've talked to him about it. I don't know how." So we have N Level confirmation that hacking
my
levels
God.
that long sucks.
You get the expert.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
remember
thanks for the
with
clarification.
I remember his Cataclysm video was like perfect. There was nothing wrong with his
Cyclic?
Cataclysm.
But
and
why
it
did he
was
just
1.9.
randomly confess to hacking? That doesn't even make sense.
Okay, so
Because-
I can tell you.
To become a
Dumb.
martyr.
No, so
'Cause he wanted to keep up with Riot so bad.
it was
That's
that,
like what it was.
and when Sonic Wave came out, like he just out of nowhere just beat that, and the speculation kept getting bigger and bigger, and Cyclic kind of got backed into a corner, and he was just like, "Oh shit," because like you don't just beat something like that out of nowhere in 2015 on a laptop, you know what I mean?
Especially
Yeah.
since back then, like in retrospect, it's so blatantly obvious that something as hard as Sonic Wave could have never been completed then. But in 1.9, as someone who like played then,
Yeah,
like,
that's there's just
the
no
grasp
way.
of difficulty was like so paper thin. Like I remember watching top 10 hardest level videos because there was no demon list really, and people would put
Yeah.
Silent Club Step at 2. And like the big black by Alex and game.
God damn.
I'm dead serious.
Oh my
that was
God.
number 1 on the list. Like that was like.
Bro, it
the
has so much
community's grasp.
spam and it's got epilepsy parts.
You
so
know,
it has
like
to be
that's
really
quite
hard.
literally how.
But
the
again,
community
like
Yeah.
that's just how the community was. Like it's so interesting. Like they thought that
Yeah.
whatever CPS spam was harder than unnerfed silent clubstep. And just
because
anything
less
with straight
clicks, dude.
fly, anything with intense waves. Like, because we were just that far back. Like,
We
Yeah.
could well be
It's
wrong
because-
about
it's
a lot
also
of stuff
because-
now.
it's also just because the player base back then just couldn't even grasp that either. But, like,
And there
we
was
can
not
now.
really
Now,
even-
looking back, it's silly. But,
Yeah, and
like,
there's
how
no,
would anyone
yeah.
have known back then?
There was no dedicated player base to beating top levels. Remember that top levels used to be super frowned upon, and it was only really in 1.9 where people started to build a community around beating them.
You
and
know
people
what should
caring.
happen? The Demon List should
What?
bring back the Wall of Shame.
Please,
They
please!
should.
I missed.
I love the wall of
Oh
shame.
my
I want to
god!
see every
Why
name on
I'm
there.
gonna DM every
Space
list mod I
UK.
know. Like
Demon
frame
List,
one after
Demon
the
List,
podcast.
if you're watching, you know what you have to do.
Excellent.
If there's any Demon List
Who else
people,
is hacked?
bro, get a move on. We need the
Literally.
Zoink.
Who's the demon list
Zoink.
leader? Blitzer.
That was the
Is it
best thing
Blitzer?
ever, though.
What?
I don't
No,
know.
Whisker, bro.
Blitzer right now. Bring back the wall,
Wall of shame. Zoink at the top of the wall.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
shame.
yeah.
Oh, it's Paco.
They would be like,
Right.
Stardust, we need you to
Echo in
update the source
charge.
code. I'd be like, what?
Oh wait, I want to ask. This is like I've actually never asked someone this. Like in relation to like Doggie, like as like a top player who started way later than like I started playing. How is it like beating all the top demons and looking down on like all the levels that have came before you started playing? I guess.
Oh yeah, no, it's crazy. Even when I beat Bloodbath, it was crazy. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't even know how we got here, really. Like,
It's just a
Bloodlust,
journey.
Kind of did. It's knowing it's possible. I swear to God, is
It
the
is.
biggest.
It's not necessarily
skill
knowing it's
boost ever.
possible. It's just like it's something like that. It's I don't know. It's just when it's done. When someone has done it, it just makes it a lot easier.
What was
Yeah.
the
Because
number
I already
one
know it's
Yeah.
possible,
win?
but ICDX, I don't know.
All right, well, now we
Jeez,
just need
dude.
someone to hack grief so you can get it out.
True, dude.
It is better
I get
that
to
way,
say
though.
this. I get to say this. Doggy, remember when I turned down SpaceUK for verifying grief? I remember that.
I remember that.
Fucking, I got like you wanted to verify it really bad because you didn't do Slaughterhouse first. Like that was your perception. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm 100. Like I know that you are willing and that you would like. You told me you were willing to sink in like an absurd amount of time, and I'm like, that's what I need. And then Space DMs me. He's like, yo, I want to verify grief, and I'm like, listen, man. I don't think you got it in you to spend that long on a level. I'm just being real. I'm like, I'm telling him this, and in retrospect, I'm just telling a cheater like, I don't think you got it, bro.
Wait,
Like,
who
I
asked
can't
that?
imagine
Crazy.
how he felt looking at my text.
Yeah.
Because
Probably wanted to say I literally hack, bro. That's probably what he wanted to say.
Yeah, no, like Space was probably looking at those, being like, "Ugh, at half speed, I'm botting it. God damn it!" No, because he really he wanted to do it, but I'm like, as a player, because that's the one thing about cheating that, like, for in relation to projects that are super big like Grief, you're honestly like less likely to get picked because if you spend, like Space was like, I'd spend a day or two beating something, and if I didn't beat it in 2 days, I'd never beat it.
That's how Space should
And-
have gone out. He should have just beaten grief in 3 days and just been like, bye.
End level with Arctic Lights when he beat it in
Yeah.
2 hours. End level, your chat. How many hours was it? Tell me. I'll get back to it. But yeah, like I telling Space no, and now with him being a cheater and stuff. Well, you're the only person who's probably gonna. I'd be open to give that level to Doggy. Like really.
Yeah,
And
what
once
happens if I
2.2
drop
comes
it?
out?
Like,
Or if you drop it, it's
Can't
over. I'm
trust
just it's
anyone.
done. I wouldn't trust anybody else
Zoink.
at the level. No. Like if
I'll verify it.
thing is, I would want
Skill.
the main here's something that I'd like to, I guess I don't know if people want to take this as advice or whatever. For me, when it comes to like picking someone for a verification, I usually pick people who I think would make it interesting, and it's
Yeah.
why like a lot of my older verifications, like Spam Drew did Ico Tact. I know Stellar Knight had a bunch of verifiers beforehand, but it ended up being
what?
Tuggy who verified it.
Dougie!
Super Hate Me
Yes.
World originally went to Declan, but he dropped it,
I
etc.
thought
Like,
that guy's
wanted
name
to
was
give
D
people-
Clan.
What?
I thought that guy's name was D
D
Clan.
clan.
I
What,
that's
like
what I
you're
thought it was.
unclanning something. What?
Well,
I
yeah,
thought his
anyways,
name
those
was
are the-
D
Makes
Clan.
no
Anyway,
sense.
So,
Oh,
with
yeah, I
Declan.
thought that
not
too.
the normal
see,
name.
I'm
Declan.
not the only one. Doggy thought it too.
D-clan.
D-Clan.
I
oh
thought
my
it was
God.
D-Clan.
Anyways, but with Grief, Slaughterhouse was I gave it to you originally for that was one of the reasons because I knew you'd make it interesting in streaming and everything. But I settled on the verification race, even though that was literally completely an accident. I'll probably say that after, but with Grief, I'm like, if someone's gonna do this, I know that they have to be capable of doing it and also making it interesting. Because I value way more if Doggy does it and it takes him I don't know how long. If it takes you like a year or something, I'd rather that than Zoink beats it in 3 days. Just
That's-
because
Yeah.
I prefer story over how fast it takes to do the accomplishment.
Yeah.
But that's like
I can make
personally as a creator. how I
History
am.
of grief.
This is why History of Zoink is just something I will never make. People keep asking me over and over, and it's like, do you really want to see just a video where it's like, this guy came out of nowhere and beat this and beat this and beat this and beat this and beat this? Bye.
You could
Like,
you could
it's-
kind of just
Yeah.
go to his
You could
channel,
interview
sort by
Zoink.
you could sort by oldest and look at the dates he beat things, because, and I don't think it's like it's obviously his choice. I've talked to him before with stuff like that. Like he's like that and he's fine being like that. But for me, the thing that's kept me in the game for so long, because I've been playing this since I was 12. I love the stories that came, like Riot versus Cyclic, like
Yeah.
N Level being a hacker, seeing like you, for example, Doggy, you're super interesting to watch. Nepesta Kinos was huge. I've watched his rewind video, by the way, like genuinely 10 times, because it's just so entertaining and fun to watch. And for Kinos' best example, as a level that was verified and wasn't even #1, the entire community cared, and so many people outside of the community cared because he did it and he gave it character and personality and a reason to care. Because if you play Kinos, listen, I'm speaking for
Yeah,
myself.
no.
When I played that level, bro, it is not it is not something I generally be like, I can't wait to play. No, I hate that level. It plays horribly, but I love it because of what Nepesta did. And I feel like people don't really realize that. Like they prioritize the achievement over everything else. But you can have both.
This
I
is
don't think people
why.
realize you can have both.
That's why when Zoink was coming up, I just thought he was just kind of boring. Like, first of all, there's no face. Like, there's nothing to really have a sense of relatability with. But then when you get a player, not to, like, put you on a high horse, but when you get a player like someone like you, Doggy, like, your icon set's unique. Even if something like the icons can play into this, you do face cam, like, there's something that
Stream.
people connect with there.
Yeah.
But then on the other side of the
Yeah.
spectrum, there's somebody like W Popoff who just kind of beats things and then goes away. Like, there's a very clear distinction between that, and relatability can get you really far. Like,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think with Zoink, it's like, I mean, it's his choice in the end if he wants to be, making nice videos and everything, and like, it's fine if he wants to just beat levels and upload them, because in the
Yeah.
end, that's like,
there's nothing
It's-
actually wrong
there's
with
no,
that.
Yeah.
there's no rule that says if you're the top player, you have to be like technical and make a shit ton of videos.
Yeah,
But
it
I
doesn't
think
have
there
to
is a
be.
minimum level of interaction with the community that some people like W Popoff or something, they just don't happen. Like,
The thing is,
I think
In
I've seen more of
fairness-
his mum's tweets.
In
than,
fairness,
like,
he's
his
like
tweets.
14 as well, but
yeah. Like here.
He's just an example.
I think you can't really blame anyone. W Pop, I just don't
His oldest
trust
videos
it. I
is,
think
like,
people don't trust him
Slaughterhouse.
because
Yeah.
even if he's legit, all the hacker red flags are going off in my mind. Like looking at this guy.
I wanna
That's
say.
the thing.
Also, if people in chat want to say, give feedback or whatever, I'm curious what you think, Doggy. But with Zoink's reaction to Tidal Wave, like when we did an episode with him, I said like when he had his reaction to Tidal Wave, like that literally I saw like public reception went from like the literal bottom of the barrel bad for that level in his verification to like everyone loving it just because there was like he showed like
want to know
his
why?
personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Human emotion.
The thing is, it's the reason that I say it's like a choice and there's literally zero wrong with it is because when you can't expect from someone who like I think Nswish is a great example. When Nswish was as good as they were and like doing everything with no effort, it's kind of hard to expect someone who spends so little time and so little effort, even if they do care about the game and they play the game and enjoy it, to mimic anything more than the effort they're putting in. Like if they like I would genuinely think it would be more effort for Nswish back then, Prime, whatever, and you could apply this to players nowadays, to beat a top 5. It would be harder for them to get an editor or edit the video themselves to make it entertaining and give it stuff like that because there is no like it doesn't like for example Nepesta spent what a year on Kinos and streamed and
8
everything
months,
like
yeah.
he had so much to work with and so much content to work with, but if you do it like if Nepesta just open Kinos beating a day there would be no huge video or anything.
Yeah, you just rob it
Yeah.
of a story and it just becomes boring.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
this is
it-
why
it
I
sort of
never
is.
this is why I'll never understand that the group of people that at the time, using Nepesta as an example, just literally just spew out the shit that's like, dude, he sucks at the game, the level, it just needs to come out. Like, it's like, the level should come out, but if you just give it to somebody who will just beat it and that's it, that's the most goddamn boring shit on planet Earth, man.
That's changed.
Yeah,
a
it's
lot.
won't even
like
care
there's
for
no.
It's actually just kids who just
Yeah.
want to see the level out who say
Yeah.
that.
If you're verifying a top one, there's no obligation to have a story, but we do like to have a good story. It's
The-
like it's
that's-
just it's nice.
It's
It's
I'm
nice to have a good
thankful
story behind stuff.
that's become a minority of the community that wants just things to come out with no anything behind it, because that's like 2018 was that the majority of the community just wanted
Yeah.
things out. Nobody cared about anything else, but nowadays people care way more about like the achievement itself and the person behind it. Vision Silent Club set best example. Like people were so incredibly happy that he did that, no matter who you were, just because you were like you knew what he went through.
That has almost as many
Yeah.
views as the verification, I think.
What does?
very-
What
Yeah.
your completion?
No, Vision's completion.
What? Oh,
Yeah,
Visions.
yeah.
Of course, you haven't beaten fucking.
It's because you see
you ever do it?
determination there, and you actually see, you kind of have an understanding of the struggle, whilst someone else just uploads it and beats it. That's it. Like,
It's literally, this is so funny, but I think this is the best way of me describing it while expressing that I'm completely neutral and there's nothing wrong with either side. Is if the problem is they are too good at the game to provide a story, then there's nothing wrong with that.
Make
Like,
them
you know
a
what I
harder
mean?
level.
No, if they don't want to do that, it doesn't matter. Like, that's how Zoink did that, and we saw where that went. But a lot of people don't. That's one thing that's also weird. Like, Doggie, you're one of the only like top players that like is very open to be like, yeah, I want to push the skill ceiling and I want to do something super crazy and verify this. A lot of players that I've like asked to verify levels in the past are just like, no, I'll wait for it to come out so I can get list points if it gets ready.
Yeah, I do find that weird.
that
But
just seems
I hope
like
my video hasn't got more views.
that just seems like their motivations are in the wrong place. That's just all
Okay.
that seems like. If people
People have
only
different
care about
priorities.
getting list points and not the journey that it actually takes to get there, like the motivations are skewed. I mean, there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with wanting to grind list points, but from an
I know,
outside
that's the
perspective,
thing.
it just seems kind of lame. From someone who like wants to stay along with the journey and be a part of the ride, it's like, what journey?
Yeah.
But you have beaten it. Okay.
You thought I didn't beat Silent Club Step?
Well, no, because I was saying, did
You
your
gouge
video
his
get
skill?
more views? And they said
Oh, yeah.
Visions, and I'm like, oh wait, so you haven't beaten it.
Yeah, how was Silent Club?
Silent
Step?
Club. That is
Fuck.
like one of my most.
My
Like, I can't even
showcase.
believe I beat that.
Okay, it doesn't have more than Paco, so
Thank God.
or
Yeah,
Vision.
it's like a mil.
But it has more than your. But your video was like 5 months ago, so
Dude,
Yeah.
how was
I don't have more.
Silent
how
Club
was
Step.
Silent Club Step?
Ugh,
dude?
that logo.
So bad. That level is so bad.
You want to do
I don't
the
think I've
unnerved?
touched it. What?
You want to do the unnerved? Question.
No, please don't. Don't ask me that. Don't even remind me
No,
that that
no.
exists.
It's been out, bro. Like,
Honestly, now that you've reminded me of it, I asked Zoink this. I've seen you stream Acheron and just throw shit around. I gotta know, what is the absolute hardest rage moment ever for you in GD? I'm gonna ask this for every player guest because I like hearing
Yeah.
the stories.
Oh.
Zoink broke his monitor. What's your story?
He broke it. Oh my god. Trying to think. Probably Acheron. Probably yeah. I didn't break anything. But
I don't know how you threw your headset like so many times.
I was gonna say, I'm actually kind of
Do I have a
surprised you haven't
gift?
broke anything.
nothing was okay. Well, things were almost broken, but like they worked. My headphones were kind
Yeah.
of like off a little bit.
You still have the same
But,
headphones?
yeah. Well, no, I don't.
They
use
still
the same
work.
headphones.
Okay,
That's the
okay.
thing. I mean, I have them. and
What
I
headphones
don't
are
really-
they? Are they the Steel series?
Yeah.
the Razer
I forget what
ones.
they were called, bro.
Mm.
Got them, like,
That's funny that you
forever
mentioned
ago.
that because I throw my I used to have Astro A40s because I was a COD kid and that's what all of them had, so I got them for my birthday. Dude, this is bullshit. The one time I get mad at Fortnite, lame I know, and throw them, they break. And they're made out
What
of
an
metal.
insane intro.
They're made out of
when
fucking
the
metal,
one
dude.
time I get mad at Fortnite.
Like the one time
time
I
I
get
get
mad
mad
at
at
anything
Fortnite.
enough to actually take them off and throw them, they just immediately break. It's
Dog,
fucking
God.
terrible.
What's your biggest rage moment at Fortnite?
Rage mode at Fortnite.
Bro, that game is
Bro,
infuriating.
It is. It's
These
so
days,
bad.
bro.
with building. Oh my god, build me the Eiffel Tower, bro. Just let me have fun. I don't care. Like,
I don't even remember though, bro. Like, oh my god. GD makes me so much more mad though. Obviously, I
Really?
mean, like, because I just casually
Yeah.
play Fortnite now. I don't
Dude,
really.
for me, multiplayer games make me so much more angry than a single player game, whatever. Because with GD, I'm like, it's my fault. But in multiplayer games, like I remember when I was trying to get
Yeah,
back into
true.
Fortnite, I was playing with friends, and we were playing duos, and this guy pulls up and is doing like this ramp, and he puts a floor down, a wall, a ceiling, and is editing the front so we can't even shoot him over to us from like a mile away. I'm like, I'm never playing this
I
game ever
actually
again.
think I actually can't
Yeah.
tell if Fortnite competitively is harder than GD. Like they're both so goddamn difficult. Like Fortnite is just unbelievable. Like I don't even
Well,
understand how
Hotball
people
1
get that good.
dominated.
Hotball 1!
I don't
Like,
even
Hotball
compare.
1
modern
made like
Fortnite,
Hotball
like
tens of thousands
Yo,
off of
Doggie.
Fortnite death runs.
Yeah, Doggy, when are you gonna collab
So
with
it's
Hotball
possible.
1 on Fortnite videos?
Hop on one Fortnite
Needs to
video.
happen.
That guy is like not even real. He's a bot.
Honestly,
He's not a real person,
yeah,
bro.
I mean,
The last thing he did before like quitting GD is he beat Erebus, which was #1 or whatever, and said like, this level should be legacy list. Short levels shouldn't be on the
Yeah.
list, and then left.
XD.
He said
messaged me on
XD. Maybe
Steam.
I'm just too pro.
Maybe I'm too pro.
I would love to see Hotball trying to come back in the modern day scene when
Yeah.
like
It's
people
That'd
like
be
you
beautiful.
exist.
I want to see it happen.
he would just be
Hotball
irrelevant
beating
probably.
like he's gonna beat Bloodlust. Be like, guys, is this still hard? No, that's extended. Oh.
Yeah. Can't, bro.
Dude, he
He'd probably
messaged
be
me.
decent.
He messaged me on Steam like 6 months ago and said like, "Hey man, like I don't know why."
Yo,
Yeah, I
he have
mean,
a
some
job?
people have really well transferable skills to other games. Like people are just good at every game. I am not like that. So if I play a like CS:GO, something like that, no, I hate it because I'm so painfully bad at CS:GO. Like my game
Yeah.
sense and everything. I know if it's the same for you, Doggy, because you also took like a week to beat Stereo Madness.
Oh no,
So-
I'm pretty sure I'm bad at games when I first started them.
Do you
I
wanna
actually
know
don't really
something
play that many
interesting?
games.
Yeah.
I suck at them.
That's actually that gives me an interesting thought. So I play Binding of Isaac a lot. I don't know if Doggy knows what that is. It's just a roguelike. And it really games like that really train your reaction time to things. And it's funny because I grinded it a lot. And I got really good at reaction time. And it actually reflected my reaction time in real life. Like and I thought that was
yeah.
kind of interesting.
I'm really good at sight reading now. I tried playing Osu. That was the only benefit I've seen from GD is I can sight read really well.
Like
I've been
something
good at like
Yeah.
every game, unfortunately, but never like good. Like I'll always be. Well, that's a lie. It doesn't apply to. GD's been the game I've been playing for the longest. Yet it's probably the game that I am second worst. Wait, not second worst. I'm not even the best in GD out of every game I've played. I'm better at Team Fortress 2 than I am Jump Dash, even though I've played GD for this long. And that's I don't know how to feel.
Damn,
Like,
even after hyper paracasting, it's impossible.
dude, I would have had a top 10. I would have had a top 10. I blame it all on ADHD.
Well, yep, that's the blamer.
Yeah, no, like, Dog, did you? There's no way that you would have known or whatever. But I've said it last time, I believe. But I now have a cope. Turns out I have ADHD, and I got diagnosed like last month or whatever, a month or 2 ago.
Damn, this
And
explains
then when I
everything.
started,
Yeah,
when I
just tell me
started
everything.
taking, I'm on medication now. When I took medication, I'm like, no way, I could sit down and decide to do things for long periods of time. And that's why I
Oh,
didn't do
damn.
hyperparacosm. I was like, no.
I really
you know.
want my meds back. I went off them for a bit and I have to do like a review to get them back. Because I have it, like, if you go back, like, play the stream 10 times, I'll just be doing this. The whole stream just spinning around. But
You reminded me of the what's it called, ADHD kid with the math video. And, like,
Yes, that's me.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
That's me. But
spinning
I'm
in
not
circles.
disinterested. But yeah. In the UK, I signed up for, and they're like, yeah, there's a waiting list to get your appointment. I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah,
it'll be in
UK is-
time for like when I go back to uni for, first year, right? And they're like, well, we're currently seeing patients referred to us in 2019.
Yeah, no, it's.
Yeah.
So-
All right, black
fucked
market
up
it
there.
is.
By the end of, if I do a master's, then I will finally get my meds back. But yeah, no, I'd have to go private
Yeah,
for it.
it's
I think.
really,
And
really
it
bad
costs
in EU.
About £1,000, something like that.
What? It's like free here.
Goddamn.
Because you have to get a review.
Bro, okay, you
and
want to know
they
what
only
happened?
do that in conjunction
Be glad.
with a full
Be glad you don't
diagnosis.
live where me and Doggy live, because if you
Like,
were
just by speed
diabetic
on
or
the
something,
street.
like
It's over.
you better have money.
Oh yeah, it's so over.
I live in the
Insulin.
promised land.
The markup of insulin is unbelievable. It's
Hmm.
actually evil.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're lucky it's free here.
You know what's going on? Like, I feel horrible because I'll hear about like stuff like that for like the States, and Europe is also like, again, I have someone in the EU who's like, a doctor has legit told them that they have ADHD, and this was like 4 years ago. And for me, I went in, I got diagnosed, he gave me a prescription, I went, I got it, and that was it. And it cost me like
Yeah.
nothing.
Damn,
And in the
GG.
States, to give you an example, a previous medication I was on costed me $12 to $14 a month. In the States, it
That's
cost
not that bad.
YouTube
150
Premium
to
or
200
medication?
a month. Medication.
Jesus.
I don't have YouTube Premium.
But yeah, like 150 to 200 for the same thing I'm getting for 12 is just like robbery.
It's
Bro,
insane.
You need to date
I
Bill
mean,
Gates' daughter.
You're reflecting
Yeah,
your like,
God.
functional
Yeah, you gotta be like Bill Gates
medical
now.
care system on us now.
Could you
But,
imagine?
yeah, no, ours sucks.
Could you imagine?
Like, it's
having
free,
that
but it
much?
sucks.
Like, imagine actually having that much money. That's
Well,
honestly scary.
Well, like the point where 200 a month is like, yeah. who
No,
cares?
no, like having too much money. Do you
Like
know what I
Bill
Bill
mean?
Gates.
Because
What, like,
that gets to a
how
point
Gates
where.
could
much?
Oh
No,
my
think
God,
about
I
this.
just had the
Listen,
best
think
idea.
about this. If you have like $1 billion, nothing's gonna satisfy you if you just fucking go through everything really fast.
Yeah.
You
I
have to
think
really
so.
be careful. I think
You know what I know?
I think when people say money can't buy happiness, I think that's what they're referring to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew someone who, until uni, she had to be homeschooled because I guess someone in her family was like incredibly important at something, and she had to be because if she went to school, she was like a target for like leverage and kidnapping, something like that. Like that's
That
what
is-
happens to like your kids if you're rich.
Yeah, no, you
Like,
get
you have
stripped
to
of
homeschool
everything
them.
normal. You know
They
what
have
Bill
to go
Gates
to private
should do,
school,
though?
limo.
Think about this. If you're
What
a
should
billionaire,
Bill do?
if you're a billionaire, just imagine Bill Gates comes up with a YouTube channel, he's just Mr. Beast, but like 20 times more expensive. Like instead, like I would just
Yeah.
outdo Mr. Beast for fun, being like, "That's it, we're doing a game of tag
Yeah,
for
but he doesn't
I
have
don't
good
know,
ideas though.
$250 million."
Can I say this?
Yeah, sure.
This is gonna. I don't know how many
I know
people.
what you're gonna say.
Well, you'll see. I don't know how many people will agree with this, and honestly, I kind of want to see what Doggy thinks. I fucking hate MrBeast's editing for one reason. It is so goddamn overstimulating, and it's like that on purpose because it attracts
Yeah.
a bigger audience.
Engagement.
But I cannot watch it. I can't watch it.
Yeah,
it's
but
too
like
much.
your preference in videos is like 4-hour documentaries, so you and MrBeast just are never.
I
going
know
to
that,
watch
but I just want to.
MrBeast.
I just wonder how many people agree with that, because I think it wasn't always like that. I just think that kind of editing is just oversaturated now, and everybody's just copying MrBeast
Yeah.
because
Well,
he's
everyone
the one who
copied it,
does
yeah.
it the best. And so anything he does, all the other fucking clones who just want a fraction of his success will do anything to fucking get that. And that
I have a
means
more-
copying his
Yeah.
extremely overstimulating editing that's like, hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, I'm doing this and this and this and this and this. It's just not fun
I
to
created the world's biggest.
It's just
trap.
not fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, he has
Doggy.
200 mil subs.
Doggy, would you edit?
Yeah,
for
he
Mr.
must be
Beast?
doing something right. He's really good for when you're eating and you put YouTube.
He's
on,
really
and there's
good for.
Mr.
I
Beast
hate
in
how
it.
true you are,
He's like, yo,
That's
he
too
ate
much.
without Mr. Beast.
bro.
I'd rather the
will-
4-hour documentaries while eating.
I need
would
maximum
you-
stimulation.
Would you edit for Mr. Beast, Doggy? Be real.
Yeah, I mean, how much cash am I getting from
No, I'm
this?
Think
talking
about
like
it.
Probably
You could-
quite a
purely,
lot.
just purely like, would you be
But I want
sane
to.
doing that editing style?
How long until you get fired for putting a
Uh,
Judy
Do one
reference in?
Nepesta video like that. Like be like Nepesta, I'll edit like whatever your next video. Just edit it like Mr. Beast. And have
Yeah,
it be
you can
like,
be
I
like,
feel like I
toast.
could do that.
you just do it as an experiment. I can't imagine Nepesta being like your editing style, even for your videos, because I watch your videos too. Your editing style is like entertaining and paced well and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And when-
you can do Mr. Beast gaming.
Dude, the worst thing, like, and this goes off what you said. The worst thing is when I see a channel that I love watching start to like up the pace of like the pace I'm used to them doing, and I'm like, dude, slow it down. And it's so like,
Yeah, over time, I've slowed the pace. I think a little bit of my videos and the Pestis videos. Like they used to be a
Yeah.
lot faster. I also had less time to edit them. Like we had to get them out every week, but
it's crazy the
Yeah.
time
A lot
frame
has
you had.
changed.
Time
So,
frames can
yeah,
be
that's just-
stressful.
I don't even know how that
That's
happened.
just jarring when stuff changes. It's like when you're reading like a comic or a graphic novel, or, like a manga, and like the person drawing it changes, and then it's different.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it feels
That's
Yeah.
like.
yeah.
Also, Doggy,
Like,
even with like the time frame you had to like edit videos and stuff, you always did a great job. And the one thing that I could find the funniest is like one of the best and funnest videos I watched from the Pesa was the one that had the placeholder text.
Placeholder. I knew you were gonna say placeholder.
That I legit thought that was intentional, and if it wasn't, I thought it was even funny. Like it was funny no matter what, if you meant it or not. It's just
Wait, where was
I
the
was-
placeholder test? I
It was, like, in
remember
the
this, but I don't
first
know
A
where
day
it's
with
from.
it's a day with Limbo.
Yeah, it's
I
like
was
a-
I was on an airplane. There was no Wi-Fi, so I had to put a placeholder in place of a chat message or something.
Oh.
Or no, I was gonna put a reference to a video. I was gonna put a reference to a video that I couldn't download.
Where were you
And I
going?
forgot to remove it.
And it's funny because like
Arizona. I think that was
Nice,
Arizona.
good
We're
shit, man.
flying around.
Yeah, so tell us about your Delta history. How many points do you have?
Delta.
It's
not the level,
Delta
not the level.
flights.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Yeah, I
airline.
was
no, the
British
fucking
Airways
airline.
I was like,
Dude, you guys have brain rot. I can't
I
talk
was
to
so
you guys.
confused, bro, I swear to God.
We can't talk
Oh,
about
listen.
airlines.
I know. Well, listen, man. Like, okay, like, experience flying? Question mark. Like, did you die? No.
It was hype. No, I didn't
Um,
die.
Oh my god,
Are
no.
you scared of
The
flying?
third flight,
No.
I was flying back from somewhere. My ear refused to pop, and I was
Aw.
just there, like, fucking smashing my ear for, like, an hour after getting off the plane. Like, fucking... I was, like,
Yeah.
sticking my fucking
That's
everything
crazy.
in there to try and, like...
You know what's the funniest thing is because I've like flown a few times before. Whenever
Mhm.
that happens on a plane, there's like nothing you can do. Like usually it happens because of like altitude, obviously, and usually you
Yeah.
can just like move your jaw or something, and there's ways to do it. And then like when you're on a plane, there's just like nah, you got to deal with it, and there's no hope. And it's like
Yeah.
it's the
I
equivalent.
must have looked like such an idiot. Just coming off the plane, like...
Do you guys
Yeah.
ever get
Just
the
doing,
thing
like-
where you're like you'll be I don't know. This happens to me when I'm playing GD and it makes it so I can never play GD. I'll like be playing something, all of a sudden my left or right ear decides like
Your left, right.
and then it goes like
My
it just there's no more
Okay.
there's like no more sound and I'm like where did it go? And then like 10
Did
minutes
you
later,
hear
just, like,
yourself?
and it's back.
Yeah, just
I don't get
and you're-
that. No,
Are you talking
Oh,
about your
you're
ear
lucky.
ringing? What are you talking about?
I don't get either.
No,
though.
it's
like
the ear
no, it's like
pressure.
Yeah, no, it's
Oh.
Like,
like
I've gone, like, the tube. And,
That
like,
happens
well,
when I
Dude,
drive.
that's
on
a
the-
really
say-
bad...
don't say the tube.
I like how I'm talking to America. I'm like, yeah, have you ever been on the tube?
That happens when I like
I know.
drive in like altitudes. But
Yeah, see, Braden Bowles got me in chat. Y'all are tripping. When I said left, right ear, I meant left or. I'm too fat.
but then why did you say
Uh,
left, right?
Gotcha. Left, right
Yeah.
here.
In terms of
Hey, man.
flying, though, itself, window seat is best.
Yep.
I think the first flight I was on, there were two
yeah.
people asleep next to me the whole flight, so I was sitting down 8 hours. They had nothing that didn't have milk in it, so I had to eat a packet of crisps for the entire flight.
Did you feel malnourished?
And
I'm so sorry.
no, not really. I
Okay.
wasn't very hungry.
Everything that had milk in it, so I had to eat crisps.
Yeah. I didn't have my funny lactose pills, so I
Oh, yeah,
just couldn't have milky stuff.
I forgot about that.
But yeah,
that's
I
why caught me off guard. So,
yeah, but it was
I've-
really good. I listened to like music and looked out the window, and it was really boring for a while because it was just sea. But then
we
it
could
was,
we could shift into
I,
food
got,
talk.
I went over Maine, and it was all
Alright.
like the icebergs and shit.
I have
and that was
I have
so
an
cool.
interesting
Wait,
question
hold
you
up.
reminded me
Can you
of.
hold that thought?
Yeah.
All right, Doggy. Favorite food location without doxing yourself. Let's hear it.
McDonald's, bro. Like,
Okay, that was pretty basic.
no
I thought
joke.
you were gonna say like Chick-fil-A or something.
Like by far?
No. No. I don't.
You should
I
give
like
it- yeah,
all
you could
foods,
give
so
us a
it's really hard
hot
to
food
always
take.
answer that. No, I don't
You're
have
all
a hot
food.
food. I
Nothing?
just like literally every food except carrots.
Okay.
What best food?
Carrots.
Dude, listen, man. As the quote-unquote bunny icon guy, whatever, I take offense. Even though I
Yeah,
don't
no,
really like
that-
carrots.
I don't know why I use. I could never use that shit. I would
My
throw up.
hungry ass could never use cyclic icons.
Dude, carrots are just too
Fucking
dry. No
carrot
offense.
shit.
If like they need water, bro. I don't know why
Yeah,
they're
that's
made
a
so
good
dry.
point. What's your McDonald's order?
McDonald's order, Big
Yep.
Mac, get a little
Okay.
Big Mac meal, obviously. Medium
Oh.
fries, you gotta get.
Such a melt.
No, come on. And then you also gotta get little 6-piece chicken nuggets.
You're hungry.
Eat that up,
Jesus.
and then strawberry banana milkshake.
Jesus, fat ass.
Damn,
Smoothie,
you're going
man.
crazy, bro.
Milkshake,
You're getting like obese.
Dude, you want to know what
Wow,
I ate
and then I
yesterday?
don't gain a pound.
My
so
order
chilling.
at McDonald's is 2 double cheeseburgers and a fries, and that's £7.
You got no variety.
All right,
in
you know
your
what?
though.
We're
Bro,
going.
it's because it's like I'm not going to McDonald's to like savor the taste. It's like it's McDonald's.
No, we're going around the
You
campfire.
said it like you're
Melt,
eating
bro.
like
Alright.
you're,
Bro called
you're,
me
like
a
eating
melt.
gray matter.
This is
I
my
can't have
order.
the like milkshake.
How about
I
this?
order a water when I go to. I get
I
evil
order-
Nestle water.
Nah, I meant smoothie. My bad.
Dude,
My
very
McDonald's order is pretty good. We got a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle because they do all day breakfast.
McGriddle.
I
See,
get
we
myself a
didn't have
mango
McGriddle.
pineapple shake or whatever it
Griddle
is,
is
smoothie.
so good.
you
and I get
described
large
two
fries.
items that don't exist where I live. GG.
Well, that's because you just live in an
Oh.
inferior location.
We have.
Wow.
Oh,
They have free healthcare.
Okay,
So-
Oh, we have
that's-
less
Instantly.
Mackeys.
free
Yeah,
healthcare,
you don't have
no
Mackies.
Chick-fil-A. What do I choose?
That is true.
Yeah.
Watch. Okay, like chicken places in Canada are abysmal. They don't exist. We have KFC,
Mid.
and there's no. That's
Oh.
it.
me
KFC
see
fucking
what
sucks.
Mackey's
I'm
has
sorry.
got.
Like,
Dude, KFC's grown on me though, so that's kind of.
What? But it's
We
so
got-
small, dude.
We
There's
have
like nothing
special things
there.
here. Do you have the curry dip?
What on earth?
dude, what the
What?
fuck?
At
Curry
McDonald's.
Dude, you need to like leave. You're not a host anymore. What are you
Bro,
talking?
take-
No.
you said it.
Docs me.
When you said it,
Right,
made it came off.
look
You were
at this.
describing a creepy pasta character.
Is
or
that
some
going to
shit.
show you? I need to wait for the stream delay to come on.
Oh, it's just never gonna focus, isn't it?
It's never going to fucking focus on this shit.
It's okay. The imagination is what counts.
Come on.
Are you
see,
telling me?
your camera's
Okay.
gaslighting you? It doesn't
Are you
exist
telling me you
in
get
real.
curry
not.
at a McDonald's? What is wrong with
It's,
you?
it's locked in now. It's locked in.
Probably tastes
It's
like
locked in.
really good.
Yes. Sweet curry dip. Sweet
Why
curry
do you
dip.
have that?
We have this because it's awesome.
The Brits
It's
are
really
finally
good.
using the spices that they stole for the last
Do
500
you have?
years.
We have the Philly cheese stack.
Oh, dude, I can't, bro.
Do you have the
What the
McFlurry?
McCrispy.
Just
What
go to
you-
Philadelphia. What?
Why would
Go
you
to
use
Geno's
all the
and get a
spices
goddamn
they
Philly
stole?
Wait,
cheesesteak. Don't get it
Let
from
me,
McDonald's.
Oh, it's just a sauce.
The
bro.
Philly cheese stack. Wait,
What
where
are
Oh
is
you
my
are
God.
bringing
There.
up like the SCP? Why do they? Ew.
That's what we
This is
like to
fucking
call the
SCP
nothing burger.
meal.
Wait, have you had the chicken legend? Have you had the chicken
what?
legend? Yeah.
Chicken legend?
Chicken legend.
What the fuck is a chicken
Oh.
legend?
Apparently the UK has chicken legend.
No, we have chicken selects.
Chicken
What?
Chicken
What is that?
Why are y'all so weird, bro? Just
What
like
the
normal.
They're so
fuck?
expensive as well. Wait, hang on. Let me.
Wait, let me see.
Okay.
The chicken.
Is
legend.
this
Okay,
chicken
well, that just
legend?
looks
the
like
funniest name.
that just looks like
Yeah,
chicken
chicken
fingers.
selects.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
and they're
just
so
chicken strips,
expensive
it's
as
chicken
well. They're like
tenders.
a pound each.
Can they not call it tenders?
They're
Why are they
insane.
selects?
No, they're chicken selects.
I
Do you have the
cannot.
McPlant?
Dude,
I was-
actually
bro,
get out. What the
that's a joke.
fuck?
That's
No,
a
we
joke.
don't. We
You're
don't have
kidding
the
right now.
McPlant.
The
You
what?
don't have the McPlant.
What
Dude.
is that? Is this a bit? Like this has to be a
No,
joke.
bro, I reacted to the McPlant
no,
on one
no,
of my
no,
clips
no,
on
no,
Doggie
no.
clips, bro.
No, no,
It's
no.
so
The,
funny.
no, no, no. Y'all are
It's
fucking
real?
right.
It exists.
What a fuck?
No, 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 no.
I'm,
If this
ru-
focuses,
I'm
if this
ruining our
focuses-
reputation.
It's literally
No.
just
No.
a
It's
cheeseburger.
Is it just like a
plant-based.
but it's
vegan?
plant-based.
Oh my
Why
god, wait,
did
can I
they-
manual focus this shit?
Why did they call it the McPlant? You know what we
McPlant,
call it
yeah,
over here.
100%.
We have like
Look,
it's called
at
Beyond
this shit.
Meat, or they just say it's like a vegetarian alternative.
Locked in.
They don't
okay?
call it the fucking McPlant.
McPlant.
Chicken selects.
They're having
so
they're
funny.
having too
Oh
much.
my god.
Dude, I guarantee the people in the EU McDonald's
Focus on the
boardroom were
McPlant,
having
please.
a field day naming this shit.
The McPlant.
Chicken legend.
Dude, do you guys know about
chicken
the?
legends and the McPlant
Guys,
and
guys.
the chicken selects.
Do you guys know about the
Oh fuck it, I did.
Doggie?
The
I have.
McPlant.
Do you know about the
Yeah.
McBarge?
Fuck off.
What?
Yes, you know what
Oh,
it is.
I
You
feel-
can't just throw Mick in front of everything.
No, no, it's a real thing. Listen, in the 80s,
I give up.
the McBarge was a floating McDonald's. It was a boat.
What?
There was a, you know, I'm showing it. Hold on, I'm showing it. Wait.
Barge.
Okay,
No bullshit.
As a
No
Canadian
bullshit.
where
Hold
everything's
on.
normal
No,
with
hold
restaurants, what on God?
Hold on. No bullshit. This is real. It's a boat. It was an attraction in Vancouver, Canada in the 1980s. It was
No.
called the Friendship 500 McBarge, and
Not
it was
in
a
my
floating
country.
McDonald's. on a boat, and the idea was that you could move it wherever you wanted. And I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you, dude. This is fucking
That was not the
cool.
play, bro.
Why
No,
did
this is
Canadians
cool.
do
You
this?
you can't deny that this is cool.
My people? No. I'm moving McDonald's.
You can't deny that
Moving
this is sick.
McDonald's is crazy.
Check this out.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
I can deny this is sick all I
Check
want.
this out.
This looks
Imagine,
horrible.
imagine being like you're at home, right? And you're like, "Oh, I'm really
This
I'm
thing
really
actually,
hungry.
this thing could be docked in
And
any
then-
like.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh,
get
city.
wait,
like
that's cool. Yeah,
seasick
that's actually
while I'm
really cool.
eating McDonald's.
No, it comes to you, dude. Imagine that.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
you're at home. You're
What?
like, man,
It
I'm
just
really hungry.
floats
Why is it
my
so
way.
big?
And the boat shows up at your front door.
You guys just have no idea.
They
the
have it
McBarge is
downstairs at
awesome,
McDonald's,
bro.
bro.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it was
like
double
docks at your
story. And
port.
do you want to see
How
the
do you-
interior?
Yeah, I do.
It was
they
actually
have-
nice.
I'm so done.
It was actually
That does
quite
look-
nice.
What the fuck?
Jeez,
This is the
Titanic.
McBarge-
More absurd than GD.
This is the
McBarge.
McBarge interior. It's actually kind of nice.
I'll show you more UK
That's
fast
crazy.
food. This shit is crazy.
Okay.
That looks like the Krusty Krab on the inside. No offense. Take that out.
This
it
was the
literally has
80s.
its-
SpongeBob
Why,
didn't
why does it have the
exist.
little like thing on the
Play the
seats?
play the song.
I'd argue that Stephen Hillenburg got inspiration from the McBarge.
Dude, this is literally the Krusty Krab.
How did they? I don't know. This
Play
is
the-
like a
play the Krusty
cartoon
Krab main
country
theme.
thing. Those windows, bro. Yeah, it's literally Krusty Krab.
Dude, it's sick. If you don't think it's cool, there's something wrong with you. Like, honestly.
All I think.
Look, if
man,
Yes.
If it
Oh
makes,
my god, my AdSense just came through.
Dude, if it
Let's
makes
go.
you feel better,
Sorry,
the
my phone's
McBarge
celebrating.
has been docked away from civilization for like 25, 30 years, and no
is
one
it
wants
like a
to buy
rare
it.
artifact now?
It's like abandoned.
It got abandoned because
creepy pasta.
creepy.
it got abandoned because
Exploring the
I'll tell you
abandoned
why.
McBarge at 3 a.m.
Abandoned
I
McBarge.
got shot.
I'll tell you why. So
Ronald McDonald.
it got abandoned because they wanted to dock it in a place in Vancouver for like this some event, but the contractors or like I think the city just couldn't come to an agreement, and so they were
So
forced
they
to
just
like
left it
anchor it like a couple miles away, like in just a random part of the lake or river, and it's been sitting there forever.
What if you order
That's-
McBarge on Uber Eats and it says you must have a port to order
You
McBarge?
must live in Vancouver, Canada. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I can't
Jesus.
imagine, like, I legit want, I really wish, this might sound, I hope that one day it goes down like the Titanic, but no one's heard, obviously. But
It's already
thinking about
like
the
sinking a
McBarge
little
sinking.
bit, but
Like the McBarge, imagine you're just there like, oh, I can't wait to get Mackies, and then you're outside and you see it start sinking.
you want to see other pictures?
No,
of that?
my Mackies, mate.
My double cheeseburger!
What am I gonna do?
You guys
on
are gonna be sad
Tuesday,
when you
mate?
see this.
No, don't tell me it's sank.
No.
No,
No.
please. No, I can't handle this
So we
information
need to
right
get
now. Actually,
someone
don't
down
shout.
there.
It's gonna
that figures it out.
Tell me off
capsize,
stream
the
if it sank.
McBarge is gonna capsize. Atlantis, dude.
Check it
Atlantis
out.
people be eating good when the McBarge come down.
Atlantis
Dude,
McBarge.
We
this
eat some
guy's-
McDonald's
Ate
burger
a
on the
McDonald's burger on the
McBarge.
Look,
McBarge.
this is what it looks like now. If you're curious.
Oh, he found it.
Oh
Yeah,
my
he's
god,
found
abandoned
McBarge.
McBarge?
You see
He
how it's
abandoned
like-
me. There's
it's like
graffiti
sinking-
all over the McBarge.
Joe Weller needs to go here.
Who's that guy? We should get that guy on. Who is that?
We should
What?
get.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Dude,
we get
yeah.
Joe Weller on.
They have
But
to boat
hello,
over
mate.
to the McBarge.
People stripped it of its copper wiring and stuff to sell it.
No, the copper.
Yeah, guys, should we
Wiring
get Joe Weller
McBarge.
on the Dasher podcast? It'd be funny.
Mr.
Should I actually
Beast should
ask
do
Joe
this.
Weller if he wants to come on?
Oh yeah, hit him up. Ask Joe Biden.
Yo, get Mr.
Joe
Beast to make one
Biden.
of these for. Oh, never mind. He doesn't do Mr. Beast burger anymore. But he could
Oh
have.
my god.
Golden opportunity missed, in my
You
opinion.
can probably get face sway on here. Low-key.
I love
Dude, I am
Funny.
so pissed. He showed up to your chat and I didn't get to say hi to him. I was a phase kid as a kid, and when I saw,
He's gonna
poor
come back.
You.
He keeps coming back, so you'll find
dude,
him.
I need to. I'm gonna be stalking. Your
I
streams with
asked
phase
Nepesta
sway
and I
to pull
just
up.
don't have a response yet.
Nepesta doesn't answer DMs. He looks at them. That's it.
I can DM
Yeah,
them.
he doesn't. Yeah, sometimes he just doesn't. Like
Yeah.
he forgets.
Don't worry.
I've
I'm
had
trying
that.
to be
Like
strategic.
sometimes
about
I DM
this.
him and we have like a conversation for an hour, and sometimes I DM him and it's like nothing. So
I mean, he's a busy guy.
it's a relatable thing.
People
Yeah.
try and DM me, but they don't realize I'm out like stealing copper wiring from abandoned houses. Like I have stuff to do.
Yeah. Why do you think the McBarge
Yeah.
is sinking?
You're
Because
well,
ice
imagine-
caves going
we're
and
gonna-
taking
we're all-
all the
Dude, we
wild.
gotta
all
get
as a
off the
group-
fucking
we're all as a
McBarge
group
thing.
gonna go out to the McBarge for one of the podcast episodes, and it's just gonna be fucking upside
Dude,
down. when we
imagine
get there.
somebody bringing a computer there and turning on a face cam and just playing GD in the McBarge.
You know, bro, I swear, you know, people
Oh.
have mic qualities that are so bad. You're like, where are you playing right now? Oh, the
The
McBarge.
McBarge.
Yeah, Doggy.
Not at the
Yeah.
McBarge right now.
Doggy,
the
200,000
McBarge.
sub special. You gotta just play outside.
Really?
Just
That's
take your
all-
whole
yeah,
setup
that's all it
outside
takes.
and just say nothing
so
and see how long
annoying.
it takes for people to be like, "Why are you outside?"
Beat a
Hey,
list
they hear the
level in a
birds
McDonald's.
chirping.
Yeah, just playing like a town square.
No, play beat a list level in a
They don't
McDonald's.
got those, bro.
It doesn't have to be the
Aw.
McBarge.
True.
Yeah, play outside though, like the Boots or something. British people know. There's always a
could-
Boots
yeah.
in
Dude,
a town
what
centre.
are you
A
talking?
boot.
That's like the
Whatever the
central
fuck that
place.
is.
The zero.
You don't know what
British people
Boots
in chat.
is.
I don't know what boots is.
First
Yes, there are.
McBarge, Victor.
You don't have Boots.
have
No, you know how like wait, you know how they have on Point of Crate all like the countries? They need to create a McBarge.
See, Grave know what's up. There's always a Boots.
Doggy
a
representing
Greg's.
McBarge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Greg's.
Greg's.
McBarge.
And what else is there? What is there in every British town centre?
You guys, I'm
Bro
sorry.
said there's always a boots and a Greg's.
I don't get like. Listen, this is
There's
my.
always a sex
Finn,
as
Finn.
well.
Why is it
No,
that
there's
every
not.
like
No
time
way.
that I talk to someone that's from
Yeah.
Europe, they're always like, "You don't know what this is," and it's the craziest shit I would have never heard of in my life. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh no, what do
you
you
guys
mean?
don't have this.
Yeah, there's a store over here called Sex, and it's spelled CEX, and they sell second-hand like
Oh my god.
tech.
Yeah,
Like,
so
I got a phone from there once.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone came up to me and he's like, "Oh, you don't know what sex is? The shop."
what sex is this
Oh, you don't have sex in Canada.
Dude, Germany has the least serious language. Fucking anti-baby
That's a European
pillin'.
thing.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was on Hypixel one time and these people were speaking German, and so I just said anti-baby pillin' in the chat.
That's the
Oh
only
no,
way
there's
you-
not a B&M. I'm down south, so we're like B&Ms are like a below the GDP area thing. I'm in like the rich area of the UK, so we don't have B&M anywhere.
What is a B&M? Wait, I can't with this.
It's
We
like
have
a
to move on.
value store.
We have to move
So
on.
it's like
No, no,
TJ Maxx. It's like Marshalls.
I'm in like
it's like
Surrey.
Ross.
If people know Surrey,
Doggy, do you
they'll
have a
know
know
what
TJ
I'm talking
Maxx?
about. That will instantly explain the lack of a
What?
B&M.
Doggy, do you have a TJ Maxx where you live?
No.
No
TK
Marshalls.
Maxx.
Dude, I went to a TJ
Yeah.
Maxx
No.
once because I went to New York. Okay, listen, this is actually a pretty funny story. Food related, I guess. Because we don't have any chicken over here. Me, my brother, and
Somehow.
2 of his friends decided to legit drive to New York and go to Chick-fil-A. So we drove to New York to get Chick-fil-A, and we went to a TJ Maxx because we don't have those in Canada. I actually got something from the TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx has cool
Maxx.
stuff.
We have TK Maxx. Is it the same thing as TK Maxx?
Why are you
Wait,
guys
what do you buy at
special?
TJ Maxx?
Why are you-
TJ
is
Maxx.
Is it clothes?
They just changed
Yeah,
the letter.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
their
closed. Oh
retailer.
my
Yeah, yeah, it's TK Maxx.
Why
here.
did I don't
TK
understand.
Maxx is goated, yeah.
TK Maxx.
Like what is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
point?
you know what?
Why are you
Why don't we?
people-
I didn't know it was called TJ Maxx.
Why don't we
Just
ask
have
the
Walmart
guest
here.
where he shops to get clothes?
I don't have clothes.
What do you mean?
I don't wear clothes.
Dude, you're actually a
What do you mean you
villager.
don't wear
No,
clothes?
I just don't.
The
no,
Nepal-
we're
What do you
clothes.
go to
White
school
shit.
in?
We live in a world of villagers.
Okay.
Dude, I
We
see-
have like the leaf.
I read that comment the other day on a video of like just people getting mad at nothing, and that was just what I. It's like okay.
Yeah, we're all villagers. We all just dress in like a single band around our waist and a big leaf at the front.
Did you guys
Yeah.
participate in the Rise of Gru meme where everybody like wore a suit to the movie theater?
Oh my god.
No,
No.
I did
Dude,
not.
I did
I
that.
did not do this.
You actually
You didn't.
did
Yeah,
that.
I did.
You did.
Dude, I bought a.
Can't judge,
I had to go to a
man.
You
wedding.
bought. You
What
did
did
buy
I
a suit
do?
for it.
You didn't
though.
do anything.
Well, listen, I'll tell
Best
you.
Why you said I can't judge?
I'll tell you.
Judge, 'cause
Listen.
if you've never
Okay,
done
do
it,
it.
you have to do it, dude. You have to just be there.
I had to
Really,
buy a
Fast movie's
suit
coming out.
anyway.
Dress up like Freddy. You'll get it. Everyone else there will be like Freddy.
I will tell you. Just hold on. I had to go to a wedding, so I needed a suit anyway. So I went to H&M and got like a nice one that fit. And that meme just happened like be relevant at the same time, so I just got that out of the way, kind of like scratching it off
Yeah.
the list. So, I mean, dude, new
I don't know.
experiences are fun. Just
Oh.
just do shit.
See, you think wearing a suit is like a special occasion thing, but in the UK, wearing a suit to school from year 7 to year 11 every day. So I've
What?
worn
By
enough
suit, do you
suits.
just mean like, you know, attire, or do you mean like a
Like-
literal suit?
Like trousers, leather
Oh
shoes,
no, he said trousers.
shirt, blazer, tie.
So uniform.
What?
Because I had to.
Yeah,
we-
uniform.
We
but
had to wear
ours is
uniforms.
That's
basically
really
At my
annoying.
old middle
Yeah.
school, I had to wear uniforms, and that shit sucked.
I didn't. I was the only.
You
person
had
with
to have a
freedom.
button-up
Doggie,
shirt and
did
pants.
Did you
Nah,
need a
never
uniform?
Oh, okay, so that's
never
fine.
uniforms now.
Let's
Dude,
go.
you don't know
Me and
the
Doggie
struggle.
represent- Me and Doggie are
Yeah.
freedom in this call.
Oh, you don't. You had your button-up shirt. That's free. Bro,
It
we
actually-
had ties and blazers, even when it's 30 degrees. You just had to
I
melt.
don't get the point of that ever. It's really dumb.
They just
I
want
know.
uniformity, like different
wants to practice
grades
being
wear
formal.
different like colors to signify grade. It's just kind of like devoid of
Yeah.
personality, like with wearing
It is
what you
not
wanna
the
wear.
18th
Yeah.
century. Is my argument to any people who say that. It's like
Maybe
dude,
it's to make the poor kids
Yeah.
not feel bad, because then they only have to
Maybe.
wear one thing.
Yeah,
that-
uniformity.
the thing is, you know what my school did? My school legit said like
That's what it means.
you don't need a uniform at all. You can
makes
get
so much
one
sense.
if you want one willingly, and it doesn't cost you much.
Yeah.
But you can wear whatever you want to school. That was
Oh,
normal.
so it's always the neeks who wear the uniform.
Dude, Doggy, I want to hear some. Dude, we have so many funny school stories. We should just go around,
Yeah.
just tell
Yeah.
them.
Oh yeah. Well, I have a good one.
We should let go Doggy start.
I think.
Doggy,
yeah,
go
we'll let
first.
Doggy start.
if you want, you don't have to. But
I need to. Bro, there is some good ones.
Let's
I need
go.
to make sure I don't mess up telling them.
yeah, just don't dox
Well,
yourself.
okay. Well, I'll tell you one time. Well, this wasn't really a specific time, but back in 3rd grade, my teacher had these airheads that she would give out because airheads are fire. And me and my friends had this thing called airhead time. We called it airhead time, and when everyone was out of class, we would just go and steal a bunch of airheads out of the box. And we made it, for some reason, we made it really obvious where like the entire box was just gone.
Dude, your
randomly.
stories are just so much more innocent than mine. Like,
Oh, mine are terrible.
Oh no,
God.
we'll get to it.
Yeah.
But,
Stealing in 3rd grade,
we can
bro. I
just
didn't even
we
do
can
that.
just go clockwise, so Nico can go next.
I have
Yeah.
so many.
Well, just
I'll
let's hear
tell
it.
one from similar. Yeah, I could.
Yeah,
go
we
with
could
rather...
we could just go up in the
Airhead
intensity.
trafficking.
Okay, yeah, sure. So my
Yeah.
first ever like school story, I was in like elementary school. I forget what grade, like around 3rd grade as well, or something like that. And cause Canada, there's like French, and I was playing soccer outside with my friends and whatever. And this teacher, I don't know what I was doing, but this teacher came up to me and was speaking to me in French, and I sucked at French, so I had no idea what on earth she was saying. And my like stupid little kid brain, because I didn't understand what she was saying, I was like, what if I just say no to a teacher? Like I've never done it before. So she said something to me. She like was waiting for my response. So I just went no, and she like went in her like French rage. And I didn't know what she was saying. And I was like, I don't know if this is going my way or not. So I just said no. And then, like, no, I didn't. I
What?
said yes.
Okay.
I said yes, and I got detention because what happened was she was trying to get
Oh.
me to do something. She said, "Can you do this?" I said no. And then she's like, well, why are you saying no to me? Like, do you think that I'm stupid or something? And then because I was freaking out, I said yes. So I got detention.
God.
And when I
The
went there,
one
my
time
teacher
you said
said,
yes.
because I was legit, like, I never got in trouble as a kid and stuff like that. So my teacher saw me there. She's like, why the hell are you here? I'm like, I wanted to see what happened if I said no to a teacher. She's like, you can leave. And she just let me go.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like. Oh.
Yeah.
All right, I
Uh,
have one.
Who's next? You. Okay.
Dude. I'm gonna find this as well, because I tweeted about this in 2017, and I know people can find it if they look hard enough. So, for some fucking reason, I got detention for this. I had a financial literacy class that was in this pretty long computer lab, and you could change the backgrounds on the computers, because obviously you could just download an image set as background.
where this
Everyone
is
knows
going.
this. And so, since it was 2017 and I was 15, I changed my background to Roblox Gucci. It's just not even like bad, really. It's just like dumb.
Why?
And I guess I guess I had a sub in the class that day, because my normal teacher would not fucking care at all. But I got detention for it. Like, why? And I had to go. I had to go. I literally had to eat lunch in the basement in school. with like one
My
other
God,
guy,
you
and
went
we
to the
couldn't say
dungeon.
anything for 30 minutes. It was terrible.
My stories are so crazy compared to these ones.
I'm gonna
These
find
are-
the
they
image.
start
I'll
off
find the image
small.
and I found it.
Alright.
I found it. Wait, wait,
I-
let me, wait. Hold on. I want to put this on the
I
screen.
don't have a small one though.
No,
I
hold
just
on,
have
this
the,
is
like,
important,
The crazy
okay?
things that
I want to see the Roblox Gucci.
I'm gonna put
Yeah.
it on the screen.
I want to.
Check this out.
1984 to you.
This is what it was. This has 1 like, by the way. Look,
Oh my god.
this got me
Yeah.
detention. I got
Detention?
I
detention
got
for
you
this.
detention for that.
Yep.
They
Yeah,
really
No.
they really put their foot down. Enough is enough.
All right, all right.
Oh my
can go
god.
next.
I have so many good stories. Alright. I will what's it go? I hacked the school once and basically at the
Okay, that's
start of
quite
the
the
day at the start of the day there's like a message board shown to every year. And it was just a Google Slides link that if you had the link, you could just edit the message board. And I got the links for every single message board. And we
my
would
God.
edit like what it said, but only slightly. And so it'd be like there's English revision, and we just put our friend's name. It said like friend's name must attend, and it was so funny. We're gonna have like Sweden Day, but yeah, that happened, and then what else? There was like my teacher set the floor on fire
What?
deliberately.
What?
What?
Oh, was he like a
She had
chemistry
enough.
teacher?
Yeah, it was a chemistry teacher. He poured ethanol on the floor and set it on fire to demonstrate the low burning temperature of ethanol, and nothing happened. So,
Well, you can't see it.
and I accidentally set fire. We would burn stuff in the Bunsen burners as well. We like melt
Bunsen
highlighters in them.
burners?
The
The
Bunsen
what?
burners.
You have no
I need to
idea.
leave.
No,
we
You're
got
not, a, you're not a
access to
chemist. You wouldn't get it.
we got access to fire in like year 7 when we were like 11. So we'd
I
just
know what a
melt
Bunsen
shit.
burner is. Oh
like
my, why is it called
we get
that?
something made of metal, we just
Bunsen burner.
heat it up until it got red, and then we'd mess with it and like try cut through things.
You had the 1,000 like degree knife before it was a thing.
That is the most 70
Yeah.
IQ response you could have given.
Am I wrong?
No, but
that's
like
what we're trying to do.
that's like the freaking 1,000-degree knife. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
am.
we set a jar of ethanol on fire once, and we were freaking out because we didn't know how to put it out. Then the teacher came over and put
Oh
a
my
lid on
God.
it and just stopped, and we're like, oh.
That's
I have a really
interesting.
good one, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna wait.
I have more, but they're like insane. I want to hear the more
I just-
insane stories.
I
you know?
Go-
wasn't
go
gonna
over
go
it.
insane. I don't even have something that's like.
No, you can
Like,
go
I
all
have an
out, dude. This
insane
is your
one,
but-
chance at redemption.
No, I really don't have anything.
How can you
like
top
that.
like lighting the floor on fire?
I have one
Well,
that could top
well, the
that.
security guard had his ball sack out, but like.
What? Okay,
You
well,
can't
there
just
you go.
say that and then. Okay.
You're like, well, how are we gonna top that? Instantly tops it.
How are we gonna top that? Yeah, this guy at my school put his nuts out one time.
Not even a guy at my
The
school, the
security
security
What?
guard. He's like 80 years old.
Dude,
Oh no!
Yeah, I talked about it in a video. His
Not
name's
the
Le-
wrinkly sack.
His
Oh,
name's
God.
Lenny. And
His name
Lenny.
is
he was
Lenny.
just sitting there. I mean, he was just sitting there, and we could see his. He didn't like obviously take his fucking shorts off.
Well, it
but,
wasn't
like,
intentional.
wasn't intentional, but I guess he wasn't wearing underwear for some reason.
Did anyone go up to him and was like, mate, you got a little, you know, like,
I don't know.
got a little
I don't
issue
think
there.
anyone's
There's
gonna
an
walk
image.
up to Lenny and be like, "Yo."
Yeah, by the way, your sack's...
I don't know how to. I don't know how to tell this. I don't know how to break
He
this to you.
he
bro.
also like crashed into he you could ride on the golf carts outside, and he crashed into like the bathroom and made like a huge dent and ran over someone's
Dude, golf
like,
carts go
laptop.
like
What is
5 miles an
Lenny
hour. What the
doing,
hell
bro?
is it made
I don't know
of?
what he's doing. I don't know
Lenny
how he did that.
Dude, we had my school had a really awesome custodian. I'm not gonna say his name because you could definitely find him, but like he was like actually chill, like HD trailer chill.
I have a question. You want to hear my crazy story?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess?
it's your turn. I kind of
Yeah,
just felt
your
like
turn.
So, I have a lot of really crazy ones, so it's gonna be hard to choose. But it all revolved around the same friend group, and this is only gonna be like a story that revolves specifically something that I was a part of or around for.
Yep.
It's like an example of something that was crazy that I had no part in. Some stupid senior lit a plastic, like you know how the garbage cans that are made out of plastic, they lit
Oh,
up
yeah.
50 firecrackers in there, and we all had to leave the school because it was burning plastic. Anyway,
Yeah,
but
that makes
with,
sense.
with the story that I was a part of, I had like a friend group who was going through this random phase of wanting to destroy everything for fun because it was our last year.
And they're like, because that's sort of like what happens when you're gonna graduate. People are just like, fuck it, let's just fuck shit up. And
Yeah.
I didn't really care. And my friends, we had specifically two really crazy friends, and we were outside sitting on the bleachers, and obviously, like the bleachers have been there for a long time, and they're sort of like some of the steps are a tad wobbly, whatever, right? But it's all
Yeah.
welded. So we're sitting up on the bleachers. One of our friends like notices it's wobbly, and any normal person would just be like, oh, whatever. He decides, no, 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 this is war. He starts like stomping on it and all this and that. We're like, dude, you're not gonna take that thing off. It is welded on. And then he gets our other crazy friend to. They get like he walks off. I don't know how like what happened or what transpired. We're outside of a school. He leaves. Right. I'm gonna just say his name's Max. Max leaves. He goes over. He comes back with this huge wooden plank. No clue to this day where this wooden plank came from. He puts it underneath the seat. Our other friend, I'm gonna say his name's Johnny. Johnny gets a rock, and they start like making this contraption where the wood's underneath it, and they're throwing the rock at the seat, so it keeps on the wood keeps on smacking it, and we're just all watching from a distance, like there's no way. And then we see it starting to give way. We're like, there's no fucking way. The bleacher seat on the right side pops off, and they get to work on the left side. We're all just watching from the distance of like we're not getting in trouble for what they're doing. Johnny gets the second one off. And he just picks it up with like his arms and starts running at us with like a bleacher seat, like a humongous bleacher seat in hand, like this huge metal one. And it just starts running. We all go inside, and then he just like he didn't know what to do with it, so he just like left it outside of the school entrance. So some random poor teacher later on probably went back inside and saw like, why is there a huge part of the bleacher just outside doing nothing? Like this, and that's
Yeah.
technically like destroying school property and could have got him like really like in a lot of trouble.
That probably could have gotten his parents
crazy.
involved too.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
cause
like,
like
it was-
they probably have to pay for damages.
And I'm talking
Yeah.
like a bleacher seat that's like made for like watching like a
Yeah,
soccer
yeah,
game.
I know what you
That's
mean.
where like it's huge.
Dude, mine, oh my god. Do you guys have, I don't know about your guys' high schools, but mine had an outside area to eat lunch. I don't know if you guys had
Yeah.
that. The
During
pavilion.
like COVID.
Yeah, this was pre-COVID. We had a
Sure,
pavilion.
you got COVID.
We
school.
had, okay, so the building was like a C shape, and in the middle of it, the pavilion was there, so it was kind of surrounded by the building. And you could go out there. It was a nice wooden pavilion. You could eat outside. May or may not have had a part in getting us absolutely kicked out from that, and making it so no one could eat out there for the rest of the year, and the year after that, and the year after that.
Oh my
I had nothing to do with this, and let me just preface this. It's just my stupid ass friend named Kyle. That's not going to get him doxxed, but it is his real name. All right, so he just kept fucking making a mess. He kept just throwing milk. He kept like beating the shit out of the wood, like destroying shit, like lighting stuff on fire, like. But the breaking point, it was so
Yeah.
bad. The breaking point. So it's like a rectangular shape. He walks all the way to the end. He gets a milk ready to just fucking smash it on the ground, and it slides all the way, and no one cleans it up. Not even anyone that's at the school cleans it up, and it keeps building up crust, like just gross milk.
literal cheese touch.
Actual, yeah, and it's a line.
Oh.
Keeps building up.
The milk touch.
And I guess that finally made the custodians like break. They must have complained to like the administrators about like these kids actually can't go out there anymore. Like I'm not cleaning this up. And so and so the next day, it's just like a commune at that point. We just go to our lunch and go outside. But then there's people at the doors and they're like, "You're not going out there." And we're like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "This is closed." And we're like, "Why?" And they're like, "Can't tell you, but don't do it again." Kind of like how you get banned on OSU.
Yeah.
Insane
And so like
comparison.
no one could go outside anymore. We ruined it for the entire school. The whole goddamn
God.
That's
school. We
crazy.
ruined it for everybody.
Yo, those motherfuckers. Damn you.
All
I'm
because
surprised.
goddamn Kyle decided to throw a fucking carton of milk on the ground and have it slide all the way. It kind of sounds lame when I put it that way, but you just had to have been there. Like,
Where he was just
Yeah.
drinking with milk, bro.
Oh,
think-
bro,
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. Okay. Are we doing my stories now?
yeah,
I've a few.
Yeah.
Okay, so about it kind of relates to Lenny a bit, but we
Oh my
had
God.
there was a rule at our school, which is that you couldn't like take up your skirt because all the girls would do it. They want a crop skirt, so they pull up their school skirt, and you weren't allowed to do that. So the teachers would be like, "Can you please like put that back down to a normal level?" One of the PE teachers, always the PE teachers, pulled it down himself, like to the correct level, and he got fired for that. Did you guys have muck-up day? Or I guess you got
Okay,
senior.
Why do you
senior
just say
prank.
words
You
and connect
English
them? These aren't
people.
real things that people
Senior,
do.
it's senior prank day, right?
Okay, yeah.
It
I
was really
have
Okay,
bad
there you go,
muck-up
there you go, there you
day.
go.
It was really bad later on, but at this like in the earlier years when the school was less strict, it was really good. Basically the year 11s would just torment all the year 7s by like chasing them around with like
What the
eggs.
fuck? That's not
And one
what
of my
we do.
All right, how to basic.
Really?
No,
They
we're
would just
normal.
no, they would just herd them around like wolves, and like we were the
Jesus
sheep.
Christ, dude.
And we'd just be you go out at lunch and there'd be like a massive crowd of year 7s running around like getting chased and having eggs thrown at them. One of my mates like Ewan got a bag of flour like opened onto him, and he was just covered in flour for the rest of the day.
They just terrorize people.
I'm
Bro, over
picturing
here,
somebody.
they gross stuff.
I'm picturing somebody getting on the bus just actually drenched in flour, and just the bus
Yeah, I
driver's
think-
like, and you're just like, no, it's fine.
Oh,
Just,
it's muck-up day.
Someone tried to set off firecrackers and they threw a bunch of stink bombs in the hallway. They threw a shit
dude,
ton
that
of them on
happened
the
in
one
my
of, like,
school
fat
too, but it
teacher.
wasn't a senior prank. Somebody just got mad at the
Oh.
establishment and threw a smoke bomb in the cafeteria and got expelled.
Oh
Like-
yeah, we had a
like
computer
how,
science
though?
teacher. We would just like stalk him online and find weird photos from his life and set them as our wallpaper in computer science.
Jesus Christ.
Doggy,
Or
is your
our
school,
Google
like,
Classroom
normal
profile picture.
compared to what we're describing?
This stuff has never happened, but my
You
school
were-
is probably
Damn,
not
this
normal.
Oh
is-
wait, no, I've got to get to my worst story. So this is like, the guy lived. No, let's just make that straight. Okay, the
He
guy was
lived?
fine. Yeah, he lived. But
Past tense.
it was the year below's, and there was this kid in DT, which is like design technology. You know,
Yeah.
you're in the
Graphic
workshop,
design,
so
right?
instantly you know what's going to happen. Someone was messing around with a file. If you know what a file is, I'll send a
Filing
picture of
cabinet?
a file. No.
No.
Oh my god, the English.
File.
It's gonna be
probably
like-
it's for sanding
something
things
so
down.
weird.
Oh, you mean a sander?
one
You mean a
of-
belt sander?
No. I'll send
A
a
nail
picture.
file.
It's one of these.
Yeah, just a
Bro.
nail file. Yeah.
Someone's
what did you
messing
say
around
you
with
call
it. No,
that
they're
over there?
massive. That one's like 30 centimeters long and it's made of solid metal, right?
Yeah.
And
Right.
if you've ever used a file for sanding, we use it for the pewter, right? So
Yep.
some kid was messing around with this, threw it, and it lodged into a kid's head. Like
What?
it was just
Jesus.
sticking out of the kid's head. And
What the
there was a
fuck?
picture. I can't send it because I never had the picture. Some
And
other
that might
person
get us
had it,
age
but
restricted.
They had they had an assembly where they said like if you have the picture and you send it to people, you're expelled.
Oh my lord.
Jesus.
But yeah, it was literally just sitting there. He was obviously in shock. He was like, "Oh, there's this like
Yeah, I'm sure that's the
file
exact
just
sound
sitting
he
out."
made too.
But the guy was fine.
Bro, we had
And there was
violence
also a
here,
dude
though.
who got stabbed like on the way home from school, but I think that was because he was mixed up with gangs. But he was fine as well.
That is.
No one died at school,
Damn.
I don't think.
Casual murder in cold
You
blood.
don't think?
That's happened. where
Yeah,
I'm
it was
at.
like accident. It like the metal bit came out of the handle while he was like doing some karate chop with it. But yeah, the teacher for that was stressed.
Somebody used a bandsaw to cut aluminum in my engineering class, and while
Oh,
it did, and while
God.
it did work, like, dude, I gotta preface.
It's gonna get hot.
Yeah, but dude, I have to preface. I loved that class. Like, awesome teacher.
Yeah.
I got along with everybody, and everything was chill. Like, we could. This sounds like silly now as an adult, but dude, we could swear. Like, he didn't give a shit. It was awesome. We could do whatever, and if we failed, that's not his fault, kind of thing. And we used the bandsaw for wood because we did woodworking and we had to build stuff, robotics. You get the idea.
Yeah.
But I guess one of my classmates wanted to cut some aluminum, and so there was a joint room connected to the main engineering room with the wood shop, right? And everyone would just work in there, whatever. And everyone was just working, doing their thing, and then he decides to cut aluminum, and everything's normal, and then all you just hear is
Yeah.
like just super
Yeah, it's-
loud, and just everyone just starts looking. Everyone just starts looking at him.
Okay, for those who do
What
not
does
know,
that sound?
I'll show you a
aluminium
bandsaw.
is like the worst metal to
Aluminium.
work with ever. Like I was working with it once when I thought I wanted to do engineering for a bit, and you have to squirt coolant on it like the entire time you're cutting it, or it just gets insanely hot and like it just overheats and dies. That reminds me, I broke a lathe.
Actually,
and
it
was
might
like
have been a table
20,000
saw.
pounds.
You know what?
I
Should
was-
I tell my
No, it's a
last
bandsaw.
story for school?
Go for
Yeah,
it.
go for it.
Yeah.
So, there's other ones that I have that are. I have one that's related
There's
to
a bandsaw, by
mainly
the way.
like more of a prank. There's another one I have that's just like straight up like violence. So I'll go with the prank one.
Yeah.
Continue. I just gotta use the bathroom real quick.
So, pretty much, it was
luck.
same friend group, same one of those two friends, Johnny, and
Johnny.
Johnny
Let's go.
hated. Johnny wasn't the brightest. He wasn't the smartest kid on earth.
Oh no, I see what you're saying.
And Johnny, we had a teacher, an English teacher, and he like loved to pick on people, right? And a lot of teachers like do. And it's
Oh.
never deep though. Like I know like a lot of quote unquote picking on teachers and like people do and like I hear stories about it. It's just like no, like they're just bullying children. No, like this guy was genuinely just like he asked Johnny because we were all reading a book. I'm like, Johnny, what page are we on? And he couldn't answer, so he just like made a little joke towards him about that. And that caused Johnny for like the rest of the year to like hate this guy like to an absurd degree. To the point where like we'd be in, like at lunch and the teachers would like sort of walk around occasionally, whatever, because they had breaks too. And if he was in the vicinity, like that teacher, Johnny would just go all quiet, just go bastard, 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 and just like because he like couldn't like operate when he was near me, just would talk shit about
That's
him the whole
crazy.
time. But this all culminated because
I'm
he was
back.
a crazy kid. This all culminated when he one day during like we had English class with that teacher and it was the last class. And
Bastard!
usually at the end of the days, like when the teachers are done, they lock the doors and leave. He forgot to lock the door, and nobody notices this except for Johnny because it's Johnny. And Johnny decides, no. He like calls me over. He's like, "Yo, come here." I'm like, "What on earth are you doing?" He opens the door. I'm like, "Okay, like what are you gonna do?"
Whoa.
Turns the light on, takes all of the chairs, and he basically in the ceilings of my school's infrastructure, it was basically like a flat surface, but they had bumps. And these bumps were somehow perfectly shaped, like there were beams, and these beams, you could fit a chair on the ceiling and it wouldn't fall. And he knew this for some reason, and he just started putting all the chairs in the fucking ceiling.
That's
And
really funny.
And
Dude,
he
you gotta get a
left, and
picture of
He
that.
came in the next day, and all like he came in late too, so his whole class was waiting outside for him to open the door. He opens the door, and everything is on the ceiling. And imagine-
That's
Oh my
funny.
god.
I'm trying to picture the actual engineering of the ceiling, like how the fuck that's even possible.
Yeah, what does that even mean?
It's basically
Cow.
imagine just like a roof, right? But there is three massive like sort of not rectangular. They're rectangular.
Yeah,
but
we
they're
need the
angled
picture. You gotta
beams,
find that.
And they just go across the ceiling. And because he did this randomly in another
Oh,
class,
I see
he
what you
hated that
mean.
teacher
Yeah,
too.
I see what you mean now.
He hated another teacher, and he found out that was a thing because he was like, he picked up his chair and didn't know what to do with it, and he just started shoving it in the ceiling, and then it stayed there. And he had gained that knowledge and like that
Oh.
transferred into.
Dude, I
Like
broke
an
a
Easter
fucking.
egg.
I managed to break a desk in half. But it was
Oh, I
already.
don't
It was
even know
already.
how
The
you did
weld
that.
was already kind of coming off. You know that metal piece on like the side of like American
Yeah,
desks.
yeah,
The
yeah.
like where you can just like kind
Yeah.
of grab. That was kind of coming off, and so over like the course of like 2 weeks or like 1 week, I would just kind of like occasionally just kind of pull on it to see if it would come off more, and eventually I actually got it off, and I just put it in my backpack and just brought it home, and I don't know where the fuck it is now, but I also
I
did
stole
that
a
with
CPU
It's a devious look.
from
I
a
love
school
how Doggie just here
computer.
listening to crazy shit that we did, and he's just like,
Yeah.
I'm normal.
Yeah, you're like the good kid, but no,
the fuck
me and my
happened?
mate, it was during break, and we were in the library, and there was a computer, and we are like, what happens if you go inside the computer? So we opened it. And I took off the cord, and I just took out the CPU of the computer and took it home. It was like an i3 3100 or something.
Dude, I could
$30.
sell this for $35.
But that was the time third gen was like new gen.
Oh
but-
shit.
That's great.
Yeah, I didn't know the value of PC parts then,
Dude,
but that
Yeah.
was like
devious
my origin
licks.
story.
I'm so glad I graduated
Um,
before that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, Doggy,
same.
did
I
you
think-
did you have that during your time at school where like kids in your grade
Yeah.
just like do shit
Literally
like that?
just stealing shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there was
Oh, we
like a
always did
sink
that.
stolen.
Yeah,
Remember
but
the teacher
that-
get really angry at the
yeah,
end
but
of
the
always the
difference
best
between
one.
taking those
you
glue
and Doggy
sticks.
is that the kids when we were in school didn't do it for attention. They just did it because they
No,
thought
they
it
did
was
it because they were
funny.
bored. They
Yeah,
just like
and that
felt
too.
like it.
But now it's like anything for like short-term attention on TikTok. Like it's a disease, dude.
Yeah.
Johnny would have been
Yeah, it'd be like
famous
that.
on TikTok if like that was a thing because he was the type to just randomly like go up to something and break it.
Do you want to hear a disgusting one? This was like an early TikTok trend. Do you remember the one where people would like go into stores, lick ice cream, and then put it back?
Oh,
Yeah, that was
Oh,
some
yeah.
bullshit.
That
people
was
went to jail over
terrible.
that, dude.
Yeah,
Was
people went to
that-
jail
I just
over
saw
that.
one video of that. Dude.
And then
that,
there
like,
was
actually a
outrage
trend?
because the
Yeah, no,
fucking
that was a
idiot's
trend.
family is like, this is not right, even though they like are bad parents. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I don't know if that's mean or
That's-
not. I'm not a parent, so.
Oh, I just remembered George at my school. George was a specimen. He like he was like really autistic, but we'd mess around with him.
Oh god.
He would just get angry at anything. Like one time the teacher said something wrong and he got really mad and started like throwing chairs at the teacher. And I think in PE once, he went like berserk. I think he threw a basketball at me, so I threw a basketball at him, and it was a pretty good shot. It was a headshot.
you kill
And
him.
he just like went to like insane mode. He was screaming, and like the teacher tried to stop him, and he was like pushing the teacher out the way, and he grabbed a basket of like basketballs and started throwing them at me, but he missed all of them.
Dude,
And they had to be
overhearing
escorted
like
out by the teacher. And then I had a lesson with him, but he hid my clothes that were in my locker, so I couldn't like find my clothes to get out of my PE kit.
This is the most like.
And
How is this?
the next
weird?
lesson I had him in it, and he made like a story about like a snail, and he named it like Finn. And like he was talking about how the snail like sucked.
Bro,
He like had a vendetta against me after that. It was
dude,
insane,
overhearing like anything related to like a fight is like, I'm sure like most people here have witnessed a fight in school, because
I've
especially
been in a
me,
fight.
like my old
in a
school was
fight.
really bad. Like their fights would break out every
It was
week,
brief.
and like I would just have to watch. And that weird feeling inside of my body every time like I have to just witness it, it's such a weird, it's like a burning sensation. I don't know how relatable it is.
I don't know.
It's like very weird.
I just remember there was a kid called like Will who was bare annoying all the time. He was so annoying, and he would do little things right, and they'll retaliate, and the teacher would be like, "Why'd you do that?" Ugh." So one time I just went up to him and I socked him right in the face, and he didn't annoy me after that. I only got an internal.
Yeah,
think.
the
I
only one who
learned.
hasn't
That's
gotten
the
in a
strat.
fight?
I don't know what an internal is though.
Oh, it's
it
like
just detention?
it's like detention for the whole day. So you just sit in a room and you get
Okay.
your work.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, for us that was ISS,
Oh right, yeah.
internal suspension. I don't know.
Yeah, internal
school.
exclusion is what we had. Yeah. So
legit
I
thought
got
so.
one of those for spraying chocolate milk on someone once.
Y'all are
Spraying.
devious.
Fucking specific.
Yeah, I
Like, but if they
squirted
deserved it,
chocolate
though,
milk
like-
on the
Yeah,
dude.
hold on.
He
We gotta
did, he
hear
was
this.
really annoying.
Okay, he did deserve it.
He was a really annoying kid. Like he bullied me since like year 6. So
I have
one
one
time
last-
I just
I have
sprayed
one-
chocolate milk on on his shirt, and it like stained the shirt. And he went up to a teacher who saw it and was like, literally, a teacher was inside looking through the window, saw it. He went to the teacher, and I ended up getting an internal. I had to buy him a new shirt.
Oh my
Wow,
lord.
that's.
So I
would
gave
just-
him one of
I
my
would
old
never do
shirts, so it was really
Also-
shit.
I got one
Oh,
last fairy
yeah,
tale.
okay, so
Then
goodbye.
I have to go at 6. But
Oh
the last
yeah.
thing I'll say was this is probably the most absurd one. It's in
Let's hear it.
relation to detention because I used to get detention a lot
we
in my
did, bro.
early years of high school because I now in retrospect ADHD I could never finish my homework ever, and I would just I had a friend
Yeah.
group who didn't care, so we would just never do homework, and we would usually always just be in detention together. It was me and my friend, and me and him we'd always get in detention in math class because this one teacher, if you didn't do one question, you're in detention. So like every
Mm.
lunch, it was just me, my
That's
friend, and the teacher. And it got to the point where we were there so often, like our teacher didn't enjoy keeping us there because he couldn't do anything and do the shit he wanted to do. So it got to a point where he started just being on his phone during detention. And once me and my friend were reading because that's what we were supposed to be doing, and he was playing Clash of Clans, and we could like hear it the whole time. And we were looking at each other like, "Is he
Oh my
fucking
God.
playing Clash of Clans?" And he was like, "Yeah." And he was doing a raid, and he failed the raid because you hear all the troops die, and you hear the dun
No.
dun dun dun. And he failed with like 49%.
Why does he have the volume
He
on?
raged. He literally like punched his desk really hard. And we all just.
Oh.
I'm not gonna
me and him
lie,
just
he
looked
sounds
up
like an
to him.
idiot.
And
That's
he
so
just
funny.
no, he was like 26 or something. Like he was young, and he like for a teacher, I mean. And he,
Oh,
like,
it was the
raged at
teacher.
desk. Yeah, no, the teacher.
Oh,
raged
I thought you were
at the
talking about a
desk.
kid in like silent
no.
lunch. I'm like, is that guy a fucking idiot?
No, it's literally the teacher like raged at Clash of
Yeah,
Clans.
yeah.
And me and my friend just looked up at him like, "You good?" And he just kind of like he's like, "Y'all can go." We're like, "Okay." And I literally went
That's
over to
really
him like,
funny.
"Yo, what town hall are you?"
What do you say? Let's hear it.
He was town hall 8, and he got
Damn.
49%.
8.
He,
Jeez.
he's like, I got 49%. My bad. Like, I was just like, it's fine. We just left.
God,
Oh,
man.
Bro raged at Clash of Clans in detention
Oh
as
my
the
god.
teacher.
Yeah,
That's
no.
That's good.
Yeah.
he
good.
stopped giving us detention really after that. He kind of just let it slide because he was like, honestly, he was embarrassed. Which I mean, yeah, me too.
Did you guys ever used to
Especially-
mess with the computers? Like, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I would just,
We would do
I
that.
literally, in grade 7, I would literally just put stuff in the disk drive and just shove pencils in it and whatever. Just because like, it wasn't mine.
Everyone
Well,
was trying to
yeah.
download
No, I
Minecraft.
just stole shit.
Yeah,
from
Dude,
the
I
internet.
did
was
something
trying to
kind of
steal
like that. You know what I did? This is like some 900,000 IQ, like ahead of the curve behavior. So obviously you can't get Steam and download games from like the school Wi-Fi, right? They thought about that.
Yeah.
So you know what I did? I would
USB drive.
I pirated them, put it on a big flash drive, and I would take it to school, and I would play games off of that. I literally, I'm not even kidding.
Oh.
I had GD on so I don't know if you guys' schools does this. Every student had a partition like on a cloud server, so like a gig or 500
Yes.
megabytes
Oh my
just
God.
per student. I just put GD on it, and it took them so long to figure out I had GD in there. And then when they finally saw it, they fucking deleted it.
Damn.
Oh.
And
Oh,
I would
that was
play
my-
I would play BeamNG Drive in engineering class, like on the school computers. I would play like Minecraft, like whatever. So the desperation to just play games in school, the desperation to do anything but do my work
Yeah.
was so hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A dude called Freddy. I still see him. So, a friend called Freddy, right? And he's in computer science, and they teach you in the lesson how to make a script in Python that would make text files and how you can mess with files in Python. He made a script that would duplicate files,
Oh god.
and I don't remember what the original image was, but it was like something bean.
My friend did something
Like,
similar, and you know what my friends
But,
did?
Yeah, so we decided to take up as much room on the school drive as possible. So Freddy downloaded a picture. It's like the NASA picture of the Andromeda Galaxy. It's like a gigabyte, and he ran the script on that, and he crashed the school servers and filled them up
Oh
with
my
crap of like this picture of the Andromeda Galaxy. And we weren't allowed to have like network drives anymore after that for the whole school.
That's funny.
Right.
Because
Like
it took the school down
such
for so long.
retaliation for like compliance in my school especially. I'm sure everyone in the chat and on like listening like that was in school or is now uses a VPN, but like I was in school when that was just a new thing. Cause you know what we did? Somebody in our grade like was good enough friends with the IT guy to where we just got access to the teacher internet because it was much better. Cause you know
Oh,
the
damn.
student
That's
internet
hype.
is like
Jeez.
free, like
Yeah.
open, like trash security.
It's garbage.
And so everybody in the grade, everyone in school actually just used the teacher Wi-Fi, and somehow they didn't find out for a long time. And then when
Oh.
and we would just use a VPN on teacher Wi-Fi. But then they found out and kicked everyone off. So then people either had to use the shitty Wi-Fi or use cellular. And then they use cell blockers to block your data, which I hate, by the way. I'm so against that for many reasons.
Yeah, what if there's an emergency?
Yeah, exactly. You can't call somebody. Like, there's no reception.
Yeah.
That
What
I
if
am
there's, like, a
I am
school shooting or some
extremely
shit?
I am extremely against cell blockers. They are fucked
Yeah.
up.
It's like oppression.
It's actually just, it's not even, yeah, I don't even, it's not even, it's just fear.
Yeah, that is weird.
All right.
Yeah, it is.
We are getting to the point in the stream where it's nearly
Hold on, we
been
gotta hit
3 hours long.
It's 1 minute to 3 hours. We have to hit it.
Yeah, well, we'll go another minute, but I think now is a good time because we're done talking about GD stuff. We've exhausted that, right? We're just doing stories
I always
now.
want room
And-
for improv and just to hear like the guest
Yeah.
just talk about like things that give him relatability and just talking about other things because it's refreshing. But
Yeah, we need to
the
hear
GD
something
topics
doggy.
are inevitable anyway. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
covered it
That's
first.
what I do the most too. There's the most to talk about, honestly, for me.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
wanted to talk about other things too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's good.
We could talk about like 2 more
Talk
things.
about other things. Huh?
We could talk about like 1 or 2 more things.
Yeah. Well,
We've been We've been
Let's hear something from
rambling for a
Doggie.
while.
I want to hear doggy lore.
Yeah,
Alright, let's hear some Doggie lore.
that is
I
something
mean,
we got to work on. Just making the guests talk more.
What exactly? Do
Yeah,
you
what
guys
have you been
wanna
doing?
know?
What's new? What have you been doing?
Oh shit, bro! Literally Geometry Dash.
Oh, all right. Well,
Yes,
bye
I
bye
know.
now.
It's over.
Oh, with
Yeah, are you
AOD?
doing like an AOD stream later?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jeez, I might tune in.
yeah. That's
Dude,
really,
Zoink
like,
was literally playing GD on the podcast.
Yeah, he like
Really?
nearly
I
beat Slaughterhouse.
honestly
my.
probably should have been like, dude, fucking stop. But I didn't say anything.
That's literally his background. You know, like kids will be on like TikTok and shit. That's his TikTok.
That's
If
just
he's
Yeah.
bored,
TikTok
he beats
Slaughterhouse
Slaughterhouse.
beating it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All power to him
I
though.
wish
He's
to look on
good at
AOD,
it.
by the
Least.
way.
He was a
'cause
good
that's
guest.
that level been, yeah.
I do
not-
hope that his presence on the show kind of showed people the human side of him a little bit, like as if Tidal Wave
Yeah.
didn't do that already. But you know, that's some
Yeah,
good
showed the
advice.
human side.
He actually proved he's a person and has thoughts and isn't just a machine that beats levels.
Yep.
I also saw that one video. It's like a Vortrox video, and he was in it. It got like
Oh,
a
true.
bunch of views.
Yeah.
That
I
also
got
did
so
that.
good. I was saying like if he made content, he would get so many views.
Oh, wait, I actually have a
Zoink,
question.
yeah.
Doggy. Any videos in the works?
Yeah, we got
Ooh.
a few. I want
Yeah,
to get
what's
some
coming
stuff
up?
out before 2.2. I mentioned this like when I was playing Scoop and Circle. This is like a year ago. I wanted to make a video of like, just basically all my unfinished levels because
Ooh.
I mean I have a lot of them,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I do too.
and I just want to get that out before 2.2. Show them what's up. There's some like really good ones and there's some really bad ones too.
I
Like,
was
I'm gonna show
thinking,
some from like 2014.
I was thinking
Yeah.
to
That would
myself,
That would be
like,
super cool though.
I was thinking to myself, like, yeah, it's not coming out this month.
You know,
I just knew
wait,
it
okay,
wasn't.
Doggy, what did you think when Rob announced October? Did you think he'd not October.
Announced
Did you think he would
October.
actually do it in October?
Yeah, I mean I was like, well, if he's putting it on a video on his channel and like actually announcing it and all that,
Yeah.
and I've just been like, I hope they get it out by October. Then
Yeah,
I
that sets
trusted
a
him enough.
precedent.
But
Yeah, I was like,
yeah,
like okay, October, cool, but like I wouldn't be surprised if it
I
was
legit
like, not
audibly
October.
said my first reaction to seeing the October date. I was watching it by myself. I audibly just said out loud, November! As like a
Really?
half joke? Yeah, as like a half joke. And
I
like,
want to give Rob the benefit of the doubt, but he just like he is a good developer, but he is just so terrible at delivering things. Like he's just not
he
a
is
good
the
promiser.
Kanye of
like
the gaming scene.
Yeah.
yeah, I couldn't work on 2.2. There was a bee in the office.
Dude,
I wonder
literally.
like how often he really works on that on 2.2.
Dude,
It's been clear
he
that
lives pretty
recently he
comfortably,
actually has
man.
them.
He's got a nice house. He's got a nice Cadillac. If it were me, I'd have a Porsche. But you know what? To each his own.
Part of me
That's like a
thinks
wife.
he just doesn't
He has a
care
horse.
anymore, and he's like really trying hard to pretend to care.
No,
And,
no.
like he's like, oh, do I finish
You
it?
know what?
It's like,
You know what I
yeah.
think is
Yeah.
Rob is always like
What?
with 2.2 specifically. He put himself like at the end of the day, as much as like we shit on like the physics and stuff, because it's a horrible thing that needs to be adjusted. But like outside of that, when you actually watch the trailer and stuff, he went so unbelievably far and beyond what anyone could have ever expected someone like him to ever do.
Yeah,
And
it's
it makes
amazing.
sense
It really
why-
is.
It makes
Yeah.
sense why it's taken so long, but at the same time, is this the way that he should have gone about it? No. Did he do it anyways? Yeah, and I mean, I'm still excited for the
Yeah.
update because of that, but and also at the same time, yeah, like, dude has like, I always say it because it's a funny example. The dude has a fucking horse. Yeah, he has a horse.
I mean,
Why?
his wife.
know.
was-
He has a
I didn't know
horse.
he had a horse.
He
Rob
has
Top
one.
horse.
You don't know that Rob Top has a
It's
horse?
because his
I
wife
didn't
is
hear
a
about that.
horse rider.
You know, he literally sent a
Damn.
picture.
I thought you were
of
gonna
a
say
horse.
because his wife is a horse.
No,
That's
he
crazy.
just has a horse.
Eee.
That would be bad. No.
Bro, y'all are.
I mean,
Anyway.
so out of pocket, bro. Because his.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
What's he use a horse for?
I'm not gonna lie.
Like-
I've done my research, and you know, I mean, it's not hard to find his home address. You can just look at it on Street View. Like his
Oh.
his like
the fuck?
business.
This is news to
like,
me, dude.
the Swedish version.
When-
Listen. The Swedish version of LinkedIn has him and his wife and his brother and his dad and his mom. I found all their Facebook profile. It's not hard to find. Okay.
What are you doing?
What-
You're
why-
like
why-
stalking Rob Top.
You know.
No, I was just
too
curious.
You made the
was
history of Rob
just
Top. You're just
curious.
curious. So
I found her
you're
Instagram
like
too.
fucking, like that guy from You. What's he called?
Did you know, Nico? Did you know? Oh, fuck.
Joe.
Okay, I'm gonna. Be,
Joe
this is gonna be
Goldberg.
bad, but did you know that Rob Top's brother is named Nico? Nico Topala.
No, with
Nico
how's it spelled?
Dabala. That
It's
makes
spelled the
sense.
same way.
So much
Spelled the
sense.
same way.
No way.
Yep.
I am
No way.
long lost. It all makes sense now.
That's
Oh, I
gonna be
wanna-
so
I wanna ask-
confusing when we
but
get
ask
him on.
Doggie.
I'm saying
Insta.
this stuff because it is public information and it is just something you can just go find. I wouldn't just
Okay,
spew
but, like-
nonsense if like.
Okay, but like, have you seen the Sniper Wolf Jack's film saying technically his house is public information, but saying it in
His
public
house
was not
is.
a good
Yeah.
thing,
I
was
wasn't
it?
the first person to find it.
Alright,
I'm not agreeing with Sniper Wolf. She can burn in hell, but like,
Listen. I want to ask because this is like, because Doggy, you create as much as people don't like. It's not the focus of what you do. You do create. You are like a creator, and you're capable of making things. Do you actually? Are you excited to like create shit in 2.2?
Oh yeah, bro, I'm ready. Like
You're
see-
ready.
Anyone that has seen me just drop the Gins 2, we're making
yeah, I
we're
did
making the
see that.
Gins 3, and it's gonna
No.
be
Gins
Oh
3.
my
the Gins
god.
3 is gonna be really
Yes.
fire.
Begins free.
It's funny is I
It's
actually might
legal.
have a 2.2 project for you to verify. BT dubs.
I'll bet. Well, we'll see.
I can't wait for Gins free. I
It's
can't
gonna
wait to
be-
drop Gins trilogy video.
Literally, I'm gonna probably make a platformer version too, where you go through a bunch of whole like shit.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I
I'll
wonder
tell
if you can
I'll tell
make,
you
like-
after the stream. I'll tell you after the stream plans for thing that I'm making, but I think you'd really like it. So
you
Yeah,
told me
there will
this
be.
already.
I don't know. I don't think I've told. I came up with it like yesterday, and I like brought it up.
Okay,
to
maybe
someone I
you
wanted
didn't. You
to
told
work
me
on it with.
another idea then.
Yeah, but like
I-
2.2,
yeah.
dude, creating is gonna be crazy. All I'm
D-
saying.
Also, this might be a dumb question, but isn't the game like way more optimized now? Like way more optimized, or
I
is it
hope
like?
I
think-
think
I
so.
think
I
it
think
is.
he
Similar.
made it vectors. So
I just mean like in sense of like the way levels load, like just the game, how the game works on a
I
functional
think it should be a lot
mechanical
faster.
standpoint. Okay, yeah, cool.
but it might not be.
I
It
think
probably
he- I
runs
think he-
multi-threaded.
I
is
think
my
he
bare
finally
minimum.
decided to not make it a mobile game.
I heard that he can't make it so that like because you know how the 4 GB patch allocates I think it allocates 4 GB of RAM to the game if I'm
Yeah.
not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that in the current state of the game he can't go over 4 because of the way the game is coded, and if he were to like have to fix
Yeah,
it, he would have to
32-bit.
recode the entire game, which
I
I'm
think he
sure he already
literally did,
has.
though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the thing with the 2.2. What people didn't realize is like that also must have added so much time to the development.
Dude,
If
more
it's,
than
like,
4 gigs of RAM, this game will run hopefully so good. Like, I personally have 32 gigs of RAM, and you can just imagine that kind of performance.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
got
that's-
32, but I keep running out, so I need to go like more.
I only have 16.
32 is pretty standard for like a gaming computer in this day and
Yeah,
age.
I want to get
Honestly,
64
you
'cause
don't
when
need
I edit
more.
photos, I'm hovering at like 31.8.
Yeah,
So-
After Effects, bro.
Wait, Doggy PC check right now.
No, Lightroom.
Dude, we
Lightroom.
all use different editing softwares. I use fucking Vegas still.
I use DaVinci
Lightroom's
Resolve.
for pictures.
Wait, Doggy, what do you edit with?
I use DaVinci.
Final Cut Pro.
Oh my lord.
Is
I-
Final
Oh,
Don't
Cut
even-
good?
you pay
Just
you
stop.
shelled out for Final Cut Pro?
What do you mean shelled out?
Dude, he's actually a
Shit,
lobbyist.
how much is it?
It's like
500.
300. It's like $300. But I mean I paid for that like a while ago, and bro, I've
To
gotten
be
use
fair,
out of it.
Yeah.
I really want to edit Final Cut Pro. It looks so good.
Dude,
It's so fast.
I
If you have a
wanted-
Mac as well.
I wanted to get
Yeah.
like when I was choosing an editor, I changed to DaVinci Resolve, and it was because it was free. Because I wanted to
My
use like a regular software, but I didn't want to pay $500 because I was a kid, and I'm like, I would totally pirate this if I wouldn't get a virus frame one. And now I've been using DaVinci Resolve for like 5 years.
Dude, you know what's funny? I still use Vegas 14. The one from 2013.
That's because you're crazy.
Vegas 18 literally doesn't run as better. It literally just runs worse. I think it's because like I don't know why actually. I really don't. Like the
I
preview
haven't
quality is literally slower. I think it
haven't,
might just be
uh,
the amount of things it has and the modernity
Yeah, it
of
has
the
more
program.
professional stuff in the new one, but you don't really use that.
No,
Yeah,
not
editing
really.
software
Don't you
can
still
be
have to
super-
like
I used
pay for like every new Vegas update?
That is a
that-
question I don't think I can answer.
I think with
Oh,
DaVinci, the reason I use that is because when I was exporting in Premiere Pro, it was so slow, and when it wrote to the disk at the end, it was so slow. But DaVinci Resolve was so much faster for exporting, and HDR, like rendering HDR stuff, grading, it's so much better. So I just
Bro.
use that.
I
It's
accidentally
free.
chose the good software.
So one good
Also, I
thing
wanna
about
add-
Vegas 19 though is it finally, or 18, whatever, it finally introduced hardware encoding profiles for rendering. People are saying the audio got fucked up. Did something happen?
Jump scare?
Let's see.
see.
Audio's fine. It's first thing I see.
Yeah,
so
it's
easy.
fine. It's fine.
No, it was fine.
Yeah, I don't know that someone was bugging. But yeah, hardware acceleration. If you edit videos, everyone here in this show edits videos. We can all attest to that. Mwah, beautiful.
Can I ask? I want to
Oh,
see.
yeah.
Doggy, how long would you spend editing like an average video of yours or Nepessa's or whatever? Like just on average.
There was low-key a formula like in like 2020. It would be like, since obviously I edited like per stream, it would just be like the stream's length times 2, and then that would be how long it would take to edit that stream. But
Oh,
now
man.
now it's I can get it less. It's not like there's no formula anymore though, but it is like at most it'll take as long as the stream is.
Is your
Jeez.
favorite part of the process also editing? Because that's mine.
No, I hate editing. I hate
What?
I
editing.
don't like editing.
Dude, I'm the opposite. I hate writing. I don't
I
know.
love
I'm not
editing.
sure how much writing you do.
all of it
but
sucks.
I would like writing.
I like it when I get the final result at the end. I'm
Dude.
like, yay.
Okay. Fun game here. So I made a Minecraft iceberg video, right? How many pages do you think that script is?
36.
140.
Doggy, got a guess?
1.
Okay.
He might be onto something if it's all bulletin points.
Yeah. No, it's 60 pages.
Damn.
That is so. That takes
a
a
lot.
lot of time, dude. That takes
Mine
so much
double-spaced?
time, man.
Yeah.
You know what's my favorite
Not
thing with editing
double-spaced.
is, dude, doing editing where you. That's not a surprise when you said Doggy. For me, like, I love editing for like when I did Ice Cave versus BGram stuff. That was so much fun because I could just creatively
That-
do
yeah,
whatever
that
and make
was-
it funny
I
and
think that
whatever.
editing's more
Editing
fun.
Ice Cave versus FNMO4 was very fun.
Do you want to know
That's
what I
what
to
think?
attest to that.
I think editing videos is more fun when there's not like a script that you have to rely on as much. Because for me,
Yeah.
in my case, everything is a production. I'm not just like recording something and then editing what I recorded.
Oh yeah,
you
dude,
get what I
re-recording
mean?
lines is the worst thing to
Like
ever.
what I'm very formulaic in the sense of how I do it. Like I write a script out, then I have to voice the whole fucking thing, then I have to put it into a timeline
Yeah.
and edit it all. That just takes a long time. It really does. But as opposed to like say like a reaction video, that's like the bottom of the barrel, or just like a GD video where there's no script and you're just going along with it because you don't need a script. I think it's much easier because there's no you don't even need to write anything.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun. You just kind of edit together the funny bits.
I actually like, but that's like my least favorite type of editing, like
Really?
stream highlights. Maybe it's because I'm just so sick of it, but
I mean,
That's-
it
yeah,
could be.
that's very
I'm
good.
kind of
I
tired of
really
writing.
enjoy it. I really enjoy just editing like something where I can kind of be creative with like how I design stuff or something. Like the part I edited in the GD10 video, like I had so much fun doing that.
Huh.
You know,
And, yeah, I just can't. do
I could
streaming. It's
imagine
fucking
getting
annoying.
tired of that.
Dude, I forgot I was in that. I did like
Wait, which
1%.
part did you edit? Was
The
it the, like, the
2020.
compilation?
2020 in the montage thing at the beginning.
Oh,
nice.
cool. Nice.
Rafer did
Yeah,
an
the montage
amazing
thing was really
job,
good.
man.
Wait, Doggy, can I ask who put the damn for Slaughterhouse as the top one? They put the fucking Cash on Me SpaceUK intro.
I forgot.
Like,
I forgot, bro. I wish I.
I remember
Oh.
seeing that. Like they used that one.
Whoever's name is after
My-
mine in the credits.
My icons were in it somewhere. I think it was for Limbo.
Limbo, yeah.
Sure. Oh my god.
I fucking forgot I was a
noticed it,
part
by
of
the
that.
way.
I did research on, I think it was something in 1.9. It was something. I did like a little bit and helped out a little bit, and I just forgot. Like, I didn't even make the mental connection in my head that that server was going to be the GD10 video that RobTop uploaded.
Yeah.
And then like I was watching it and I was in the credits. I'm like, what? Like, huh? And I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
It was made so long ago.
Yeah, like it was a while ago. It was like, when did it even start? I
2021?
could check the server.
I think 2021.
Fucking old.
Yeah.
That is the oldest
Yeah.
GD like video project, isn't it?
Probably.
It's like the ocular
What
miracle
was?
of videos.
The ocular.
Even though it wasn't that long.
What video is this?
The GD10.
Wait, ocular
Oh.
miracle can actually like be rated now officially as one level, most likely when 2.2.
Yeah, that's
Dude-
what I'm thinking. I hope they do that.
Dude, what if it's just broken? Just doesn't
I
work.
won't lie, Doggy with
Oh,
grief.
yes.
You know how I've been
Hopefully.
waiting for 2.2 to come out to like do stuff with it. Obviously,
Yeah.
that level like is not. It doesn't like the servers. I noticed. Like I uploaded unlisted
Oh.
as like a test on my account because I was trying to like not lose that level. When I uploaded it, it like failed 14 times. Even like making copies of it because it has the copy bug, it wouldn't go up. And when it did go up, it like didn't load until I refreshed the page for a minute. And I'm like, I'm not putting this up on the
That's
servers.
weird.
I have a
it
feeling that
wasn't-
like
Yeah.
I have a
It's not
feeling
even
that
super
2.2 is gonna
object heavy.
fucking-
It's just like, well, it's like what 200k, 250k, which is like not object
Yeah.
heavy for a project that big, but for GD standards, ugh.
Well, you also
2.1.
got to remember how
Yeah.
many
I mean,
people have
Grief-
4 gig
Grief
patch.
has work being done on it. I think Griefer's redoing his part. I don't know if did he
Yeah.
tell you that?
He redid the intro to his part. I still gotta. There's still grief stuff to do like that. That's just sort of like such a.
Yeah.
Nico.
I'm
He
just
said
ready
he
for the update.
said he tried to tell you about it and you
Oh, no.
just didn't exist.
No, I was not on my. I
Nico.
did see it.
Can you talk
Yeah.
about Griefer,
Yeah.
the whatever happened with that? Because I still have no fucking clue what happened. Like how he got his
Griefer,
part
like, it was-
removed, something
Oh, okay,
drama.
okay. That's Bergata.
Oh, that.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
not
it wasn't
Griefer.
great. Griefer's cool. Griefer's like
Ah,
never
the
That's just
done
drama.
anything bad.
So pretty much what happened was Griefer made his part. He liked his part. It was in the level, and that's usually where things would end. But Griefer's like me, where I'll make something and I'll hate it later, and I'll flip flop between liking my work and hating it. So he flip flopped to hating it, and then Bergata, who was way too excited to be in the level, which fair enough, decided that he would he offered to redo his part. So he and Griefer worked together on remaking his part completely, and it's like Bergata's quote unquote canceled part in Grief. And I just didn't like it anywhere near as much as I did Griefer's part. And I told Griefer, like, listen, like, you made it, and I get it that maybe you don't like it right now, but I like, as the host and whatever, I'd keep your part over his. And then he would flip to liking it again, and then he would flip to not liking it, and it's just sort of the cycle. So like now he's flipped to like, he says that he's done with it now, and that he redid the first like quarter or like 40% of the part, and that should be it. But like, all the drama stemmed from Bergata basically being like, I made this part for no reason, and I literally told him like, if you make this part, I might not even use it.
Dude,
Like,
we
that's what I
should
told
Yeah,
just go
his
to the
part was
extreme.
really good.
You know what we should do? We should just go to the extreme. All right, who's your least favorite Mega Collab post? Do you think you got what it takes to say it?
I don't even know the answer.
Let me think.
Need some ideas in chat.
Because there are some that are just like
Yeah, can we get
relentless.
ideas in chat?
Exit.
X,
Accent.
yeah,
He hacked everything that he was.
that is true.
Remember
Exit
what
literally
I
Zone
would
said?
say Cherry Team with their verifiers, the treatment of their verifiers has historically been terrible.
Oh no, I changed my
Like,
mind.
absolutely
APT.
terrible.
APT for that reason.
sounds-
I think Cherry Team, especially with Lord Vadercraft,
Exon's
with
legit.
Mayhem, he verified Mayhem, and they like
They wanted
completely
deleted it.
like deleted
Yeah, they
everything,
wanted to delete all of Mayhem,
and they blamed it
couldn't.
on him. And then the waterfall stuff going on right now, and like the stuff that happened with Firework and like Karumi and all the verifiers there. It was like
What people don't get, which I know for sure, Doggie, you can relate to, is people don't get like the how much goes into like picking a verifier and the verification process actually happening is so like, especially like nowadays, like levels can take like a year to verify. So like,
Yeah.
there's always bound to be issues. It's just a lot of the times like host won't take the time of day to fully consider and weigh their options properly, or will put in too much faith into a player to fix mistakes that they've made or don't even know exist.
You know what another thing is? People tend to forget that like verifiers are people, just like you.
Yeah.
yeah, they're not like a machine. That
They're
takes
just not
time to
like
upload
an
it.
entity that can just verify your level and then get on with it.
Yeah, like Doggy with you and
Yeah.
Slaughterhouse. Remember when you told me that you had to do like the what's it called, the alphabet?
Yeah,
The Australian
alphabet. Yeah.
And because it was like, it was so much time had passed, I was just like, is it okay if like I give it to other people for now? And you're like, yeah, sure, because like you're a person, and like I was like, cool, like that's like how stuff should go.
I'm surprised Dolphy verified Silent Circles as long as he did.
Oh,
That was for years.
Yeah.
That was dedicated.
bro. Oh, okay, I know some insider.
That's a
information.
whole other.
Boy was not dedicated. Boy would just like
That's a whole can of worms.
I'll say this fast and get it over with because I have something else to say. But he apparently, according to Zinvire, which I mean, Zinvire could just take this with a grain of salt. But Zinvire did tell me that Dolphy got to the point of only playing it when Zinvire was threatening to kick him. He's like, dude, it's been so long. You're not streaming. You're not doing anything. I'm gonna kick you. Dolphy's like, no, I stream today, and he would start streaming. And
Okay.
like that's what Dolphy would do to avoid getting kicked over and over and over and over
Yeah.
again.
Interesting.
I stream
But
the level.
again, like people need to like treat their
I stream
verifiers
level.
and like see how they are as a person. Like also, Doggy, reason I chose you for Grief is because also you're a creator. You understand how the editor works. If you make changes, I trust you with making these changes. Because unfortunately, when other people choose players who can't work in the editor, it results in things like
It
mayhem.
results in Avernus, even though that was
Yeah,
intentional.
mayhem, Avernus, stuff like that. It's just like, dude.
Just things being broken sometimes, or just being
Yeah.
like really weird.
it-
Like
and
I can have balancing issues. Like I can make wave parts really hard, but I think the clicks
That's
work.
reasonable.
as
You know,
they should.
for you, when you balance
fine.
it, you'll balance stuff around your skill set. Everyone does, but like every time that you do something, it works. There's no
Swing
like
syndrome.
stupid bullshit all the time. Like that's it.
Stop.
Here, I'll give you this. Who do you think the worst verifier is? Ooh.
I don't want to.
I mean, Lord
There's a
Vader,
name that comes to
Darami.
mind, but I don't want to say it.
Wait, Doggy, who
Yeah.
did you say?
Darami.
I mean, it doesn't mean we hate them. I mean, it's just.
Historically, he's been bad,
Can I be real?
but his
Yeah, go
dedication,
for it.
like right now, with the younger.
I
is insane.
think currently, in my opinion, I think the worst verifier, which I think this has changed, but previously with their track record, I would say Lord Vadercraft, just because
Yeah, probably.
not like
Yeah, it's number
him-
2 probably.
him with his
He might
verification,
redeem
he-
himself with Eyes in the
Yeah,
Water.
no,
though.
I really hope he redeems
Yeah.
himself because he's a very passionate player. He clearly cares about like the things he's doing. He's passionate about the game, and I respect that a lot about Vadercraft.
He's likable.
It's just-
yeah.
A lot of people don't like if that's like exactly like his skill set. The way that he bounces around his skill set is just like horrible for everyone else, and that's just how things are. And that's like what I think Darami is, but Darami was to like a lesser extent. Darami has the old like this used to be how GD was when like back in like 1.9 and stuff. If something was broken and you were the verifier, you were just like, oh, that's a part of the level, and you'd never change it. And that's why Darami like as a verifier like has such a bad track record because his mindset is if it's broken, it's probably intentional, so just leave it as. And like nowadays, like if something's inconsistent and doesn't work, we just fix it. But the old gen
Yeah.
mindset
Yeah.
is, oh, that's how it is. But
Mhm.
I also
Yeah.
like with verifiers, like
I mean,
with bad track
Phobos.
records and stuff, they
But
can
that
always
was-
turn it
Say-
around. They can legit always turn around their track records really easily.
I would say bad verifiers, arguably Zanny.
Oh, by
with
the way,
whole
This isn't to say
Swy
they're
thing,
bad people.
That
Let's
was
not-
pretty
let's
Oh,
bad.
yeah,
no,
no,
no. This is just as a
Has-
verified.
Just
Why
so
negative
people
was
realize,
really
like,
bad.
because it got unrated.
just so people realize.
And-
Sorry, I keep interrupting, but I just want to get it out there
Yeah.
before someone takes it out of context and is like, I
Yeah, it
can't
has
believe.
nothing to do with them as people.
Yeah, we're not talking about them as people. We're talking about them straight in the sense
Saying
of how
someone
good they
like
are at verifying.
Vadercraft is a bad verifier is very different from saying they're a bad person.
No,
Let's
he's
just
Yeah,
get that
Vadercraft's awesome.
clear.
He's a cool guy.
Because there's a lot of people who
what I've
just
heard,
you know,
he's a really
spew
nice person.
stuff.
Yeah, no, I've gone to his streams. He's really nice. He says hi to
Also,
like everyone.
I have something.
But
with
yeah, what I was
Zanny.
saying was what was it?
It was about
I've
Zanny,
forgotten
right?
now because
It was
Blue
Zanny
wants
and
to
it was
say
Zanny
something.
and Swy. It was Zanny and Swy. You were saying.
Zanny and Swy, yeah, and there was Zanny, and I feel like every verification he's had after that, he's gotten a verification, done it for a bit, and then he's dropped it, and it's gone to someone
Wait,
else, and
I
then the
actually
level's
have-
lost all its hype.
I have an insane
And
story
those
with
Wood
that.
Kids, Zanny
Dude,
went up to him
oh
like,
my
and
God.
just make it auto, and then it
Yeah.
publishes an auto, like,
Woodkid had the absolute
Jesus
biggest
Christ.
downfall of any level in the
listen.
entire
Yeah.
game.
That is
I'm,
so
I'm
true.
about to defend Zanny
Any
on the
level.
real.
oh,
Because
what's the
this is-
Zanny defense?
The Zanny defense is Zanny legit is a victim of circumstance because I've been friends with him since like 2000, like early 2019 or late 2019, I forget. And every time that he gets these verifications that are big, it's always the same cycle, and it's so annoying because from an outsider's perspective, you don't see it. He has a verification. It's super hard. He wants it to be super hard, and then the host just tells them to like rush nerf it and get it out instantly. And Zanny just does what he's told, and as a result, like with Swy, I used to call with him when he was verifying Swy, and his version of Swy that he was trying to beat was so insanely hard. And then
Yeah.
APT's like, dude, we need this out like as soon as possible. So Zanny, anytime he died to someone,
Dude,
would
that
just
is
nerf
so,
it.
that is stress
Over
that
and
I
over.
just
Swy
don't
was his
know
best
about.
verification.
And that was the same thing with Silent Circles. Zinfire literally said just like nerf it into the ground. If you die to anything, get rid of it. And what do you think Woodkid was? Woodkid was the same shit. Jakers did not give a single shit.
Do you
about the
remember?
level.
Actually, this is the worst verifier of all time. GD Alex. So just said that in chat, and I remembered it. I just
Like
hadn't-
the
I
old
did,
man
like,
said, that's a whole other can of worms.
37 to 41.
And GD
Wood
Alex
Kid.
is so crazy.
Didn't N level get like 12 on the old version of Woodkid, and even that was hacked?
I don't know. I got.
I heard
That's
that.
all
I
Woodkid
remember
was
he got like
incredibly hard.
12 on it or something, and I don't remember if that was hacked.
Oh my God! Someone
Rico
said
LP.
Rico LP. I changed.
He's a
my
bad
mind.
host.
Don't talk to me about Rico
No,
LP.
what Rico did to Promethean, dude.
Jesus.
No, I take back my Lord Vadercraft statement.
Promethean
I
could not
think
have been
it's
good,
tied.
right?
I think it's tied with Rico and Lord Vadercraft. IMO.
What else is
Rico,
Rico LP
Jesus Christ.
verify? Oh wait, Blade of Justice.
Rico as a whole is just like, what?
Blade of
Blade of
Justice
Justice
and
is good, though.
Promethean. I mean, no,
It is,
for the
dude.
time, like Blade of Justice is good modern day, but back then it was like supposed to be this #1 demon, and who was
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Wuxi, who
remember
who
that.
beat it in like an hour.
It was 2.
When it
Yeah,
came out?
2 hours after it came out.
Yeah, 2 hours. The quote unquote new
That was
top one or
crazy.
whatever that was so hyped up came out. They're like, we nerfed it a tad. Wuxi in 2 hours. I beat Blade of Justice. Like,
Yeah, it plays at
Dude.
like 20 something.
yeah, dude, just Promethean is just. This is obviously me, like as with
That's
my
a
skill
lot,
set or
bro.
everything. I've
Yeah,
never
I don't know if-
disliked the level so much in my life just because of. I knew what it originally was because me and N level are close, and the original level compared to what came out, dude, I just can't.
Do you have like
Rico
any
is such a
copies?
strange person.
Yeah, I
If
actually
anyone's
do.
ever cooled with him, they'll know what I mean.
I
But
don't know. what you
Rico
mean.
LP is just an entity. I don't know.
Well, with the Sinister Silence situation,
Oh god.
Like, did some crazy shit as a host. I remember.
What happened?
Yeah.
Let me say,
The
let me
guy's
say
just
fast
an
about
enigma.
Promethean, because Doggy, I do have a copy. Because N level, I've talked to N level extensively about Promethean because originally it was going to use the full song, and it also wasn't it was a wave level actually. The first wave was originally way faster CPS wise, structure wise. The rest of the level was sort of a break, and the last ship was super hard. That was Promethean's concept, and I thought it was cool. Then Rico completely like obliterated the first wave, super buffed the broken version of the ending ship, and buffed everything else into oblivion when that like wasn't the level concept. Though, accidentally, he got what N level wanted, which was supposed to be Promethean was supposed to be one of the worst playing experiences ever. That was his goal with building it,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
you
with
got
his
perfect.
idea, with
And
his
it
idea.
was.
Yeah, with his idea in mind when he was creating it, that's what it would have been. Like a super insanely hard wave and a last ship that hard, but now like modern day that's not difficult anymore. So Rico accidentally achieved what N level wants, and that's why N level still is like, yeah, I like Promethean, and I like what Rico did, even if like it's the complete opposite of what I wanted.
Isn't that
But that's, like,
interesting
the
how that
first
works?
accidental.
Like,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
level is suddenly good like if it being bad is the point, and then it resonates. Like
Yeah,
same with
no,
like same with
whoa,
even like
dude.
concept layouts, like Titan of Machina. That's always the example I use.
Yeah.
Like
Super
if you
Hate Me
can
World
if
is-
you can not if you just don't look at a level like that just on the nose and actually realize that it is not supposed to be good,
it's not made for you.
that ironically gives it like a whole other layer of meaning to where people are like, wait, this is actually kind of sick because of like how unconventional it is. Like it's just like
how well
it's just, like,
executed.
People
such a
just push it
funny.
out their
Exactly.
arse to like
Yeah.
explain.
Yeah, if it's executed well though, I can appreciate it. Doesn't mean I would like the level though, like necessarily.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
fine.
What
like,
did you think of Super Hate Me World?
Oh, I actually really like that level. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but you're one of the
Did you beat
weird
that?
people.
I love
He
your
did.
levels, bro. Even though
Yeah, dude.
everyone
With
hates it.
Silent Club Step, like when I talked to Salen and stuff, was he made it for the exact same reasons that I made Super Hate Me World, to be like grueling and impossible and like stuff like that. And like with Super Hate Me World, for example, because it had its modern day remake, I had choice over like balancing. And Cursed, I literally told Cursed to not make buffs that I didn't like. He wanted to make it way harder than how it came out. But just because I wanted Super Hate Me World's like formula that I intended to be there, and even if it's like you're supposed to go into it and you're not supposed to like it. There's a rare person who does like it. And I'm happy you did enjoy it, Doggie. But most of the experience, like when I had Declan verifying it, he legit like
D-Clan.
he quit the game.
Declan.
He like quit the game after Super Hate Me World. Like, and I felt bad.
That's crazy.
Obviously, and like he's still around and stuff, but like it was kind of like in the back of my head, I'm like, that's what I wanted this level to do.
Yeah,
Because mentally,
like
that level sucks. You get to the last ship and
you know
you're
what
gonna
I
die
think?
over and over and over and over.
Do you know what I think about levels like that? Like, do people really like not see a level like that? And do they really not think that like the point of it is to be excruciatingly hard? Like, and
Yeah,
that it's
it's
not
when it's
supposed to like a
done-
level like Super Hate Me World is not supposed to hold your hand.
No,
And
it's
I
all
know
Super
that's
Hate
not
Me
like,
the name of it, bro.
and I know that's not like a reason to like make it not be criticized, but like that's not even like the point. Like the level Super Hate Me World. Wow, Super Hate Me World, it has some shit parts.
You know, like that's also something I was very happy. I was able to explain to a moderator who said they would like echo what I said to the rest of them in terms of voting, that the level's intention, like if they watch the gameplay and they're like, this gameplay's horrible. It's like I said, the gameplay's like that on purpose. It's intentional for you to hate it. It's fair, like it's fair. There's no bugs. There's no bullshit. It's straight just brutal gameplay, and that's its intention. That's why it's named that, and it got rated. And like that appreciation is, I'm very glad it exists. And the reason it's funny that that appreciation, that's like very massive, is so flipped on its head when it's not done intentionally. Like if you make
Yeah.
a level, like and it's horrible, and it was supposed to be like Mayhem, good example.
Dude, you know what's funny? It's exactly like bad movies.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually an amazing.
Like-
Like
curse.
Skinnamarink.
No, like it's like if you find a bad movie but it's trying to be good.
Yeah,
and
that's
can- and
horrible.
then,
Bad
like,
movies
level-
try to
and
be
then-
bad.
And then movies like Idiocracy.
Like Sharknado.
Yeah, and movies like Idiocracy, which is like such a funny movie, where it's literally the point to be terrible. And
Oh,
it's
what, like
literally to
disaster
mock
movie?
humanity.
Yeah,
like,
what satire?
Yeah.
Discovered satire.
It is the same goddamn thing with levels. You see it all the time.
Yeah.
like,
I'm waiting
there's-
for super fun.
There's
new
literally
worlds.
Yeah.
there's so many levels that try to be good and try to be serious that are bad, and those are way worse than levels that are trying to be bad but that ironically give it
Like-
this
Yeah,
kind
like
of sentiment.
Shiketsu.
You
Like
know what's
that.
a level? You know what's a level that I think?
Yeah.
I'm gonna like toot my own horn. Listen, but
Yeah.
with Slaughterhouse, like I know a lot of people criticize the gameplay and stuff. Do you really think this like a level called Slaughterhouse that was an old impossible level that I remade in 2019 to be impossible still, and is intentionally was made intentionally to have the most grueling, like difficult
That's another
like
thing.
gameplay ever?
There's
Do you
no
think
one.
It's not fun. Well, no shit, it's not fun. It's not made.
I don't
It is
think-
fun, though.
I don't think there's a single person who would play Slaughterhouse to have fun.
You know,
It's
that's why
about the
people argue,
challenge.
like,
And if it is
top 10
fun, then
isn't
that's just a
fun anymore.
byproduct.
Like,
There's someone in
top
the call
10
that
was
would do
never
that.
fun.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah. Is there someone in the call that would do that, Doggy?
But
by
I
any
think the
chance?
interesting thing with you is like It just you just happen to enjoy it. Like it's
Not
meant
the
to be like
pre-drop.
excruciating.
Yeah, that's what every Slaughterhouse victim.
From zero, no.
Everyone's like, I love Slaughterhouse, but the pre-drop. Like even the people
Yeah.
who love it the most.
The pre-drop.
Dude, you know what the
So
pre-drop used
bad.
to be, right? Like, you
I think I remember.
It didn't
Oh,
they
I
have the
remember,
cutscene
yeah.
at end level, bro.
No, not that. It was that all the jumps were the reason that they're so slow and monotonous and spaced out is because they used to be 144 or 120 hertz frame perfects.
Well,
Which
there
for,
you go.
Yeah, I'm sure Space would have done
2019
that,
when everyone-
You know,
yeah,
3
he would have done
days.
it fine. Dude,
he would have been
for-
like,
for
"Oh, it's verified."
2019
Someone plays it. Why does it not work?
2019 on 144 hertz, that was like the highest refresh rate, so like that was crazy, and the ending jumps were also the same like refresh rate type shit. So when people are like it's slow, monotonous, and boring, it's like yes, that was the point.
Congratulations, you
Also, how do you even make
understand
gameplay to
why
that
the part
song?
is like that.
Yeah, no, like when people are like, nothing's going on in pre-drop, dude. What do you like? It reminds me of the video I made, the meme of like when people are saying the Edge of Destiny was like boring. I'm like, what do you want? Flashing colors every 2 seconds and like, what do you expect?
Yeah.
Like,
How is
listen
that
to the
boring?
intro to listen to the pre-drop of Slaughterhouse and try and make gameplay to it. Like, genuinely take a crack at it and see how interesting you can
Who
make
Who
it.
said
and
Edge
ma-
of Destiny
make
was
sense.
boring?
Dude,
I
that
I
was
wanna-
like,
I wanna
that,
talk
that
to that
person
guy.
was
Huge.
wrong.
No, that was like when the original level came out. I'm not sure if y'all remember. It lasted like a day. People who wanted to hate on the
remember
project
that.
just to hate on the
Oh, yeah,
project were like, the
yeah.
level's boring, and it was so like it only lasted a day because people were like, you are stupid and hating on this for literally no reason, and then everyone forgot about it because again, it's such a dumb like here, look, I'm gonna send it in the group. You can pull this up
I don't
if you want.
understand. Like
Dude,
people
this-
literally just say things. Dude,
Look,
isn't it
look
so
at- look-
funny?
look-
People literally just say words on the
pull up
internet.
pull up what I said.
Like-
this applies to anything that we were talking about in terms of being.
It's the
boring
same
or-
thing with me advocating for Tidal Wave being rated and then just a bunch of replies being like, "Well, it sucks." It's like, okay.
Like, listen, even though I don't like Tidal Wave that much, like, it is the hardest achievement in the game by far, and like, even if I don't like it that much, the legit demographic that it was verified for is to be the hardest thing in the game, and it achieved that. So you can shit on the rest.
I
of it
also, by the way,
100%.
I think
But it
I
brought
think
it
Tidal
from-
Wave is objectively a breath of fresh air. Like, who the
'cause
fuck
it's
thinks
a
it's
different
not? Yeah, it literally
Also,
because
you-
it's beach themed, and that's
Yeah.
never something that's ever been done in a top one.
From
And that
Acheron.
somehow isn't like a breath of fresh air and transformative. If that's not, then what even is?
It's
like,
because it doesn't
actually-
like follow the formulas or like standards. Like,
Like,
you know
that's
what I
not
mean,
even to say it's
normal
amazing
stuff.
because obviously it's not. But come on, dude. Like, people really
Yeah.
can't find anything good in anything.
Shit, we've been going for over 3 hours, 3.5 hours. We need to stop soon. Olivia's in chat.
Dude, I'm getting hungry
Saying,
AF.
please
man.
end the
In chat.
podcast. I'm so bored.
She wants to play
I miss my
Fortnite.
boyfriend. We should like, yeah.
Yeah, once we
grant the free.
Another
once we
guy
turn on
needed.
donations, I'll be able to finally afford food.
We will. We'll split it.
Yeah, that's a private conversation. I don't like talking about finances.
90% and you're getting 5.
Isn't there?
That's gonna be a
didn't
conversation.
like, what platform did that?
Twitch.
Twitch probably.
Twitch was 95.5.
Oh no, that was
Yeah,
like
YouTube still takes 30% of
95.5.
super chats.
kicked
Oh,
at
yeah,
95.5.
Only I get it. That's true. I'm the only one that understands. I'm really hungry. I have some chicken tikka. I think it's tikka. I have some chicken tikka,
Chicken tikka.
in the freezer, and I'm gonna air
I had that
fry
for
it.
dinner.
Dude, it's good, man.
I
kind
fried
of
some pork
expensive,
belly
it's
and
good.
put in the sauce and add some rice. It was awesome.
Man, food.
Should we wrap
I love
things up in
food,
the
guys.
chat?
I'm like you. I'm just like you.
I love
Okay.
Food's
So
pretty
we're
good.
gonna wrap up. We'll get some closing
I mean,
statements.
we
for
could just
Doggie.
keep
Where
going,
can
but
we
I'm
find
hungry.
you?
Yeah, where can we
Where
find
can
You
you?
can find me
you?
on Doggie at Doggie Dasher.
At Doggie Dash.
Wait, that wasn't
Dasher
specific.
Doggie.
Is there a
the
space?
other way around on Twitter. No space.
Formerly known as Ripple US.
For-
That
Yep.
helps.
D as in dog. O as in oblivion.
No, we're not bringing up trauma. Okay.
D as in
Dog-
doggy.
at-
O as in
at
oblivion.
Doggy Dasher.
G
At
as in.
Doggy
YouTube.
Dasher.
But yeah, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. We got a lot of
Yeah.
talking done.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
these
Um,
honestly the episodes just get better the more and more we do them. It's
Yeah.
it's always a learning curve, and this one did pretty well. We got
Yeah, we were really good the first half of this podcast, but then we got to the end of the
It's
bulletin
okay,
board, and
it's
then
okay.
we had the waffle. But waffles
that was
good.
fun.
Waffles like good.
People
Yeah,
people
I enjoy the
criticize
waffle
people
when it's
criticize
later on.
people criticize podcasts for going off topic, but that is like the most genuine thing.
That is
I
the
mean,
point.
yeah.
man.
Like
Exactly,
yeah,
once
that's
you're
having a
that's what
conversation.
Like,
that's what
I'm
I
saying
thought
they
the point
care
of them
too much,
was.
for real.
But then like we released something and the comments are like, "You guys go off topic too much." It's like, okay.
They just
Well,
want to
well,
talk about
it-
geometry. Day.
It's called conversation. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Again.
Yeah, maybe
so much
one
for
day my
coming on.
voice will reverse itself and I'll sound normal. But until next
Yeah, maybe.
time.
You can use TTS.
Use TTS.
You got Stephen
Oh my-
Hawking.
Stephen
No one will
Hawking.
ever know.
Dude,
Yeah.
I really want to get someone like C on the podcast and just talk about super voids and stuff.
Oh, I
Oh my
want C.
lord.
Can we get
I'm-
C on? That would be sick.
I wasn't gonna say anything publicly about that, but like I'm gonna ask him at some point.
You haven't mentioned that to us. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
need to get
didn't-
him
I
on
didn't.
that. That'd be
Also,
awesome. That'd be
wait.
lovely
Wait,
stuff.
Doggy, are you streaming AOD later today?
Yeah. Should be.
Go check out his stream
Nice.
after.
Yeah. If you're
Yeah.
watching this, Doggy is streaming AOD pretty much every day, right? Pretty much every day?
Pretty much every day.
Here, wait.
Every,
let me do a
like-
funny
Every day
real
that I
quick.
can.
Every day Canny streaming AOD. Go tune to the stream. Go
I
like
just got
show him some
95.
support.
So.
All right. Any last?
Yeah.
If you have anything else, Doggy, now would be a really
Yeah.
good time.
Anything you want to get out of your system.
Anything I want to get out of my system? What do I want to get out of my system? Nothing really.
No
You guys should
announcements. Nothing
subscribe.
crazy.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Nothing you're having for dinner.
Like, subscribe.
Yeah, what you having
Yeah,
for
what do you
I
having
don't
for
even know what I'm
dinner?
having for dinner. I'm probably gonna.
Dude, are
I
you a
don't know,
fan of? Are you a
really.
fan of what's the word? Steamed potatoes, dude. Mm.
Of course, steamed
No.
potatoes.
Like
that's the
roasted,
worst form of
roasted.
potato.
I mean roasted vegetables, not steamed potato. My brain's not
Roasted
there.
vegetable. I mean, if it's a carrot, then no. But
No, just
everything else,
ratatouille.
we're chilling.
Man, dude, I could go for
Whatever.
a goddamn chicken pot pie right now. You
Alright,
guys like
let's all
that?
go do our thing.
I had dinner before stream.
Well,
It's
that's
like
because we live in the
11:30
UK,
now.
so.
Yeah. I had chicken tikka. It was good. And
I
my
hope-
room smells like chicken tikka.
We're
Yeah.
finally setting you free. Your girlfriend's gonna be happy.
Yeah, she's gonna be
Damn, well.
ecstatic.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Sorry,
We're not
sorry
playing
for keeping
Fortnite,
it
though.
from you
Yeah.
for so long.
It's been 3.5.
But-
It's been almost 4 hours.
But yeah, I hope people really like this. Yeah, if you're watching through the VOD, then I appreciate you watching to the end.
Yeah, if you're here from the VOD,
Yeah,
hey,
the
crazy.
end.
Yeah.
Are we gonna end stream now?
yeah, in a sec.
Okay.
All right. Well, now we're in
Bye,
the ending
everyone.
sequence.
Goodbye, people.
Again, if you're here from the VODs, subscribe, so you won't miss the
Subscribe
future episodes.
every
maybe,
week,
Maybe watch
hopefully.
other ones. Also,
Yep.
subscribe to Doggy and subscribe to all of us
Of course.
if
Yep.
you're not already. So yeah, I'm actually the only one who doesn't have a 100K plaque, and that would be really nice. So
Yeah. Well,
see you guys later.
there you go.
Wow, that's
Bye-bye.
crazy.
Game's a game. Goodbye.